Frankincense and burr. It's cold, so cold on Christmas. So cold on Christmas. Cold on Christmas. Gets cold on Christmas. So cold on Christmas. Frankincense and burr. So cold. Frankincense and burr.
All I want for Christmas is your dick.
Wrap it up nice with a bow on it.
All I want for Christmas
Is your dick.
Your dick.
Does it come out? All I want for Christmas is everything on my list, baby. All I want for Christmas.
3 15-minute vouchers.
Baby. Here come the Kool-Aid man busting in.
I will go down
Was
on
that
you
that
3
same
times.
video?
Oh yeah.
Not redeemable after holidays.
25% off,
Tight
baby.
15 minutes. That's all you get.
15 minutes.
Better come in 15 minutes less. That's all you get.
Get your shit and
Don't
go.
wanna hear that.
Jerry Garcia.
Oh yeah.
15%.
Was it you?
Oh.
Was it you?
Killed Jerry Garcia.
Was it you?
On
Was it
Christmas.
Was it you?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas gonna be cold tonight, asshole.
It's gonna be extra cold.
Like a milkshake.
Slurping on a milky. We're
You
detectives.
killed Jerry. You
Milkshakes.
specifically. You people who haven't liked this video yet, you killed Jerry.
A like equals one.
I
Prayer
didn't.
to
To
Jerry's
Jerry's
spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to pray to Jerry's spirit now?
That's right.
Hit it up.
Don't kill Jerry.
Don't do it again.
Hard as fuck.
If you get another Buddha, don't you kill him, please.
I did the same thing
You don't
with
have-
Michael Jackson.
Him too.
Elvis.
Yes. That's another one.
Jim Morrison.
You killed Jerry. I was trying.
Yeah, I was like,
Catch
tis
it in
the
there.
season to kill Jerry. Yeah.
You lots of milkshakes.
Yeah.
You put it in his arm.
It was you that made him toot the heroin.
Two, sniff, sniff, sniff. Give it a little.
He's a racist. Now
Give a
he's
little-
dead.
Snort the shit up.
Smoking coke out of light bulbs. You did this to him.
You put it in his hand.
You put the ham in Jerry's mind.
You put the ham in that sandwich.
Put the cheeseburgers in his hand.
It was you.
You done it.
Rah, 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 rah.
Save you the trouble. You done it.
Episode over.
Roll credits.
La, la. Pretty
Yeah.
chill, pretty chill.
The girl's gay as hell.
Welcome to December.
hi.
It's the 3rd.
The time was that some people thought that New Year's Eve had to be
This works
celebrated
in the
under the
background.
influence of drugs and alcohol. But by now, many of us have come to realize that we're
Stop
better
talking
off
to the
staying
side of your
straight.
mouth.
That's right, Tom, but we can still have just as much fun.
Oh, this is a very nice Jerry.
Well, we're standing here and
They tell him not to do drugs.
He's been fussing around.
Oh, he's high when he
all
grabs
Oh,
that.
hell yeah, dude. With the other hand that's not mitted.
I get such a kick out of preparing
He's not
fine food
nervous.
and beverages. I love watching my guests
wow.
enjoy them.
I know
Oh,
you
yeah,
do. I can
you
hardly wait.
you
Now,
take
what
the
is it
nut.
that you have to show
This
us
is
today,
recorded on a
Tom, I
VHS.
have here
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah,
water
that's a
chestnuts
mammoth
and,
fucking
lean bacon
camera
and
they're recording with.
toothpicks. This is one of my favorite hors d'oeuvres.
take
They're
the
so
nut.
easy to make. Simply roll the nut in the bacon like I'm doing here, and stick the toothpick
a chestnut,
In the
though.
and,
Water
Yeah,
chestnuts
it
are
looks
dope.
delicious.
though.
Oh yeah,
they're
they've
great.
got such a good crunch.
you may want to try one.
Well, yeah, I would like to try one. I
Oh no,
understand
Jerry. He's going to
No.
put the mid on.
Here.
Then he opens it.
For about 15
Easy.
minutes at 450 degrees.
And then grab. That's hot.
Whoa! Hot stuff.
Can I have one?
Oh yeah.
Hot
With
stuff.
the other hand.
Yep.
Good, hot.
Yeah. I
yep.
think I'll let them cool
Yep.
for a while.
I just burned my hand.
Playing it off like a pro.
Mix, too, yeah.
Good though.
Can't burn your hand.
Hot.
Would
Right.
I like something to drink, Tom?
Oh, the
Here,
fucking
It's a Virgin Planters Punch. Here.
Virgin Planter's Punch, my favorite.
Good.
Find it's good.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
And that's just
I'm
ginger ale and fruit juices.
That's right.
That's
Or
I don't
right.
know.
a
Looks
Virgin
dead at the
Bloody Mary
camera.
With a celery stalk.
Of course.
Oh yeah. A consummate.
Same to you.
He's
Entertainer.
never drank this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious, and you know what? This is probably good for you too.
Well,
Well, I don't like shit like that. but
this is for fun.
This is for fun.
Hey, what are these things you got over here? Have you been baking too?
Oh, I
my hair.
did these this morning. These are bunt cake wedges. You bake a bunt cake, cut them into little wedges.
Did
like
you
this,
bake those?
Heat them up again, say 20 minutes at 450 degrees, and
He's reading.
Yeah.
sprinkle liberally with powdered sugar.
Okay.
Looks like they have a
That's a
Steely-
big old bag of
The
cocaine.
bunt wedges.
Yeah, people really love
When it
them.
zoomed in, it almost
Oh,
looked like
God.
there was a Steely
People
on
really
the
love 'em.
fridge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, I see why you got the toothpick.
Or whatever that is.
Yeah, they really.
He said too fast.
Very good. Okay.
Did they dose
well,
this
that's it for our
newscaster
Good Arrow New Year's
here?
Eve party tips.
Have a good time tonight.
I can't believe that
You don't
bag
know
of powdered
anything I
sugar.
wouldn't do.
That's delicious, Jer.
Don't call me Jer.
Great.
Don't call me Joe. That's what killed me.
It's gonna be the death.
What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Welcome. That would have been the better one to watch. A much better quality one just popped up of the same video.
It happens.
Well,
It happens. What's up? Welcome to the 206th episode of A Drink and a Joint. As always, that's Toby.
yeah, this is my boy Dave.
What's up? And then
Huey.
Huey
Say
over
what
there.
up.
yes.
we had to colloquialize your name for the intro card.
Well, all
yes.
of ours ends in Y now.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of a
yeah.
consistency.
That's fine.
So we had to pull the Huey on you.
Huey Dewey Louie.
I like some Huey. I
It'd be
like it.
Huey, Dewey, and Tooey.
Yeah, well, that'd be closer. I'll be a Dewey.
Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. If you haven't yet, hit the like button as you're coming in to the live stream. If you're listening to this in the future on any podcast platforms, give us a 5-star review. It helps the show a lot. If you haven't yet, say what's up in the chat. Dabber, what's happening?
Ooh.
Lucas, hello. Mark's gas station.
Okay.
What's
Thanks
up?
for coming out.
Yeah, Father Greg, Neil over there taking notes. Keith, Jimmy, Jack Jones, Candy, JM and Company, Ketone.
I do want to know what the gas stands for. It has periods.
Yeah, GAS station.
Great ass sex.
Yeah, great ass sex station.
Or,
Gas
grade
and station.
Grade A Somalis.
Gas and stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on, Al, Chuck, Dirty Hippie Pyrite? What's up?
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all on brand, right?
Choco Pyrite.
Yeah, that's fool's gold.
It was pretty. It's not for Fool's Gold, is it? I
Yeah,
thought
that's what
Choco
it's called.
Pyrite
Yes, it
is.
is.
It's called fool's gold.
Pyrite.
That's like, yeah.
That's his
I'm
name.
pretty sure Choco Pyrite's the colorful one.
I don't know about Choco.
Yeah, Choco Pyrite's the
okay.
fluorescent kind of.
But Pyrite
the
by itself, yeah.
Pyrite is fool's gold. Well, no, Choco Pyrite can still come off as gold, but it's like when you get down into it, it'll be that kind of like rainbow,
Yeah,
almost
that's what I
oil
remember.
slick
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, a little bit of rainbow.
Casey
do-
Jones, what's happening?
Hello. I do remember being into crystals. We were all we went through a period. where we were
Well, I mean,
all
I
into
still like crystals, and I've got them in my house, but I don't carry them on
Well-
me anymore like I used to.
Well, we just didn't have a place to keep them.
We each had a pocket full of rocks.
A little- yeah.
I remember I had like an ornate like bandana
Oh,
that
you
I
had-
would keep my crystals
the,
in.
The ones in rotation.
Yeah. Even the fact
'cause it
that we
wasn't all
know
of them.
that is like jargon of you got what crystals you got in rotation, bruh.
Yeah.
Like I got
That's
some
what I'm carrying
carnelian.
around. Oh, that's
The
Depending on where
testicle
the
one?
moon is.
well, it's one of my favorites. It's actually a Leo stone as well.
I like. I
It's,
mean, they look
it's
pretty,
called Chalcedony sardonyx.
but I mean, I loved holding them tripping. I loved holding a good Labradorite.
Labradorite is still like probably tippy top.
And
Still probably
when
my
you're
favorite.
tripping, that one seems to have a lot of vibration coming off of it. Like, you know, it seems like extra charged up or something when you're high.
It looks very intriguing.
Well, Chattanooga itself is like on a huge quartz deposit.
Oh yeah,
There's a ton of natural quartz around here.
let's dig. Let's start digging.
Well, it's everywhere. Like if you go like hiking up on Signal Mountain, like on the trail and shit, like there's just you just kick it around. It's just
nice.
everywhere.
I remember it was in Quartzsite, Arizona.
Yeah.
Where like the parking lots of like it'd be like a Walmart and shit like that. It was just in the soil and so heavily, even in their asphalt. So it would just be like in the gravel.
Yeah.
It'd be like little crystals that you could pick up and like cool little shit.
We got to see plenty of it. That's where we got kicked out of the van
Quartzite?
in Quartzsite, New Mexico.
But it
Or
seems
Arizona,
like they just
sorry.
it's just mixed into everything because it's in
everywhere?
the dirt. Yeah. It just gets blown.
I really liked, what is it, gypsum pyrite? Or not pyrite, but gypsum selenite?
Yeah. Selenite's always been really nice.
Yeah. So it's
like
do
the
you guys have
towers,
razors?
right?
Well, yeah. So it's I think it's I don't remember what kind of silicate it is, but it's a bunch of like long, skinny, in parallels. You know.
Yeah.
So if you have a laser, they look really cool because it just goes right through it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
That's cool.
I was always a fan of like certain jaspers.
Yeah.
I like certain jaspers.
What's the really pretty one? There's a orbicular.
Orbicular?
Yeah,
a good
orbicular
tiger's eye,
jasper
too.
looks amazing.
Tiger's eye is pretty.
That's they look like fucking what is the fisherman's dress?
Now, do you think that they actually heal? Now,
Well, see,
they do. There are vibration. Like we do know that that's science. That everything vibrates, right? Everything vibrates at a frequency. That's science.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that all of our molecules on everything that's carbon based, like everything's constantly moving. Everything is just a bunch of atoms moving really fast, really close together.
Yeah, and you can't see it or feel it, but you can test it. It does vibrate more than, the dirt next to it. So it does naturally vibrate. And there is some science to like certain frequencies being really healing in music and stuff like that. So but it's pseudoscience when you go as far as to say it can really bring, I think it's more about the mindset it's putting you in. You're like, I'm healing now. Right. You tell your body you're healing, you're going to heal better.
Yeah, sometimes people need a way to focus themselves.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, it's the same thing of like religion or, like Western medicine.
Yeah.
Placebo. You tell yourself that something's happening. Yeah. So in that sense,
I like that.
As far as like someone has cancer and then they're doing Reiki and rubbing crystals on them, I'm like, they need to go to a doctor.
It's like this person's arm is protruding, the bone is protruding from the skin.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to
cure cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can just get you in a better place to start getting over
cures
that cold,
leprosy,
maybe.
the stone.
Put this fucking
but if they really worked on a big level, they would use them in hospitals, right?
Well,
they would have crystals.
They use them in transistor radios or in radio systems.
Crystals are used in like mechanical parts. Like I'm sure that there's even like hospital equipment that like quartz is used in, and gold is used, and platinum is used, and like so it's like all these things are. It is weird when we give like technology a bad rap when it's all made from like organic materials.
Yeah, when you break it down.
I'm no fool. Why's it got to be platinum?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that sense, it's used to because it vibrates. But
you gotta have the platinum boiler.
They're not setting them up into corners. It's like for healing purposes. Or
okay. So what do you think about when Sound Tribe used to tour around with the giant?
That's exactly
crystals?
what I was about to mention.
Yeah, that's vibey.
I liked it. I liked it to
too.
Put them around all that energy and.
Yeah, and they're sending a lot of waves out and vibrations around the crystal and through them, and
the crystal can either like amplify or change or maybe.
I
or at least be affected by it.
They used to have a floral person, like a designer, that would arrange flowers and stuff on their sets too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was very aesthetically nice.
It'd be really cool to get like a wall done with like flowers and stuff in like the shape of like band logo and stuff.
What's some other weird like rituals or things like that you've heard of? Because I remember
Jimmy Page.
I was going to say Danny Carey from Tool used to align his drum set It wasn't in a pentagram, but it was in some old symbol. It was in some ancient symbol, and he believed that having his toms aligned in a certain way.
Okay, for like the
could
Fibonacci
channel
sequence or some shit.
And so that's an interesting, weird ritual to have a mapped out drum kit, you know?
I
What
want
did
to go
Jimmy
to the
Page do?
fucking. Oh yeah, what did Jimmy Page do?
He did the pentagram when he did his bow stuff.
Oh,
What do you mean?
He would be playing and then like
Drawing it?
Yes.
Kind of drawing it?
Yeah,
That's just kind of shout out to say. That's not
Yeah.
really.
shout out! Thanks for the homie that taught me how to do this.
Yeah, that one's not
Yeah.
as much of a like.
I really
channeling,
did not
I don't know.
like the him playing with the bow.
I've never
It's
been a fan.
He just
interesting,
smacked
though.
it. He just smacked
Yeah.
the hell out of it. It was just.
No one's seen that before. Though.
I know. I
it's
imagine if
innovation.
you didn't have Google, you just had encyclopedias. That would really fucking spook me.
Got my third encyclopedia set today, and they had the picture of Jimmy Page in there playing the fucking
I don't know
guitar
what-
with a bow.
Anything. I mean, so I had to look up on a map how to get here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where anything is in this town.
Dude, first of all, I was never a fan of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Never got into
I
it.
can appreciate that.
Yeah, I love them though. I mean,
I did.
I did. Yeah, I went through all the albums.
They were just as good as the hype was. So most of the stuff that I found that you had to listen to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I found that to be palatable immediately.
Well, it just never brought me in. And there's that thing to be said. It doesn't mean that I don't respect them and their place in history, but also like it was just there wasn't anything that like it's got to be an emotional connection for me to like listen to something. There's got to be
it didn't
something there
click
that
with you.
gets me.
I thought it was haunting at times. You know, like
They were all over the place. They had some very doom blues.
yeah,
Like they
blues.
Yeah, they had a very dark element to it. You know, that wasn't just boogie. Copping some blues stuff.
Yeah. No, but
Like
it
Since I've
just
Been
had
Loving You,
original sound.
haunting. Yeah, that's a great example of like the haunting stuff that they do.
Well, I mean, and that doesn't mean that there aren't songs that I listen to and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
but
rocking.
But
Rock
it's
and
also
roll.
like there was nothing in it that was like it wasn't one of the big bands that got me.
Oh yeah.
Like, because everybody has those bands that get them. It's like you've either got like what is it, the Stones or the Beatles, and then you've got like fucking Led Zeppelin or
Pink Floyd.
And I was definitely a Pink Floyd guy over a Zeppelin guy.
Yeah, it felt like that their catalog was deeper.
Now Floyd it definitely was spacier. I love to sit and space out to that shit.
They evolved more.
Epic.
Lucas said, is the Owsley sweatshirt on the Real Bird site? Yeah, actually, all three of these that we're wearing are on the Real Bird site. You can get a St. Owsley fucking go over to realbird.comedy.site. We've got St. Owsley hoodies. We've got the Real Bird totem hoodie that Toby's wearing. We've got the It's a Cult Mad Bird hoodie.
Get banned
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Get your ass banned.
Yeah, dog,
People
get
like it.
some Christmas gifts. Get your prude mom and It's a Cult shirt and see what she says.
Yeah, it's good merch. Really good merch on there.
There's some good
Amazing
designs.
stuff.
It's
Tracksuit, you get the. Did you
We
guys
do
have a tracksuit on there?
we do have a pant. It's a Cult.
We're working on it. We're
Okay.
working on getting the tracksuits up. They just released some really nice new pants.
Okay.
On the site, so I'm gonna get the Mad Bird on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the owl, the St. Owsley owl on the pants.
Yeah.
Instead of like the whole
The
logo.
suit, yeah, the tracksuit's a cool idea. I fuck with the tracksuit. That's the most relaxed shit.
Your hat's clip broke, like the plastic clip on like
Yeah. I see.
on the 5-panel.
Oh
No. Fucking.
We
I
gotta
like
figure that
the
out.
clip.
Let's see if we can figure that out. But yeah, we got cool merch up there for the holiday season. Yeah, I don't know.
Toby brand beard oil on there.
Yeah, we need
eventually-
yeah, we're gonna get
Some
into
Houston
some
hand soaps.
Some Houston hot sauce.
Tesla used crystals. Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
actually use crystals in all of our merch.
Yeah, see, they are pre-blessed
Tumbled.
and charged.
Yeah, they're charged. Also
to go.
with in jars of our urine, put in freezers and then baked
Jerry's
in the sun.
urine.
Yeah.
Jerry's
Everyone's
urine.
our urine.
Jerry Garcia's urine is what all
Oh,
of
there
our
was
clothes
some-
are dyed in.
Ah, dude, what was this? I need to look this up. I think it was a Warhol Was it a Warhol where he pissed on?
Are you sure it wasn't Pollock that you're thinking
Was it
of?
Pollock?
Jackson
What?
Pollock. He would totally piss on his stuff. I'm sure.
There was one. Here, let me see if I can find it.
I did.
It was a famous artist. He pissed on these medals, and they rusted in the shape of his piss
that's
streams
dope.
and shit.
Ugh,
And they went for a bunch of money. I can't remember.
it's well rank.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Piss rust art. How do you even search for that?
I know it's
So you would type in artist that pissed on medals.
man. I've never seen vinegar in a ketchup packet.
Dude, well, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess they have them float. So we had a boys burger date before the podcast. We crushed burgers We quietly crushed burgers from Five Guys because we had talked about what the best burger not long ago.
I
Hey,
wasn't
look
sure.
one up. It was Andy Warhol.
It was Andy Warhol.
They
Ugh.
just went for a bunch of money.
What a fucking
Oxidation series.
Ugh,
That's fucking
you're
sick.
gross, Andy.
Fine.
Man, I watched
we
the I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was called like The French Something. It is the most recent Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah. French Dispatch or whatever.
I think that's exactly what it was. So
Yeah, it's one of the
they
pictures.
had a Jackson Pollock-esque character played by Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, so
He's
these
an
are
inmate. That looks like garbage.
the oxidation series that
So he just pissed on metal
Oh no,
plates.
yeah.
yeah.
These
and
are
then-
all like one big wall. Just pissed all over a metal wall.
yeah. And just let them rust and dry. But he did such abstract shit. I guess people just love. And again, he's selling his piss to you though.
Yeah.
Right? He's selling his piss. At what point?
What a cunt.
This isn't. That's. We should mention this one in our next "What Is Art?"
Yeah,
debate.
yeah, we
because
gotta bring this back
I don't
up.
know.
Yeah, he's getting pressured by like some fucking, I don't even know who would pressure him, but like some sort of exhibit. He's getting pressured to come up with it. He's like, I'll piss on fucking a bunch of sheet metal.
Yeah.
If you want,
Fuck with me.
piss on it,
Tell me
you
I
can,
gotta.
you can also get the hat that Houston is wearing, the new A Drink and a Joint Noir hat. It's a drink and a joint written in like the Batman the Animated
If you-
Series font.
If you want to be a heady detective from
Yeah,
the
dude.
30s,
Nice. I feel like
I
this is
pissed
like
on
a good
I had a good
cycling
painting
hat.
one night where
No, you still. Do you want to go get? Do you want me to go grab your piss painting?
I don't know where that one
Ugh.
is.
It's. I mean, I feel like I see
It's
it all
not the
the
one
time.
up on the wall.
Oh,
I'm not sure where it is.
that's not the one you put a cigarette out on and pissed on. And,
No, that one's hand painted. I did
Okay.
hand stuff on that one. But on one, I put a cigarette out on it. I ripped it. I pissed out in the yard on it. I did everything. It's very punk piece of art. It
Yeah, I appreciate it.
reminds me of, we always talk about fucking the punk rock artist guy. What was his name?
G.G. Allen.
Yeah. See, I feel like he would do some shit like that.
piss
but-
shit blood guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not throw some shit and blood in there
Yeah,
while you're
like
at
my-
it?
I mean, there are
Rum-
plenty
rum-
of artists that paint with their shit, and plenty of artists that will use blood and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
They just
that's
mix it
not
in.
new.
Yeah.
Some period blood.
Oh,
Specials
that's
too.
now if you want to make a statement.
Yeah.
What? Make a statement with.
Okay, so Cinnamon is now giving a shit about a Chillum. So Chillums are very easily accessible. So first of all, it's a straight pipe. There's no mess in cleaning out like a bulb of a bowl. Like there's like a
It's straight
bowl with a
through.
carb. There's more area to
Okay.
clean. Like it's harder to clean, and like definitely for like a travel piece, a Chillum is what you want to do. And usually, if you get a solid Chillum with a decently deep
fuck
bowl.
me.
And a not too wide hole, but wide enough to get something down into, then like they're definitely like they're hard to beat. Honestly,
I mean, eventually we'll have a
used to-
podcast bong that we're passing around, but we're just not there yet.
we're gonna have to
you
figure it
know?
out. It's gonna have to be like a silicone bong, and we're gonna have to be really
Yeah.
careful. Like we're gonna have
Can't
to
be nice.
we cannot. I don't think with our maintenance right now on the podcast studio, I do not think that water would get cleaned out as much as that should.
I mean, yeah, we'd have to do it every time.
Yeah.
If we were ripping it the whole time.
And then smoke Deemsters out of it one time.
Yeah,
Houston smoked Deemsters out of it one time, and now it's ruined.
that's more of a me move. I'll
Now,
do that.
now, like as in a nice stout Chillum, a nice little sturdy little chode is great. They're great for like and I don't suggest doing this, but if you're at a show
Yeah.
and you're out somewhere,
Something
it's it's
happens.
really
Yeah.
easy to kind of like hide in your little
And
palm
put
there,
in your butt
palm
if
it.
you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Just make sure it can fit.
Oh my God, there was one time Y'all remember that when I got
Widespread?
No. We were there was a girl we all knew. And she and I went to go smoke together at this little
on the ledge?
On the ledge. And so
That was Hephaestus, wasn't it?
yeah, that was Harrison's really nice bowl.
It was a little chody, but it was a beautiful pipe.
It was a beautiful pipe, and he lent that to us to go smoke with. And we pull up on there, and then we start to smoke a bowl, and a cop pulls up right behind us. And the cop gets out of the car, and so I look over, and the bowl is gone. Bowl is gone.
This person knew what the hell was up.
This person
Dude,
knew
that
what the hell
down
was
as
up.
fuck. That's a ride or die right there.
But also, this person somehow, for some reason, had a warrant. So this person vagged the bowl.
Also, there was some. I do want to point out that there were some sharp bits to it.
Yeah.
A little dangerous.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it wasn't out or something.
I think the other name for that, if it wasn't Hephaestus, was going to be like King Randy.
Yeah.
Because it was like a chode, but it had some weird stuff on it. Like there was some sharp, little.
She had a warrant, so they
took
her.
Take it out.
They got rid of it eventually, though, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean they had to find it. They just whips it out.
They found it
in the cell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but no, they let me leave, and it wasn't my car. Like we definitely had.
They apologized for. Sorry about your night.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, man. She's got to go.
The night has ended.
You remind me of a weird story. So, the guy that we talked about before about who was trying to rob us, and we ended up we were like kind of roughing up and ended up jumping out of the window.
Yeah, my Promethean.
That same guy went to jail and had weed sewn into his jacket pocket. And they took it, and so he did his whole sentence and got out, and with like 2 ounces in his jacket that they gave back to him.
Wonderful,
good.
That was a crazy one.
Good for.
It was just a big ass puffy. Well, it was a big puffy. Maybe not sewn. He had a little pouch where he would go deep in it.
Oh,
you could go both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he found
when
it
you said
sewn
sewed in it, I felt like
he took time.
I felt like
he knew. He
that's
knew what
nice.
was up.
He had a secret compartment that they didn't realize.
And it was just so fluffy. That
Cinnamon said that's a date gone bad. It really wasn't a date. It was just like
they were just hanging out.
Yeah, you want to go smoke some weed at the fucking what was it called? What do we call it?
The
lookout.
No, the wall.
The wall. That's right.
So
yeah, it was very clever name.
And so it was it was just really bad because like I wasn't like emotionally invested in the situation at all.
You're just hanging out.
I was just trying to go smoke some weed.
Can I leave?
And they let me go, and it's like I was in Harrison's car.
Right, so you drove off.
And so I drove back over there to Harrison and been like, and I pull back up without a girl and without a bowl. And he's like, what
You
happened?
lost both
I'm
of them?
I'm so sorry, but your bowl is gone.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was upset with me. I still don't think
he liked that one. a lot.
he did. He did, and I felt really bad.
I mean, that's not.
That's a bro move.
Well, no, he was trying to help. He was trying to help a brother out. He was like, here.
But he can't be mad at you for
yeah.
that some girl had a warrant.
You can't smoke weed at my house. Take my bowl and just go smoke it somewhere.
Yeah, that's a bro move. Like, all right, I'll hook you up right here.
But it wasn't like a take my best bowl either thing. Like I think that was the only bowl he had, which happened to be very nice.
Yeah, it happened to be like a $200 or $300 piece.
Oh damn!
It was fancy.
It's one of those ones that's like pipe. in the special
really
cabinet.
Was. Yeah. You know, he was balling. He was balling when he got that.
Yeah.
I think he was balling. It was balling to me for him to show up with a nice pipe like that. Also, they sell incredibly nice pipes for pretty cheap at festivals.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
like
the best place to pick up a piece.
If you have like $100, $200 to buy a pipe, you can buy an amazing piece from the blower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the move. Buy your pipes at festivals, kids, but don't smoke out of them till you leave.
You gotta be very careful.
Well, you don't want to travel with a dirty bong, but I've had some decent bongs, man. I just
did you buy a used bong? Yes, officer. Yes, I did.
Sorry.
Yeah, this Craigslist.
Wasn't me.
Did you know that they let you put bongs on Craigslist, officer?
Yeah. I didn't know either. He said it was all chill.
Thought it was a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it was used. Got a deal on it.
A deal on it. I got this for $30, my dude.
I just can't keep them. Like if you can't keep them next to the bed.
I mean, you break the stem real easy.
Yeah, it's just too easy to break.
Well,
and if
the dogs, you know. Like,
yeah.
I felt like, I was like, this is never gonna work. You know.
That's why the silicone bong is the right move, I think.
What's the nicest bowl that you've had?
Like price?
Yeah, just like the nicest bowl you've had that like something bad happened to.
Yeah, I had a really tall bong that was awesome. You know, just one of those scientific glass, a honeycomb and a little diffusers and, that kind of thing. And just all shattered.
I've had collections just get
tokens.
And that one sucked because it broke off the top piece. So like you couldn't hit it. It broke at the stem, but it also broke at the top, so it's like you couldn't get a replacement stem, or without cutting your mouth, you couldn't hit it, so it just seemed worthless. And always in my head, I was like, I can take
you
this
just
to
go
someone.
the wide mouth over it. Have you ever seen people that go,
it was too big for
whole
that.
mouth on
a
the
broken one?
But you could put like paper around it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Or you could get water noodle, like cut a thin strip of water noodle.
That'd be nice and squishy.
Yeah. So that time that we all went to jail, they got my whole pipe collection.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, like 2 bongs, Nessie, actually a couple bubblers, a little ham pipe. They were just finding shit, and then they're just talking shit, and they bag it up.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, got another one. I was like, no, that's my Deemster bong.
I remember.
What? What did you say?
Yeah.
I remember those when we were staying at that apartment we shouldn't have been staying at. Those cops made me break Spangle, and I
had
loved
to break
that pipe.
a bowl there too. If it was the same time, they made me break it in a towel.
Yeah.
I never collected nor named my pipes really after that.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, I never.
Yeah,
felt
no,
like putting
it's
a
not
collection.
like
It used to
not
be
like
such
that
a cool
anymore.
thing though when we all had like our
They were like our own little
pieces.
Pokemon. They were like our little fucking like.
I liked it. Yeah, when you had friends over and you like let them pick.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Ooh,
want
when
to
you got
smoke
a
out of tonight?
selection.
Yeah.
Dude, I start doing shit like this.
Yeah.
I know, it's
And I'll
nice.
get
I used to be a big fan of the bubblers.
Yeah. I love a good bubbler or a bong.
Dude,
Anything
Nessie was
water
the
in it.
nicest.
Nessie, did I tell you that I saw Nessie's sister somewhere? I straight up thought about just getting it.
Dude, so like that had a big bowl on it.
It did, dude. It was a lot.
It was
It
like
was
a
like,
blunt.
yeah,
It
it
felt
was-
like somewhere near a blunt. Like at least half a gram bowl.
Oh man.
And
smoking big ass Keith bowls out of
So
that.
yeah,
bitch.
that was the thing, man. I remember I cleaned it out several times. I had it for years. You know, it
was
but
it double or triple? I always
It was
forget.
double. It was double. It wasn't. I didn't feel like.
I don't know if
I
I've
think
seen
anything
a
more
triple.
than I've seen
actually.
like ridiculous. Like they look like little they look ridiculous. You know what I mean? Where they have
There's
if
some
they have more than
cool
2
ass-
chambers, it's like that's just ridiculous.
I just recently there's this bong shop. Shout out Village Idiot. Went over there and all their pipes are like super like they're solid quality, and this Chillum right here is like obviously double or triple blown. It's thick as fuck.
Yeah.
And it is got a really solid bowl on it, nice little neck, and it was $10.
Oh
shit.
that's a friendly price.
That is a very friendly price. Now, the one thing I will say, and I got a nice little Sherlock and a bong, and I got my wife a pipe, and it was like $100, and it's a big bong. Like it's a solid motherfucker.
You know, I think bongs like you kind of have to drop a little bit. You know, like anything less than like 40 is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's a gas station bong.
Yeah.
Like those are like the old school plastic ones.
I love a glass on glass bong.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into putting ice cubes in them.
I like
But it's
that
amazing
shit.
though.
It's nice.
Yeah, it makes the hit go down real smooth.
Well, you know, after that one time though, it like you gotta. It'll be overfilled, you know, after it melts.
And then you can pour some of it out.
Hey
Well,
man,
you're
I'm really
supposed to
baked
clean-
by then.
Well, yeah, but you really need to like clean your bong out pretty constantly
Yeah, that's
because
true.
the water will mildew.
Yeah, you don't want to be hitting old bong water.
Yeah, the ice will melt, and then it'll push the water up into the bottom of the bowl and get some of the weed wet sometimes too.
Yeah.
These are just problems, you know.
Yeah.
Just pothead problems. Yeah, we should do a whole episode on pipes and just look up the craziest,
Yeah.
most
You, Toby?
expensive ones.
One of us here is. Did you have a gas mask?
Yes,
Hell yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
I had multiple ones.
Dude,
He
That's
liked
so
that
gross.
for a while.
It's
I fucking
because you're
love
like,
the
I
gas
love
mask.
living in here. You're like, I want to live. No, this is great. You're surrounded
Dude,
by it.
And see, I was the only motherfucker who would keep their eyes open.
Oh no.
So again, I'd be tripping. It was a way to blow up.
Oh,
so you keep your
man.
eyes open. It just gets so intense that you see the swirls go out, and then it's just white, and you're just like in this empty space to draw on, but it hurts kind of. But it's like more intense.
Drying out your fucking
Yeah.
eye.
I shouldn't have kept my eyes open.
So
but
like, what kind of bowl was on it?
it's like just a.
But it's just one of those plastic
bong. A
bongs.
bong came off of it with the metal.
Because I've seen the ones where they have like, those the screwing in like
They have some nice ones now.
For some reason, the one you had was fucking grubby. The one you had was like it was like
It's
a
a gas
fucking
station-y.
like sex mask.
you would wear
sex
that.
gas
Yeah.
mask with the cheapest bong put
Mad
on
Max.
it.
Oh,
It's
dude,
straight
it's
up
so
bullet.
good.
To me, it feels like a mix between Mad Max and fucking like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe. So it's
Yeah.
like or like House of a Thousand Corpses type shit. It's just like there is like something again just grubby
Yeah.
about a gas mask.
That's a
bong.
weird
Yeah.
vibe for other people that are tripping. You're like, oh, he is going to town.
And that's
over
when
there.
Toby had like his fucking like his I'll say
Your
again,
nice
spangle
dreads?
fucking dreads.
Oh, okay.
You're like
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's funny. You didn't
Grubby.
like the gas mask? Yeah, what's grubby about it? I don't think that's
It
the
was,
right term.
no,
it was
there's
always
just-
a
just
grubby
kinda
pipe.
gross.
Why not give it to a grubby man?
It's kind of gross or something about it.
No, it's not. It's not really gross per se, but it's just like think about those scenes in movies where it's like you hear like undulating music and there's like there's like fucking like strobe lights happening
Like
and there's
people
like a
passed
person
out from heroin in
something
the
like
corner
that, and there's
type
just
shit.
like a person like running up on you, fucking doing this kind of shit in like a rubber suit with
Bad
like a
vibes.
gas
Rave
mask
mask kinda
and the
thing,
fucking
yeah.
bong coming off of it. You know what I'm saying?
bad-
Yeah, there's just like something
Really
where you're just
intense
like,
vibes off that pipe.
yeah, dude,
Okay.
it's like
I
you're
get
not.
some
It's
raver
more-
vibes.
It's
off
like
of it a
more
little bit.
like I don't know. I'm just like I'm tripping over here. I look over there. And it's
Oh yeah, they're just coming out the side.
you're really going to town over there.
You're scaring me.
You
Oh, yeah,
like
I'd be-
it there.
I would try to stay in as long
Grunting.
as I
He's
could.
grunting and
I
stuff.
remember some people getting mad.
And you got to ask me why it's grubby.
There was someone else. I think it was one of your friends. I don't have
What?
to say names. What was? But it started with an A. I
Okay.
think it was Ali.
No, it wasn't Ali. I'm kicking it with Ali. not I only know one Ali,
Oh, no,
and I
was
was
it-
not his friend.
Maybe it was Panda. Might
was-
have been a Panda.
Oh.
They had a big bowl that they would put on there. And I remember
So,
them packing like a party bowl for everyone. But
So
me
I
and the
think-
gas mask first,
I
that's not a
think,
party bowl.
I think
no more.
Brandon and Susan might have had a gas
Yeah.
mask that they.
And I
bust
think they
out
got
the-
mad at me once I came because I was tripping and I was just
Wait,
just
what am I? Wait,
breathing in there,
what
and they
what
were
am I-
like, "Just stop!" Like,
Yeah,
trying
you're
to get
just
it
like
off of me.
smoking all of it. That was for
I didn't know,
everyone.
but no one told me that I couldn't go hard in this gas mask. I'm tripping.
I thought this
yeah,
was
no,
for me.
well, I think they were concerned for you, maybe. Or I don't know. What did my friends do? They tried to take it off of you.
He
It was just
needs
like it was
help.
for everybody. We were supposed to pass that around. I didn't know. You know, I was out of it.
What? Past the gas mask? That can't be.
But
what
it's
was-
so intense, though. It's
No,
such an
this is
intense
not
way
a
to smoke.
sharing. I mean, what? You're like.
You do
I
that
have a-
alone when you're sad.
I mean,
I mean,
I
he's
just
just
did it
gonna
a
go
lot.
go in for a second.
Yeah, you just gotta go in, get out.
I mean,
and
this.
that'll be
Yeah,
good.
I mean, we didn't have dabs.
Have you smoked some
Back
beans
then.
on it?
We can't
though?
stress that.
Have you gas masked
You
some
did
beans
not
before?
gas mask the
on a
beans.
bowl, not
did?
straight. Yeah, no, I'd hit dooms through there, but not
God,
like
that'd be weird as hell
blast
to
off,
take
just-
your mask off and you just be
There,
Yeah.
you're there. Yeah,
You're like,
fuck
or
that.
I feel like if I did that, I would immediately be like, oh, this was a mistake.
yeah. It was,
This is
it was
not the place.
scarier.
This is not the right way to get
not
here.
the right way to do it. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I shouldn't have taken
Oh,
this
fella.
fucking mega bus here.
On another,
yeah, we ended up in the same place, but I'm traumatized.
yeah, dude. One of the first times I ever tried DMT in the vape juice, the propylene glycol.
I haven't had those before.
Alternatively, I had an epiphany like, this is a very acceptable way to do this.
Oh,
Okay,
This is an
Yeah,
exceptional way to do it.
Vaping is fancier.
Well, no, so
The
like
light bulbing.
the first time. Oh yeah, like the way that you smoke it, I feel like, especially if you've got to look at it,
Yeah.
it's important. You know, it's a weird. It was weird to smoke, vaporize it. You would get really high, but you were like, "Get this out of my face! It's bumming me out." Like I smoked it out of a chalet with fucking Pollock one time, and I was like, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
After I've smoked it.
Yeah.
Like, can you put it up?
Well,
like,
you need to get far away from it if you're like, because you're like, the closer I am, the more I am in it.
I mean, if that's grubby, then like smoking a Chalet feels dirty.
Yeah.
A Chalet, I don't remember what that is.
It's like a rose.
It is, but it's just your classic, like tube
okay.
like with a bowl on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, meth pipe.
It's a meth pipe.
It probably is that or vaping is probably the better, cleaner way to smoke that shit.
Vaping it, I was like, dude, this is the perfect way.
Yeah.
And also, they had done some experimenting, so it was like a good one.
Yeah.
Like I took 2 or 3 hits, and I was like as high as like I've been. I was like, this is really, and you can hold it in really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
I've never had a problem holding it in.
Well, I mean, it made it.
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be sometimes
you
be
almost
like,
cough.
nope. I don't want it this. I got to
Oh yeah, it's
out.
weird too because like once you're on your second or third hit and you're very high, it's almost like you've forgotten to breathe.
Well, that's the whole. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that like that's why I've never had a problem with holding it in because it's like as soon as it hits, it's like I don't have to breathe.
But it's weird that it's like the depriving your brain of oxygen is a part of triggering it in a way.
Because you're going to sleep a little bit.
But like holding for a long period of time while getting into it, I feel like it just triggers it.
I honestly think you're breathing the whole time. You just call attention to it because time disbands and it feels like it's been a long time.
Whoa. I feel like
we're just in that moment for forever. The moment of the come up for a long time, and that really was only like a split second.
Never held it for like a minute or two. So
see, that's the thing too. Is like
I think
like smoke it. You take a good hit. You hold it in. You try to ghost it. Like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But you do that like 3 times or a few times. Like
you
blowing it out and then you do another one and then you hold your breath and you've only breathed that.
There's some connection about how like your DMT comes out when you're asleep.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
I think you're triggering your brain that it's you're going to sleep. He's about to pass out. And lets the chemical out easier or something. I do think it's connected because
it's kind of hard to push to get there. I wish, like, for the most part, you could do it one time and be there.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times you'll have to take multiple hits.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, dude, that vaping thing, like, if you wanted to, dude, you could get it to where one hit would get you there. I feel like you couldn't take that out in public.
Yeah, no. I don't know why you would want to.
For whatever reason, it's one of those things when you think about it and then you do it and you're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like smoking DMT at a show, you're like, I want to put DMT in the air right now.
Yeah.
Is there any weirder things that you smoked out? Because we've done bong, gas mask, and that bamboo pipe, the 3-foot bamboo pipe.
Yeah.
Is there anything weird?
I mean, definitely. Well, I mean, like tinfoil, terrible for you. Carrot.
It's not good.
Smoked out of a carrot.
Before. That seems legit though.
Smoked out of an apple. Remember we smoked out of an apple in the car with that cartel dude.
Okay.
Definitely done the apple.
With Deems?
Potato.
Oh, are we talking about with Deemsters?
Oh, we're talking about stuff we've smoked Deemsters out of?
The carrot is a crazy thing in general, though.
You smoked Deemsters out of a carrot, though?
No. I didn't know we were talking about Deemsters. I thought we were just talking about...
Sorry, I didn't either.
No, the carrot pipe was ingenuitive.
Yeah.
They had to hollow out the center and then get the little bowl gun. That was good.
Oh, shit. Deadhead, your girlfriends are here.
Oh, shit. They call it
Bot mamas.
You.
But
hot mamas.
Bot mama. Man, so like I never done it, but I had someone mention in the food industry about using the screen from the faucets.
Oh.
As a bowl in like apples or something.
No, the screens.
Well, the filter, the little screens they're like the same things. They're still the same things as they're the same.
You can push it down in a Chillum if you don't have weed or something.
Well, it's like the same thing they sell as like bong screens.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
they're little copper little things.
I used to think
or brass.
We're getting into all this smoking
like
etiquette, but I used to remember those little. I thought it was fancy. The little glass stoppers in the bowl that kept it from getting clogged up at the bottom. Anyone that had one of those was really being a connoisseur
but
about
you gotta
it.
like,
and I would always lose that shit or like throw it out.
Put those on beads. I'd seen like vendors that had those too. Like they had the the things. They'd put a bead or a nice bead on it, and it would be just for cleaning bowls out.
Yeah.
What was it called?
You're talking about the little crystal screens.
It's a screen,
Yeah,
but
they
it's
would
just,
call it a screen, but it's just
Oh,
like
it's
this
a
little.
bead?
It's like a little
That's
bead
what you
with like
said.
little things.
Yeah, it looks
poking
like a
off
little
the
star
arms.
or
Yeah.
mine.
you have to keep it like upright.
And it's
to
weird,
smoke
like,
with
but
it.
then you have it's more maintenance when you're just trying to
Yeah.
smoke
And
a fucking bowl. Get out of here!
Super dirty. Yeah, you just get a good bowl.
Just get a good bowl and like let it build up naturally to where it's got a natural stopper point on it, and then you clean it out from there.
Yeah.
Now, I miss doing the ritual of dabbing though, like having a toolkit. You feel like you like
never
break out
got
different. Break out different things. You got different types of heads. You got titanium. You got glass.
I like a good nectar collector.
Yeah.
I've never smoked DMT out of one of those.
When you're doing the bulb, you're picking. You got your tools. This is a lot going on. And the torch and shit. It's
distinct
it's a whole
memories
thing.
of like the first times doing dabs over at old Beeger's house.
Yeah. I associate a lot with certain people.
So like, well, he was the first one that he gave me my first dab. He took my dab virginity.
Yeah.
My
Dabity.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm
he's a
saying?
collector though. He'll push the.
And he got me fucked up, and like every time he would fucking dab me out, dude.
Too
So it's
big.
like I'm like almost
glob?
puking. I just remember so many times walking from his couch into his little bathroom and like almost puking in his
From
toilet
coughing?
from coughing so hard.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, I definitely puked.
a lot of I don't know why people do that. Like a lot of people that are really into dabs find it's fun to give you something
to dab you out, but that's not fun.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they would do it on their own term.
Yeah,
they smoke. I don't know. There's a difference in the obviously the intake.
Well, you
level.
want to get someone real high. I mean,
it is
I get
honestly like something else. It's as close to like a drug as I feel like weed gets.
Yeah.
I mean,
that edibles
right
get
there.
dangerous.
I mean, oh my god, it's
high
just
levels,
like
though.
ridiculous. I mean, it's like Xanax.
well, yeah. I mean, like
But it's weed.
It was just getting dangerous. Like we knew people that had collapsed lungs and shit from that because people were dabbing too big, too hard,
dabbing
man.
too hard. You're going
There
too
for a
hard in
while.
the dab, bro.
And they
When
don't know how to.
when like BHO was popular.
I was about to say they didn't really.
Which-
they're extracting it.
Yeah, before CO2, everything was butane, and people that didn't get it cleaned out all the way, it would expand too much in their lungs. They take it too big of a hit,
Yeah.
and with the butane in there, it just like
not good.
it collapsed their lungs once they. It would be hours later. We knew a guy that it was like at the grocery
it one
store
of our
hours
friends?
later that it actually collapsed. Like it took that long to set in, but
Oh, I knew a kid that had a collapse.
Did he? What happened? Did they fix it?
I don't
They puff
remember.
it back out. Did he die?
No, it's just
know.
like
I don't
they're just not
remember.
100% after that.
The lung just stays collapsed. They
It
can't
doesn't work
repuff
right.
it.
It doesn't work right.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably. I mean, I don't know.
Give me one of those bionic lungs.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
They have to give you something external.
He's in
breathe
the,
for
what's
you.
it called? The iron lung.
But yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was getting too heavy. Like I've
Yeah.
fainted from ones before. Have fainted from just a bowl before, or just a bong. I stood up too quick,
Yeah.
and fell. That was
Yeah.
a new. Do you remember that? You were with me when I fell. I kind of fell face first after ripping a big bong.
Where was this at?
I think it was New Mexico,
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
and I just stood up
Yeah.
too big with it. While I was exhaling, and my mind went nope.
I really wished I'd
But
tried to.
one time but one of the times I fainted and I dabbed, I was alone, and that one scared me.
Oh,
that was when I
God.
lived in Santa Cruz, and no one was in the house, and I woke up from it and being like, dude,
Why
I
did
could
you
have,
pass out?
I'd hit my head falling, on something. I think
you
it was in the
were-
bathroom. I mean, I hit my head on the sink or something. I can't remember what.
So it was
Wait,
from exhaling.
what now? You
It
did
was from dabbing out, and I fainted. I remember it was like right next to the bathroom or in the bathroom there.
Yeah.
And then I woke up just a moment later, probably.
Holy
but
shit.
like with my head hurting and thinking like, oh fuck, if I had hit the wrong thing, I could have had a concussion
Or died.
with no one here.
Yeah.
That one was a close.
Did
Yeah.
you rethink your life choices?
I pulled back on the dabs
You're
a
being
little bit.
dramatic.
I thought you had to be like, and then I ripped another dab and I felt better. So
Yeah.
I didn't stop dabbing, but
I'll
that
never
was
Yeah,
just
you just
stupid.
passed out.
And
you
I was
just-
walking around too. I was like, you can't just dab out like being all
You need a
cool walking
spotter.
around doing
You need
shit.
a spotter. You need to at least be sitting down.
Yeah, at
Or
least be
someone
sitting
behind
down.
you with the arms out like a forklift.
I know that doesn't happen often, but I also get what's it called when you get lightheaded a lot, whatever, vertigo kind of shit.
Okay.
I get that sometimes. So it's like when you throw a big bong rip or a big dab on it, my head just quits
Get
working.
woozy.
It
Need
just
a
is
fainting
like this
pillow.
is too much.
My
man.
brain decides to take a nap sometimes.
Yeah, I'm done doing
I don't-
dabs with Toby. He just faints.
I'm not. I'm
He's a
see, like
fainting
I'm not
goat.
afraid of heights, but there's some times where we'd be working on roofs where like I'd start getting little dots and stuff,
yeah,
you know, and be like, oh shit, I gotta lay on this roof or
woozy.
get down. If we're not allowed to get down, just lay down.
I realize all the time. Anytime I'm like, I'm not afraid of heights, but I feel like I'm sensitive to heights.
Okay.
I'll be like 20 feet up and like, ho ho, like. I mean,
You got some height intolerance.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, come on now, stop shaking.
Chill out.
Yeah, just walk it.
I mean, I'm not like boldly leaning over a cliff. I'm like creeping up.
If I'm sober, like if I haven't smoked weed at all and I'm not in my right mind, I'm fine. I'm fine at heights.
Yeah.
Like I'm not shaky. Like I can lean over. I'm
Okay.
good. But if I've
you're
smoked
stoned.
anything at all, I'm like, oh god, no.
Yeah. I can't.
And then
I cannot look down.
no.
No, I don't like. That's what
I
makes
like to
that's
look
what,
down,
I like to look down.
but I
too.
like
No,
to
I
be
don't.
up. I don't. Again, I'm
I
not
like-
like.
Anything, like I said, anything
careful.
over 20 feet, I'm just like,
I've always embraced the call of the void.
Call of death.
no, it's the call of the void. It's that thing that's inside of you that's like
cognitive dissonance.
you could jump
Yeah,
or like.
yeah. Drive
Yeah.
off. Drive off.
I mean, but
this-
everybody feels that. Like
call of
everybody,
the
yeah,
wild.
everyone has that cognitive dissonance.
No, isn't it called the call of the void
Oh, I
or
don't
something
know.
like that? It's that.
That's scary as fuck.
the
but,
intrusive
yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
not
definitely.
even. It's that kind of
I
thing.
could
But
die
it's
right now.
it's like it's having the control over it,
Or the
almost,
awareness.
or like the awareness of it. Yeah, absolutely. So it's not like I'm gonna do it. I'm never gonna do it, but it doesn't make me afraid to like look over a ledge when I'm like sure of my footing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
But I think a lot of people look over and like, wow, that's so far away, and this is beautiful. You're like, I'm gonna kill myself. Right now. It's just weird that your mind goes there first, but I get it.
definitely
I do
not
get
the
it.
I'd seen
only
some-
one.
I'd seen some videos of some like
How
Asian
dare
people.
you try to alienate me?
No,
Well,
I got
I
it.
look
I
over,
thought it was
but-
other stuff. You know, like. No, I think
You're like on
everyone
a
thinks that
house
stuff.
roof. You're like, I can kill myself.
Yeah, you just,
Yeah, it's like literally any ledge. I'm like standing
I would
on the
die.
sidewalk.
A deck.
I can figure this
You're like,
out.
a deck.
Yeah.
I at least
I could
break
die
my
from
neck.
anywhere
Yeah,
I
I
fall.
could do.
If
Also-
I fucking jackknife,
dude, not all my family, at least a couple of my family have gotten, like one of them got really injured off of like not a very high fall, I thought, and he worked on like roofs all the time.
yeah.
I mean, and he's also fallen from like high up, right? Like he's fallen from like 30 feet. Maybe
pretty
even
high.
40. Yeah, and he was fine. Broke his fucking I don't know, his back. He broke something really bad, falling off of 10 feet. He just fell on
shit.
his back and broke his shit. Like not even that high at all. I mean, maybe it was 8 feet. I just remember being like, damn.
He fell funny.
Yeah, he fell funny.
I got fucking one time when I was working on the leaves when we first hear the gutters.
Yeah.
Xena was in the shower. I got trapped on the roof because our ladder fell, and I was
no.
screaming for her, calling her, and she was in the shower the whole time. So I had to do like a jump to the side, but I didn't do it right. And I
Parkour.
fucked up my ankle. Oh, I'd never done. I didn't know. I don't know how to roll.
Was it on this roof?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was over here. It was off the back.
Then I had to
jumped
blame
and
her
did
for
to the
this.
side instead of a.
You
I don't know how to tuck and roll.
yourself down onto the back porch there.
Was it a hot?
the
You
back porch?
you mentioned a double hop.
No, you can't get up on that part.
I had
That's
to
like
jump
really-
over to the chimney, and then I jumped off the chimney.
No, I was just on the edge and like hung my feet off, and then like did that.
Did you
and
break?
then
Wait,
jumped
did you
to the
break,
side?
Did you hurt your ankle?
Yeah, I fucked up my ankle,
You
So,
sprained
did
it?
you-
and I was mad. I was mad.
Yeah, you
right?
blamed it. I blame you.
Because you never have. You gotta have a spotter. That's the thing, right? When
Yeah.
you're doing anything in heights.
Did
or
you
with
take your
dabs.
phone up there with you?
Yeah, I called
Wait,
her.
so
I was
how
calling
did-
her a bunch.
Then why didn't you just wait?
I don't know. I didn't know what was going on.
It was a snap decision.
Pissed.
It was a long shower.
I had shit to do.
I had to go. No, I had to poop.
I just couldn't believe. I don't know.
Hey, I broke my ankle. I had to go poop. I was knocking on the door.
Well, I do have a kind
took
of
this
loose.
long-ass shower.
I do have a loose ankle. I used to hurt a lot in sports.
Dude, I saw that video.
I've fucked it up so many times. It just pops out. So does my shoulder.
Oh my god, your shit just pops out.
They just fuck up every once in a while.
I would love to see you fix your arm.
Oh god.
You're like, it's just dislocated.
I've seen you do it.
I can pop it back in, but now that I'm older, it doesn't do it like that. It just takes like a day or so.
Oh,
you can't pop it back in no more.
It's too loose.
No way. Dude,
I don't know. But you had to do that in wrestling all the time. They would have you beat on the ground or beat up against a wall.
I think I've seen that one time where someone like set their arm or something. I was like, dude, that is fucking crazy.
That's goofy, dude.
You just broke your arm back.
Yeah. No,
I watched a video of a guy having his kneecap put back on, like sitting in the little gurney thing, and they've got him outside, and an EMT is like looking at him, and somebody's like, all right, somebody's like holding like the placement of it while it's kind of like hanging off to the side, so his kneecap's kind of like hanging off to the side, and this one dude is like holding it kind of like where they want it to go, and there's another guy who's getting his thumb up under it, and he's just like, what?
Here we go.
At one point, they start with counting him into it. They're like
he's
1,
screaming.
2, 3, and then like start to do it.
Right?
And it didn't go at first.
And then
you
it
always
didn't
go
at
on
first,
2,
and
so-
then it got to a point where they just stopped counting, and they were just like going for it.
Jerking it.
They
That
eventually
reminds me
got it. It was
of
amazing.
Mr. Deeds. You remember?
You're like,
the guy
oh, just
Mr.
fucking
Deeds?
kill me, you guys. 10th try. Just fucking kill me. It hurts
Now, have y'all
every
broken
time.
bones before?
Dude,
Broken bones.
that's what I was
Yeah,
about
I've
to
broken.
mention.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
No, I watch UFC sometimes, and someone got put in an arm bar and dislocated his elbow. And I was positive he broke his arm. He just like leaned back, and then his arm is just fucking flapping, and he's like hitting him with his elbows because he didn't tap. He just dislocated his arm because he wouldn't tap. And he's in there, right?
Yeah.
You know, so
His
and he just
noodle
started.
arm.
Well, yeah, he's getting elbowed because he wouldn't tap out to it, and then
just kept
his
hitting?
arm was just kind of out, but he
They're
broke
like,
his arm.
You're gonna have to
He
break
just-
it off, buddy.
Yeah, dude, and then so like they're announcing after it, and he's like holding his arm, but it's just like fucked up. It's like limp and like wrong
Just a little
angle.
dangler.
And they were like,
that hurts,
They
man.
thought he broke his arm. Like even the announcers were like, well, that arm is broken.
Yeah.
And then-
the fucking Talladega Nights. Break it, Frenchie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to break my arm for this.
Yeah, and then like later
All
in
you
the
have to
night,
say
they
is
were like,
crepes.
Just
I was
say you
so-
like thin pancakes.
Oh, is that all it is?
yeah, they mentioned it later in the night. They're like, it was actually just dislocated, and they fixed it.
He's fine now.
He's gonna fight in 2 months.
He just ran a marathon. He's great.
But yeah, I thought he had a broken arm. He's never not coming back for like a year.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he's backstage now. He's
Career
going-
not ruined. Actually, he came back better.
Yeah, he did, but I just couldn't believe it. Like
knew it.
it's gruesome. Like
That boy was me.
they also break their. Have you ever seen someone break their like actual ankle kicking someone on? Like, have you seen those highlights?
Yeah, where they're like, where
Yeah,
it'll
it's just
and then it just flops.
the kick just keeps going.
Yeah.
it just breaks, and then their foot flaps, and then they try to step on it, and sometimes it'll poke out.
Oh,
Yeah, Houston.
those are bad.
Can you imagine?
Did you have one from karate or anything?
I
No.
broke my toes all the time.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's pretty common. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't karate. They don't kick each other in the legs like that.
Yeah.
No, but like
Not-
when you are kicking people and you're kicking stuff, and if you don't pull your toes back at the right
Yeah.
time and in the right way,
Yep.
you can break something. Or
Yeah.
if one toe goes off where the other ones you've got them pulled back, but you hit something kind of at a weird angle and you can like
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then,
it's like
oh.
it's like soccer.
I broke my pinky toe a lot.
You're not trying to boot anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it hang weird now? Is it off to the side a little bit from being broken?
No, I always had weird toes. I mean, toes are pretty easy to set back where they're at.
Oh, you have
unless
to set
you like
them?
what?
Well, they're broken.
Well, no, right away though. Is that one like,
Usually-
that they have to
I
get
mean,
back?
you can, but like, I mean, if you've broken them, like, you,
At the set
to the
eventually,
hospital.
yeah.
they're basically gonna bind your foot back. You usually have to wear a
Something.
foot wrap for a few days, and then if you can get something to splint it up with.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's not gonna be too bad.
yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of
I've
them healed
never,
on their
never
own,
fully
honestly.
broken a bone. I just got the loose shoulder and loose ankle.
I've never. I was real careful with the kicks.
Yeah.
Just putting them out nice and slow.
Flat.
Yeah.
I always throw flat kicks. You know.
Flat-footed.
Yeah, just the top of your foot. I mean, I
Feels
didn't
like
really
it hurt too.
Yeah, it's dangerous, bro.
I mean,
Are you supposed to do
those
it like
bones
are you
are
supposed
like
to,
more sensitive than the toe bones.
Well,
You're
you know,
supposed to
we
ball
be-
up your toes, kind of like a fist.
no. You're supposed to pull your
there's
toes
a front
back,
kick, yeah,
and you're
the
supposed to
front-
hit them.
Well, that's front. But
Supposed to
yeah,
ball
side
your foot.
kick.
This part of your foot,
Yeah,
right there.
What about the side one? Do you hit right over your ankle?
heel.
It's like you're hitting with like this part of your
Yeah.
foot.
But the top one. Is there no top
The
ones
top-
you're supposed to do?
Well,
That's
when
a
you
round
do
kick.
when you do a front kick, you're hitting with this part of your foot. You're like pushing it
Yeah.
into somebody.
Yeah, it's like a
Side.
jab. It's gut jab.
Side kick like this. Paka!
But yeah, that's the more powerful one. The round kick is the one.
Yeah, where it comes like what? It's an ankle. You're supposed to hit it right above the.
Yeah.
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 That seems like a powerful one.
You're
though, if
also
gonna-
I mean,
You're
like,
not ever in
unless
a
you're
situation.
doing-
You're incredibly flexible. You're not going to be kicking someone's head.
No, you're gonna do a spin roundhouse kick to the fucking face. That's what you're gonna do.
Nice.
I will say I've never done it, but I am not opposed to in a fight
Roundhousing?
kicking someone that's going down. You know, trying to get up.
Okay.
If I've knocked you down, you're trying to get up.
I'm gonna keep hitting you.
kicking. You are kicking. You.
You're
that's
down
not-
by my feet. You're meeting the feet.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Time to meet feet.
I'm going to try. I'm not going to try to kick your head while you're standing.
Well, boot you. I'm gonna heal this boot.
I will
to
say
face.
the front kick is very common, though. I feel like every time I've gotten to a fight, I've thrown a kick. I've thrown a front kick.
Well, I mean, like, they're generally like, I mean, they're powerful.
Yeah,
like
it-
you get
it's-
to like put all of your weight
it's
into
quick.
the like a forward movement.
It's also it's a straight kick, so it's weird to see. It's hard to see. Most people get kicked at least once.
I can take at least one bullet.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like if I've been fighting with someone, I immediately throw the front kick to the stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your go-to move?
Dude,
I
it
would
works.
be thrown. I'll be definitely thrown if I start to fight someone and they throw kicks.
Kick
in there at all. Like,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, that at that point, that's that talking shit. Like you're in my face. You know what I mean? Like,
Throw it on them. I mean, I'd love to be able to do that. I can't kick.
I'll be honest
so
with you. I fucking threw a drink at someone twice. Like I had a beer and I just
Chuck
flung
it at their head.
Dude, I did though. I really
Canned?
did.
Canned
It
beer?
was a Grolsch.
What's that?
It's that swing top.
Swing top glass bottle?
It's Pilsner or it's
Okay.
Kolsch. It's a Kolsch. It's like
All these words.
Say it in a German accent.
Kolsch.
Say it
a
in a way I'll
Kolsch.
understand. Is it a glass
That's
bottle?
a little bit more Russian.
I don't know. Kolsch. Kolsch.
Say some more German sounding stuff like I went to the bar and had a
The Hefeweizen.
and the
I don't know.
and the Kolsch.
Dunkel. The Dunkel. Okay.
We went to the big
Hefeweizen,
garden
Kolsch.
and we had a schnitzel
Kolsch.
and we had a Kolsch.
Schnitzel is dank.
Have you ever had schnitzel?
That's
had that.
chicken fried steak.
I know. Have you ever
really?
had schnitzel in your throssie? Your little throssie?
I have not.
Man, they be doing it with fucking cheese, like a cheese sauce. Schnitzel. The Wiener Schnitzel. That's like a brat.
Yeah.
No, a brat is like a brat. Wiener Schnitzel is. The front kick. So
We are now Joe Rogan.
I was about
light.
to say, we
Yeah.
doing just doing jujitsu talk.
Yeah.
For a minute.
dude, but yeah, so I was at my friend's house and I picked a fight with their neighbor.
Hell yeah, as you do
Now,
when
trash.
someone welcomes you to their home.
Trash.
Just the
trash
idea
move.
of you having like a Coors Light and chucking it ahead and then front kicking them though is a great scene.
It
Dude, okay,
probably
so
did not go down as smooth.
It did go like exceedingly
Exactly.
bad for him. So like I felt pretty justified. He had made it was like the second or third racial comment he made at me that night.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he deserves the front kick.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's just
get
a
him.
fucking dumbass. I mean, they were friends with this neighbor, but I mean, the Asian comments, and then like I think what happened was he's like,
What was he saying?
The last thing he said was, here in America we read left to right, or he's
What,
like,
call
I
you
don't.
Chinese?
I don't know like what he thought I was, but that's what he said. I was like, you know what, fuck you, Hap.
Yeah. Dude.
And I slipped-
Oh shit! It was
Here in
Hap.
America.
Yeah, I remember him.
I didn't really know him well.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I would ever have to like socially see him.
Yeah.
But we were never cool after this, by the way.
Which is weird. I mean, I always knew
He's a
him to
good
be
guy.
kind of a nice guy. Yeah. I never.
He's an
Just
asshole when
racist.
he's drunk.
Okay.
So he would just get shit faced.
Had a problem.
Yeah, he's being an ass when he was drunk. But so I threw my beer a little bit at him, and mind you, it's like about a pint.
Yeah.
In like a very thick glass jar with a swing top.
That's a good jar.
It's a it's a premium beer.
Yeah.
So I'll get there anyway, and I slung the beer on him, trying to antagonize a fight at that point.
Yeah.
And then I did it again, and then he was coming at me.
Oh, so you were just ready.
I was, I fucked him up.
Talking shit.
Well, I made a decision to fight him, and I didn't, I guess, want to just sucker punch him.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just talking shit, throwing beer on him, and he came up, and I front kicked him.
Hell yeah. And speaking of front kicks, let's front kick y'all with some truth. What's up, guys? If you haven't yet, hit the like button. So we've got our buddy Eddie Kid here in the chat, and he said stop that. That's some wanker shit. None of you saw the Dead. Who saw the original Dead?
Oh, you want to get to it?
And then he yeah. So what we're gonna do is you're kind of proving the point.
That's what I was gonna say.
Which is fucked up because you killed Jerry.
Okay, but being a dead Nazi and like holding it so high is that's what you're kind of making the joke yourself there.
So what we're referencing when we're talking about the title, so there's this, we're going to watch this Bob Weir interview and kind of talk about it, but in there, like, everybody's probably seen the excerpt here that Bob said that Jerry was disgusted with the people that put him on a pedestal and kind of acted like he was a god.
It was counterproductive
for him, and it was kind of like one of the things that led to like
potentially dangerous.
Yeah, for him to like kind of like seclude himself and like go inward and
think Elvis or Jim Morrison.
Yeah, it happens to people like that you give this kind of like Houston kept saying Buddha like status. Like there's a toll
like
that can take on people, especially since they're just fucking people. So that's kind of actually what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's why you're calling it out. Jerry would be pissed at this podcast.
Whatever. It's clear. Again, it's meant to clear. We'll get to it in a second. We're about to get into it.
Yeah.
It's clickbait. Don't be so triggered.
Yeah, don't. It's a fucking comedy show, dude. Chill out.
We're just thinking.
But so I kicked the guy a second time in the stomach. Sorry, I just want to conclude the story.
Yeah.
So and like that's what I meant when I get you at least once. I hit him, nailed him with the front kick. He was expecting it because I was still talking shit. Threw another one.
Yeah.
He caught it, and I stopped. He was trying to take me down, and I was hopping, and I had the beer in my hand, and I fucking hit him over the head with it, and we both went down. And then I started punching him.
Okay.
But it was the only time I've ever hit someone with a glass bottle.
Yeah.
It didn't break. It just brained him.
That's the worst. It's
better
if it breaks.
I saw him like later that weekend at another party.
Yeah, and you shook hands.
I tried to be friendly with him.
Okay.
Didn't kick it.
Well, I didn't fuck with him, but I also was like, hey, how you doing? He didn't have a patch on it, though.
Yeah. So Eddie says, I do not idolize Jerry, you fucks.
Well, we don't hate you.
So we were trying to decide whether we were going to say we killed Jerry or you killed Jerry.
Yeah.
We thought you would be more just like racy.
Yeah, a little bit more racy because we're still like, you know.
So we are the you. We are also in the you.
Yeah, don't be so
explore
offended.
How we killed him. Yeah, of course we didn't get him addicted to fucking heroin for 20 years.
And chili dogs and fucking milkshakes. We didn't do that. But no, the thing was that like
the weight of it.
It's okay to be easy, bro. Like nobody's attacking you.
Also,
there's no reason to come in with the heat, bro. You can be a part of the conversation or you can go watch something else. But like chill out a little bit. You're amongst family and friends.
Yeah, dude, we're just chilling.
I don't know how pissed he is, but also, there was another like aspect to it, to where obviously it was something that he did that he loved, and he spent most of all of his time doing it. You know what I mean?
What, heroin?
No, playing music.
Yeah.
He never took time off, except for when he was in the coma. He never stopped. Yeah. He always was playing shows, you know? And I don't know if he felt the pressure to give that to the audience, like he had to do that for people when he probably should have taken time for himself, because he rarely did. He took some vacations occasionally.
Well, and he went to rehab the couple times.
I mean, he could have taken a year or two off to try to get right. But he never spent any time.
But that's the thing, though, is that like he was still a person. He was still fallible. He made all these mistakes. Again, these were his choices, and they were like, objectively, they're not great choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking tooting and basing heroin and
what do you want more than anything in the world? Chili cheese dogs and heroin. And milkshakes.
And milkshakes, please.
All day.
Yeah, if I could have that.
All day.
I get it.
What's the best thing I could eat? I haven't eaten in days. Like a camel, but with chili cheese dogs and ice cream.
I haven't had a chili cheese dog in a minute.
Fucking like
best,
a Sonic chili cheese dog or some
nasty but
shit.
decadent at the same time.
It's so fucking shit.
It's indulgent. Well, that was the thing though. Is like, what's the famous Jerry quote? I've opted for fun in this lifetime. So it was taking that kind of like it's not necessarily hedonistic, but it's kind of in that vein of like not necessarily self-serving, but that self-gratification, that like that letting yourself overindulge or
it is. I would consider it decadent, overly decadent.
Yeah, just like
impulsive and
also
indulgent.
Like what? So like
because
crunchy.
That's got to be a hard thing to fucking cope with, right? Like you not understanding that like you and your friends were like in a drug blues band. And then shit just popped the fuck off, and now all of a sudden you're promoted to this like legend status within your lifetime.
Yeah.
And just to deal with it, I guess, like trying to kind of zone out with some drugs so you can get through the shows.
Well, like at the height of their popularity, it was I imagine so isolating for them too. When they were playing arenas.
Yeah.
Like so they have their tight group, and it's. He's just constantly getting high, isolating himself, playing music, and then it just full time. You know what I mean? Like in the 80s, he was pretty like in the throes of it. Like, you know what I mean? And the 80s was so bad that it made the 90s cautious and like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, obviously, like, people weren't feeding, like, none of us were feeding, I don't know. But like I don't even know.
I think it's more of a coping mechanism. I think it was used more as like a coping mechanism of like the time that you have for yourself is used in this way to kind of like self-soothe, like with drugs and with food, like with whatever his flavor of the moment was. It seemed to be just that kind of like that, like, okay, well, this is my moment to myself. Like, need to like really stock up on this me time.
Maybe he wasn't too much too fast.
Yeah. Also, like categorically, he was a pretty absent father. That's part of it too.
Well, he's got to work all the time.
He was always on the road.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
It's like you can come with me or not.
They didn't.
I'm going.
Yeah, they didn't. But
you could have totally gone with kids on the Dead tour.
Well, when you see their interviews, he loved us, but he just wasn't around very often in their early childhood.
Okay, so Eddie wants to know our bona fides. Can you guys please tell me your expertise with the Dead and this subject? I am not being ageist or gatekeeper, but before you come in, you better tell me everything
Watch
you know.
Our whole podcast, dude.
Look at any other content on our channel, dude.
They want to know what our qualifications.
To be talking about this is. That's fine.
I mean, personally, my connection was more with like Grateful Dead family, with being close.
You really don't have to explain.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I was just saying.
This is not some random thing we know nothing about.
Yeah, this isn't just like
he wants our bona fides.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm quick to defend.
Yeah, we're bona fide. I think we're bona fide.
I get like that too.
Yeah, we're
when you
bona fide.
Don't owe shit to people. That
there's this
troll I had yesterday that I want to show you guys.
Oh, was he being rough with your butt?
That was he was pretty crazy.
Tell me it's the worst deals.
Dude,
I feel like out of the luck of the interactions, you got that one motherfucker that like
this
fucks with you on the copyright.
Yeah, that's a different
he copyrights
dude.
your shit.
This was the dude on my Instagram who, so recently we just got sponsored by Isotope with a bunch of stuff, and they asked me to start posting more, and they asked if I could put a few dollars behind them with stuff with their products in it, and so I made a post and boosted it, and he started out with saying, he just went in hard right away with like. You shouldn't be doing this. You should quit. You suck. Shit like that. And I was like, whoa, out of nowhere.
Am I on Reddit? Get out of here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Ban him.
And I basically was like, you shouldn't be talking shit to musicians if you're a DJ. I started there. And then I was
looked
just
his ass up.
Yeah, I wanted to see who he was.
Return
it was
fire.
Like, you can't. So I started there, and then just got with like.
I can't believe you just didn't kick him out.
So I just was showing it, and then I was like, you'd probably be a fan of our channel. Go check it or whatever.
I can't believe you were interacting with him.
It just after I said that, it upset him so much, and he spent a minute going through all my posts.
Oh shit! We just got called snowflakes. That's a red flag on you, buddy.
Snowflakes. All right,
he asked a legit question. Well, I mean, like so first off, I've been playing the music for half of my life. It has literally fed me and kept me alive. I'm in 3 Dead tributes.
But you don't owe it to him, right?
I don't. But like,
if you're new to the channel,
if you're new, dude, like we get it. We get that this stuff means a lot to you. It means a lot to a lot of people. That's why we're talking about it.
You shouldn't be weird about it.
Yeah,
also,
man,
I mean,
it's cool, dude.
Yeah, but let's watch the video. Let's watch some fucking Bob Weir. Like, this is where it's coming from anyway.
No, let me tell you.
What band? I'm in a band called St. Owsley. I'm wearing.
Dude, we're not going to tell you everything.
No, I'm going to say a plug. I'm going to say a plug. You can get these hoodies on realbird.company.site. You can also check us out on the channel. You can watch our shows because we live stream all of them for free to the channel for our Deadhead family. And I also teach I have some of the more popular Grateful Dead guitar lessons on YouTube. I've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah. I mean, we've been listening to it our whole life.
We've been fucking with family and doing this shit since we were teenagers.
Yeah. We'll get there. So, like, is it this first interview?
Let me finish the guy. So the guy went through and he went on all my videos. He found all my music ones first, and then on every one, he was like, he would just leave some snarky comment. You should quit.
Oh, he went through and commented on old
the
stuff.
face tats for this, laughing, kind of shit like that. But through everything, I had to delete a few because he went on like my dog's one and then other shit saying, just saying some fucked up shit on every one.
Oh my god!
I deleted a bunch of them, all the ones that seemed like.
Oh, you had yourself a little John Rose.
Did you block him?
Hectic. Well, no. What I ended up doing was like he answered one. The last thing he said was like. If you're sponsored by Isotope, how do I have more followers than you? Trying to again, just being a dick.
Oh, is he he's probably tried to hit up Isotope.
And then literally I was like
salty.
I was so nice by this point because I'm just not affected by some fucking DJ who has nothing better to do. And I was like, you don't have anything better to do. Thanks for the engagement. Keep it up or something like that. And then I told him and I was like, no, I work on YouTube, not on here. And I think he went and looked up our YouTube and quit.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened because he's like, oh, fuck, I should have been nice to him. He plays music and shit. It's like, don't you, couldn't he have reached out to me and been like, yo, don't you want to work with people or leave them alone?
Yeah. Why was this on TikTok? What was
it? It was on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay.
I just don't understand the guy who's like, just so mad,
because
typing away for hours.
He's not spending time working on his own music. He's worried about what other people are doing.
Yeah,
he's doing that comparison game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because like people that come out with that kind of stuff, they're upset with like instead of putting the time in and the work in to do their own thing and make their own path.
Why aren't you making DJs?
They're like what they can do in that moment or what they feel they can do. Again, it's another kind of coping mechanism because they're upset with themselves. They're going to be like, I'm going to take out my frustrations with my inability to get a hold of my shit. I'm gonna take that out on this person.
Yeah,
that doesn't even know who
their own insecurities. But the sad thing is that he saw that I had a few very little followers and wanted to punch down. Don't you punch up though?
No, we're actually not. I mean, it's not about being sensitive, Eddie. It's about being an adult and not putting up with bullshit that you don't have to.
Is Toby being sensitive or what's the sensitive snowflake
this dude was just commenting on everything, he trolled me for a while.
Yeah,
there. It was annoying, and I was like, "Fucking get off!"
Was this for days or one night?
No, it was yesterday. It was just one day.
Oh, it was yesterday.
Oh, he just got infatuated with you, and
at the end, I was like, "Wait, is he a fan? He's listening to all my music."
Were you doing a live or how did he?
No, it was just from a post.
Was it on your private or was it on your own Instagram or?
Yeah, it was just from a post I put up of me playing a song that I wrote. I mean, it was just a cool little clip from a song I was writing.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, it's not a big deal, but I thought it was cool. And I just don't understand. I would never see something and just start
shitting on
it.
Yeah.
Why? Just move on.
Yeah. You've had some bad luck with that random stuff.
Yeah, I'm so hateable, dude.
I didn't really think about how
Yeah, see, this
how
dude
this
hates
topic.
me now. I literally, it's just.
I didn't realize it was going to be such a controversial topic. I thought it was going to be funnier than it's been.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it funny.
It is what it is.
It's funny.
No, everyone gets it.
No, everyone I think so, right? It. Yeah, I mean, as long as Deadhead gets it.
Yeah.
Dead and Dabber need to.
But yeah, Elvis had it really bad.
Well, dude, okay, so that's another thing where it's like you've got these people that you've elevated to this kind of status because again, like whether some people want to say otherwise, it is kind of like a general consensus that people do definitely. The Grateful Dead is a fucking religion.
Yeah, it's more than celebrity.
That wasn't even our words. That's from the interview that the title was named after. I mean, so we can get into it. Let's just.
It's more than a celebrity, man. Yeah, I totally believe Jerry was a victim of his success. You know.
Yeah. So let's see what this is about.
Every now and again, something wakes me up in the middle of the night and says, "No, you got to get up. Nope, you're not going back to bed. You're getting up. Yep, you're going to have to sit down with the guitar." And
Bob Weir.
Yeah,
what do you think he's got going
comes
on?
to you've got to do it. Is it
weed?
a challenge?
Still? He might still.
The Blank Page is the greatest challenge life has to offer. As far as
I've heard some weird rumors about Bob before.
Okay.
I mean,
he hangs out at fucking Bohemian Grove. Like what? What are we talking about?
We were hearing a story from someone about him and a few other people from Dead & Co. like working on this cartoon that they're trying to make, and then just like heavily dosing everyone in the house. And this was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I still think every once in a while they get a little wild.
I mean, I feel like people feel like they have to do that. Probably. I just wondered how much he still does. You know?
Yeah. I mean, probably not a lot.
Yeah,
but so he probably microdoses.
Yeah, so I've heard some weird stuff too about him.
Hold up. Okay, so are we actually gonna watch any of this?
Let's get in.
Okay.
I just thought he kind of seemed fucked up.
I mean, he's old.
Are we trying to find? I know. I've heard them about postponing dates or canceling dates because he was getting bad on heroin.
Yeah.
I've heard like, and that's like lot rumors. Like I've heard that at shows.
What is worth saying? What's worth saying anymore? Especially in an era where it's just wall to wall universal output and everybody's saying something. When you're writing a song, you're writing something that can't be said with words alone, can't be done with music alone. It takes words and music.
Okay.
Maybe offer
so poignant.
A new insight into something that's otherwise been said.
Oh, this is like we're just piecemealing this together. We're like, dude, there's some
edits.
Cuts.
Yeah. Oh, you can't say that. Yeah. No.
Those new insights are, they're hard to find. They're hard to come by.
Satisfying.
The sideburns are incredible.
Yeah. Is there a particular metaphor in being in the band, or is it what you know? Is that why you're right about being in a band? Because that's what you know, what you've known since you were a teenager.
Well, yeah, it's if I'm going to speak from experience, I'm going to probably have to couch it in terms of the fact that all I've ever known is this existence. I've been a performing musician all my days, and some people.
It's an awesome thing to say. He did start incredibly young.
He's 15.
It really is all he's known.
Yeah. All his days.
Yeah.
That's a 15-year-old ass thing to say. I don't think he ever really grew up either. I think he's fucking Peter Pan.
Once you get taken care of.
I wonder what kind of car he drives.
From time to time, given to the notion Tesla. That I'm speaking from my own experience, when really, in reality, I'm speaking from some sort of mythical place when I
nice. Those
when
Robert
that
Hunter
character
lyrics
comes through me.
Yeah.
When
Robert Hunter wrote words for me
back there.
Who drove the Ferrari? Was it Phil?
And
someone had a Ferrari.
I'm doing
I know he had an orange convertible.
Step through. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not there. Or
apparently got a bunch of speeding tickets.
I'm out of the picture. But every now and again, I sort of creep back into view. I look at my hands or something, and I come back into view.
That's pretty meta.
And so I have to make some attempt to understand this character, and my only frame of reference is traveling and playing music.
That was a rough cut.
Trying to make it work.
They're trying to just make sense out of what he's saying. This is
Joe Biden.
This is strange.
Yeah, he's got some
So is this the interview where he says it?
Yeah. If I had to tell him anything, I'd just tell him good luck. That's
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about his younger self.
One of the things I've heard, though, is that,
nice.
you know, the harder you work, the more luck you have.
Salty down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm not real shy about working. I will put my shoulder to the wheel. You know, I'm as lazy as the next guy.
Nice.
But I found something that I love doing, and that helped me overcome my basic laziness. And once I get into it, I can't stop. After working at this for as many years as I have, a lot more doors are open to me now. I'll be stir-fried if I'm gonna.
I'll be stir-fried. All right.
I love that one.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, I wondered what he was. What
Do you think he's got cue cards? Like he's just got these fucking idioms for everything.
He just remembers little trippy phrases.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is to me. But I haven't heard much sustenance.
Yeah, that's good. I'll be stir-fried.
If you worked for your entire life to
pretty
be
good
able
gig.
to work with a symphony orchestra on a meaningful level, how can you pass that up?
Is any of this at all related to the fact that
Can we talk about how well manicured this man's mustache is? Just right above that lip.
Show
just
business.
look at that. It perfectly frames that thin little lizard lip.
Yeah. No, that's
Look at that.
I don't know what studio produced this, but you know, they cleaned him up.
This is CBS.
I was going to say
soon.
his eyebrows are trimmed.
that you see things
Bob's
that maybe you would
not.
have
No, look at
he
him.
is scraggly.
because he left so soon.
Well, he left some unfinished business.
You talking about Jerry?
And I'm going to do my best. We were partners. I'm going to do my best to tidy some stuff up for him. He was a dear friend of mine.
I bet that was a weird few years immediately after.
Let's listen to him talk about
He sang
this.
his songs, you sang your songs, you now sing his songs as well.
Yeah, those songs need to live, and they need to live and breathe and grow because they're living critters. If I may wax hippie metaphysical for you, not long ago, Dre came to me and
They were like, no.
He does this from time to time.
That's just a
And
riff.
he wanted
They just had to get
introduce
that in.
to me a song. It was a jazz ballad, I think, that we were going to sing a duet on, and he invited the song into the room, and
Okay.
No, they're talking about their entities.
it was like an enormous ethereal kind of English sheep.
What?
It came in and it sniffed
Nice.
me, and you know, I buried
Aerial
it
sheepdog.
around a little bit, and we
Literally.
back and
He's
forth
talking
a little bit,
literally.
and we immediately got established a little rapport there, and then we settled in and we started singing it, and a song is a living critter. The characters in those songs are real. They live some other world. They live in some other world, and they come and visit us through the musicians, through the artists.
You almost said ether.
Who have dedicated their lives to being that medium.
It is very like a ritual.
And inviting those critters from other worlds to come and visit our world. And, and
That's gonna be
entertain the
clipped out.
folks, 'cause that's all they want to do is they want to meet us, and we meet them. That's
Oh, wait,
what we
pause.
do.
Dude, okay, again, like the cuts are gonna kill me because this said this is the extended interview, but it's like there's like so
Yeah, it's
many
not
little
the
clips
full.
like in the middle of sentences to form other sentences.
I want to clip this out and be like what Bob Weir thinks about aliens. They're little critters and they're coming to visit us, and we got to be cool with them. They're coming through music.
They want to
Like,
meet
what?
us. Yeah, that's a really interesting way of viewing it. That it has its own.
It just
Intelligence.
seems
Well,
like-
what's fucked up is that like I agree with him. I
see
agree
it.
with him. I get I
I don't like how he's saying it though.
you're making it sound weird.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees, but you're making it
Yeah.
weird. No, I mean I've always felt that way because like even in like being homeless and on the road and shit, like while we're actually playing these songs, you end up kind of living out aspects of the songs, or you can like you can metaphorically like graft them onto your own experiences, like see through lines from the stories, like the in your own life, and then like especially with bringing them in, like when you're like transmuting the music itself, when you're playing the songs, like it definitely kind of ends up taking over a bit. It's a different thing. You're not necessarily like.
I like that the characters live in this other realm though, because like again, there's kind of a basic theory that like spoken word can manifest in other universes and stuff like that. So there would be a universe that like people lived in, I suppose, that really exists on some level.
Well, yeah, and we open the portals when we play the songs.
They're like windows.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't a story about them. It was there because of the story. They come from the story. So it's like when
and
the
it
words
does
were
feed
spoken.
into the lifestyle as well.
Now we're talking like that. He's rubbed off on us.
Change over time.
That's so
and that's certainly
specific.
something that you've
English
done throughout
sheepdog.
your musical career. A song isn't the same way twice often. There's certainly many other artists. There's a song, it's a record, you perform it exactly as it is on the record or the fans aren't going to be happy.
That's the way some folks do it. That would be
Forgot the words.
way too restrictive for the songs that come through us to
the critters.
Our world. I guess some songs want to be the way they are and don't want to grow and don't
Very artistically convenient.
Yeah,
songs fault.
Yeah,
they don't want to grow.
I guess
be that way anymore.
they pick other artists because they know that they'll be exactly the way that they want to be.
It's a lot of work. Why take this on?
I think it's just got to get done. Bach made something of a career of dressing up gypsy fiddle tunes. And
can we check that?
Our music more or less comes from folk roots, but we halfway dressed it up and made it, I guess, what you'd call popular music, but
of the time.
That extra step to put it into the classical realm, it illustrates to me that that there's a continuum from folk music all the way through the most formal classical music. Nice. Giancarlo has managed to put on a page what it.
What's he on? What's he fucked up on? Can we start taking
years. I think it's just years of being spaced out.
Yeah.
You think that's just how he wakes up? Is this just like super early in his day?
Yeah,
I
would have to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Still dreaming a little bit.
What it was that we were reaching for when we were playing, because we all always
also
had
that's
this,
a very dignified
harmonic notion of what we were up to. That was always going on when we were playing. If I was playing a line, I was thinking, horns would love this. This is a horn line, and Jerry would hear it, or the guys in the band would hear it that way. But now,
you're playing a horn line?
we can actually assign it to horns. Our body of work, the Grateful Dead's body of work, really does stand up to considerable scrutiny and passes a lot of tests with flying colors. Nice. I'm not saying it's perfect, nothing is, but I had...
but it is.
I had no doubt that he would find that he would find some depth when he started looking. But he sure as hell did start looking.
Who's he talking about?
He's talking about Jerry.
He dove in deep, and he understands about as well as anyone who wasn't actually on stage playing it what it is that we were up to, and what it was that we were reaching for. He was able to really supply what it is that we were reaching for, because we couldn't get there with a six-piece band. You need that big machine, the symphony orchestra, to really ring the bells that we were looking to ring.
But a symphony orchestra is a much different machine than a six-piece band. Yeah. With all kinds of discipline that you haven't generally had in your music. Improvisational,
don't be
loose, no real
being a
leader
yuppie, dude.
often.
Yeah. Your stuff is not like your songs.
You're not an orchestra.
They're kind of weird. Your songs are long. You know that, right?
Yeah, people in orchestras have gone to school for this.
Yeah.
You guys know you're trash.
I can't listen to it.
You've said Philharmonic Orchestra or whatever. Philharmonic, you've said classic
you just
symphony.
play a section of the song until everybody's had enough of it, and then you move on. when you're working with a symphony orchestra, it has to be on the page. It has to be written.
He has worked with symphony orchestra, hasn't he?
Well, this is for the tour he's about to do or the shows he's about to do.
Certain sections of the songs and extending them.
He's ready. They've just got him propped up.
As we feel like doing. And we have some techniques that we're exploring. Boy, it's really kind of exciting.
So the count for this
Is
one
he the
is-
Biden of the counterculture?
Giancarlo.
Go to
Is he the counterculture President Biden?
I guess
That's how
so.
it starts.
Just
there is an extra
leaning
there is a
in.
fake count.
In the rehearsal, we see Giancarlo. He's the boss. What's that like? As much as there's been a boss in your bands recently, you've been the boss. What's it like
that
to have somebody
sarcastic?
else up there telling you what to do?
Well, I'm used to that because
Yeah, I was gonna
Jerry
say,
and I
Jerry-
used to pretty much run the show. When Jerry was singing, I was more or less the de facto band leader. When I was singing, Jerry was more or less the de facto band leader. That was the mode of operation, to some degree. If somebody else had the goodie, as we say,
Is that the juice?
at any given point, then they would take over that role.
Okay.
Otherwise, our normal operational mode was that the guys in the band would more or less focus on two things: the body language of the guy who was singing the song, and then the direction of the other frontman who was more or less, it was his job to kind of dictate the dynamics, and it was all very loosely done.
He's just like, he's scrambling.
Yeah, he's not
he
talking
has
about
to set
Giancarlo anymore. He's
Yeah.
like, what's it like being ran by Giancarlo? He's like, when Jerry was I was definitely...
I was the leader when Jerry was singing, and he was the leader when I was singing, and when we were improving, we were just looking at each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So I'm used to working with somebody anyway, and it's not like Giancarlo's the boss. It's because really the boss is the character in the
What's really
song.
boss
Yeah.
about it?
Both Giancarlo and I serve the character in the song.
Hey, we're all getting
but
paid
he's
here, man.
watching my body language
He's watching my butt, and I'm watching his butt.
and feeling me out.
Feeling each other out.
Okay, I'm just wondering what he's going to say about Jerry then.
Yeah, I'm wondering where this is coming, because this is the one that
the
they
guy,
reference.
as opposed to the guy in the song, and seeing where I figure where I've sort of intuited where the character in the song wants to take the
I never heard that
take the
used like
tune,
that.
and then he directs the rest, me and the rest of the band to
so
to go
obsessed
there
with this, like,
in a way that
This
he,
is how he
knows
talks.
will happen, and then we have a back and forth with the orchestra that we just sort of feel out. It's a complicated arrangement.
It's complicated, really.
You wouldn't
It's like-
understand.
All the
It's-
orchestra players are going to have music in front of them for everything.
This is
for every
literally an
song.
orchestra.
Yeah,
You don't read music.
Right.
I can't.
I agree words.
I'm
Either will say
very,
it.
I'm very embarrassed about it. So thank you. I've got no fucking sense of smell.
Yeah,
Thanks
which one's
for
got a
bringing that
poet
up.
writing for us, huh? You have writers.
I put some work into this. I have
You're
to
just
because
lazy, aren't you?
I'm dyslexic in the extreme. And,
I couldn't read it if I wanted
The
to.
extreme.
And I'm not going to read music or.
I'm not going to read anything for that matter.
I can write about as fast as I can read. I have to commit all this
Doing
to,
pretty
to
fucking
memory.
good
And then
being a 60-year-old
decide
with a
what I'm gonna do
45-year
about
career.
This section, that section, whatever. I'm still working on it. We've got a couple of weeks before the downbeat on the first show, so I'm getting there.
Forgive me, but I can say this as a guy, as a fellow man in his 70s. Your memory may be fine, but it takes a little bit more time to recall sometimes.
So I have to get it in my bones. I'm not relying on my memory for any of this. I need to sit with it until I've absorbed it. It's not a matter of memory so much as a matter of feeling it.
Plenty of people in their mid-70s would say, okay, I'm hanging it up. I've got a lovely place to live. And
What do you use for boner pills? I use Cialis.
Yeah. Just from old man to old
Yeah.
man. You still fucking?
I mean, they're obviously both still working.
Yeah.
So they're still fucking.
I have a little bit of hunchback. Do you have a little bit of hunchback?
Yeah.
Hike, and I'm going to retire.
I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't have this.
You better get on it. You know, when are you going to retire, man?
I have no idea what I'd do with
I
myself.
go to streams.
I do know that I'd
Sightsee.
I'd be kind of lost if I.
I was going to say, I bet he'd fall the fuck apart if he stopped
Her
touring.
touring, people love the job but hate the touring.
I'm no different there. You know, touring is a chore, but
I'm surprised.
I really like making the effort to get to where people live because I think it means more to them that when you come to their town
noises behind
and present
you hear a little,
and bring this and bring the music, bring the songs to their town, and also
Well, you can like hear everything in
terms of
that
carbon
room they're in.
footprint. It's a whole lot less detrimental to the planet to for us to travel to people's homes rather than have them come to see us.
Last year, the Dead and Company
Digitally?
was the 5th highest grossing tour in the world.
We do well enough, yeah.
Nice.
You've been doing this for 60 years. I mean, does that amaze you? And it's very satisfying, clearly. Was it something that you ever expected early on?
I had no expectations, none. We never
15,
did.
right?
We just play the ball as it lies, as they say. Follow the muse and
Be a golfer.
and do her bidding.
All right.
And
What?
this is
Talking
where it's
about being an
taken
artist
us.
in general.
Yeah.
Delighted that people like the music that we have to offer because
I'd say he's
it rings my lofty bells.
very.
Rings
Well, I
my
was
lofty
just about to
bells.
say he was humble.
Yeah.
You know,
He's being cool about it.
I like to. I love the music that I make, and I'm happy to offer it to people, and the fact that it's doing well is gratifying. Yeah.
But after all these years, you still have
I feel like he
stage fright?
might not say it.
You know, it doesn't. It's like an appendage. You have it or you don't. If you have it, you always have it.
Does it disappear as soon as the music starts?
You know,
Bone of pills.
I managed to stuff it back a little bit after the first couple of tunes. Yeah. What I have to do is just catch that first wave with the when the music takes me away and gets me past all that.
You get a lot of energy from the audience?
That's pretty much the name
That'd
of
be
the game.
That's
It's
pretty
a give
much
and
it.
take kind of
Such a high. You have
situation.
no
The
idea.
music actually happens somewhere at the azimuth, if you will, between
Don't know what
the
that is.
stage and the audience.
Is that like a zenith?
Right up there
I
is
guess
where the
so.
music's happening.
A crux.
An
And we're
azimuth.
all part of it. Their
You know,
appreciation.
Sonically, that's where the music travels
however
to.
they
That travels
express
up.
that. And our finesse or whatever it is that we put into the music,
Nice.
all that becomes wrapped into the event. But the music itself, the songs, they live up there, somewhere between the audience.
I don't think he's going to
Is
say
it
it.
one of your hopes from all this that the songs, your music, is going to live long after you're not here?
Yeah, of course.
My major consideration these days for what I do with the decisions
Was it in
I
the
make,
full
how
interview
I
or some
approach
shit?
this or that, is not what ripples it's going to make right now. My major consideration is what are people going to say about that or about what I'm thinking or doing in 300 years, because it occurs to me that if we do all this stuff right, that they will still be talking about it in 300 years. That's just something
Trying to write the Old Testament here, bub.
I think that I'll be able to offer and all
does
the
think
folks
on,
who've
like, classical
been
music
working with me
scale.
will be
Yeah.
able to offer to future generations.
You fucking kidding me?
All right. Well, that
We
was
said
a
That was
Exactly.
an interesting
It
interview,
was
but
good.
it was so
It was not-
nothing. It was everything and nothing.
Yeah.
'cause
Then what the fuck was?
that one was obviously cut.
Well, okay.
I
Well,
mean,
what about Jerry? Like talking about Jerry.
Yeah, time.
Let's see. Let's see.
If anyone knows what
I-
the end of
I wonder
you
what he had
is.
to say about Pigpen.
Are you what?
It says discusses Pigpen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, in the romance. That's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Truly classic rock.
Yeah, I just
maybe
knew.
it was a.
I knew Pigpen was Raw Dog and Janice. Disgusted.
I thought you were going to say disguised.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds closer. That sounds exactly what you're
Oh, it was the Washington Post. My bad. Okay, so here's.
Well, that was fun anyway.
Yeah.
You got to watch the little interview.
It sounds like they might be putting a little bit of words in his mouth.
Shit.
Okay,
We
so
spoke out.
we're gonna read you guys a motherfucking article. Grateful Dead's Bob Weir has argued that idolization of the band and frontman Jerry Garcia by fans ultimately killed him. In an interview with the Washington Post, Weir spoke out against how fans projected an almost godlike reverence onto Garcia as the band's frontman. I won't have it. He told the outlet, expounding on the belief that the deification. Okay, so the defecation.
No, it's like
Yeah,
I know. But defecation that those folks made of Jerry is basically what killed him. Weir explained that Garcia himself wasn't welcoming of the reverence, explaining that it disgusted him, and rightly so. Weir himself has made a point to not encourage hero worship around himself. Well, I'm sorry, but Little Red Rooster does not slap, my dude.
He's like, why don't you worship me?
Yeah.
Is that what he's...
if he's a god, I'm a god.
Is it?
Yeah. We're both gods.
We're
no
both gods. We're both gods.
Either it's both of us or none. What year was this? Was this a recent one? Oh, it says COVID at the end, so I assume it's...
Yeah.
A day ago.
Yeah.
The picture was so old.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Emphatically stating. I'm sorry. I am also dyslexic. I've seen where that goes. That's a lesson I learned the hard way from losing a friend. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Weir's current project, Dead and Company, the popular offshoot of 1970s icons, The Grateful Dead, featuring none other.
It's a plug.
Okay. Yeah. It's a nice little plug. Okay. But yeah, he said he was disgusted, and rightfully so.
Yeah. I won't have it. So.
But come see me on tour.
Yeah.
Can you put that?
Come
there?
give me
Hero
money
worship.
before I die. Come on.
I know hero worship is, I bet it was pretty goddamn crazy. Like, when people met Jerry.
Who
So
else
what?
got
I bet
idolized?
it was unavoidable. Like, especially in the 80s, out the 80s. Like, I don't know. I bet it was hard for him to be in the presence of, like, fans.
Yeah,
I really
like people
can't
just
think.
walking up to you doe-eyed like they fucking know you, and
They do to an extent, but not.
not like that.
Not like that. No, besides like an Elvis or Michael Jackson, I really can't think of another person that people really like would, hurt themselves trying to see and like.
Also, like,
Well, none of the Beatles. I mean,
Beatles?
the Beatles for sure, but
Yeah.
I mean, one got shot and one got stabbed, but then died of cancer.
yeah.
I guess worship.
Got
They were
stabbed
more-
while sick with cancer.
I
and
will
then
s-
ended up dying of the cancer.
I feel like Jerry more than any of these people, though. I feel like through the music, I feel like obviously not as a person, but I feel like I've gotten to know them. You know what I mean? And if I ever met them, I feel like that's just different. But I feel like if people met him, like they also shared that feeling that they just know him.
Well, that's part of
Know them,
to a degree, and there's also that kind of dissonance that comes with putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. It's I'm not going to say we're like that, but it's like to an extent what we do. It's like we're very vulnerable and open on this forum, on like on here on our YouTube videos and stuff. We're definitely ourselves. And that that lets you guys in on who we are as people, but we there's only so much we can see of you guys.
We're just not that good, so
Yeah,
we won't have to worry about.
Yeah, we don't have. Well, no, but what I'm saying is that like there is that sense of like people getting to know you from what you do
from a distance.
Yeah, and you not having that same relationship back. It's like I forget what that's called when there's like a. It's called something.
Vicarious hookup.
There's some kind of relationship that it's called, but I forget what it's called. When it's like a one-sided.
Well,
type
yeah,
of
and
thing.
even taking it to like the almost worship, like the godlike thing, like thinking that he was a separate being, like he wasn't a human being,
Yeah.
I would say it got there for a few people. I mean, shit.
I know. I bet, yeah.
If you're emptying vials and staring at him every night and traveling around the country to
a
find
religious
him.
experience. It goes past celebrity, just celebrity.
Well, again, it's like it's a fucking religion. It's a cult. It is what it is.
I wanted to find one of those stories of someone. We talked about that before, about were there any fans that actually took it to the level of like collecting and like seriously thinking that he was like another being. I'm sure it did, but I've just never heard of it.
Oh, there has to be like a Jerry church. I mean, like an actual like
believing
Jerry
he's an angel,
or he was the second coming, or like he was a prophet, or
gotta be someone who's put those numbers on paper.
But what's weird though is that like a lot of people like you'll even have like some Deadheads that are like Jerry didn't write those lyrics. And you're like, nah, that's another dude. So if you ever think that Jerry said something to you, he sang it to you.
It's like that only happened a couple times.
Robert wrote that for you.
Yeah,
True.
that's
Maybe
an industry
what
thing.
if Robert's the god and no one knew that he was speaking to
Well,
them?
yeah, Robert Hunter was the prophet, and Jerry was like the minstrel that that composed the music behind the
And he
prophecies.
was the prophet that took it on the road too. He's like he took the word on the road. Like
Yeah, they're just the choir. He's writing the hymns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, read it
weird to think
again.
about.
He said that's what ultimately killed him.
What was the
Obviously
people putting
not,
him on a pedestal? Well, no, it would have. Again, it leads to that like isolation.
Yeah, the coping and the isolation.
Yeah. Because like when everyone around you just like expects you to be this again, it's like they expect you to be this thing that they've made up in their head.
Yeah.
Like you have to fit this mold that people put you in.
Yeah.
And you can't.
And he's essentially a grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a man, just half Mexican man
guitar.
missing a finger,
Yeah.
playing the goddamn hell out of that guitar though.
How old was he when he passed away?
55.
Yeah, he looked elderly.
Yeah.
Not that old. He just had a really hard route as a baby.
he saw a ghost.
But yeah, you look at the '90s. Damn, I mean, this looks like mid '80s even. Like it
was 53. My bad.
That's pretty young.
See, I wonder about Hunter, like
That's like
whether
how old fucking Tom Cruise is.
Because he did perform a lot of his songs like on acoustic. He did like a Bob Dylan kind of style.
Yeah, he toured around and did that.
But he really didn't want to be like a part of the Dead, right? He didn't want to perform with them.
That's why he was. It seemed like he was like getting off like on the Jerry Band thing, because like it was like scaled down, smaller venues, more exploratory jams, and they were songs that he loved.
Yeah,
as well. Songs that he loved that I imagine that didn't quite work with what the Dead was doing.
No, I meant Robert Hunter didn't want to perform with the Dead.
Who?
Robert Hunter did not want to perform with the Dead.
Yeah, right.
But he did do some stuff with Jerry Band, right? Like he came out and sang some songs with Jerry Band.
Okay.
He would definitely come out sometimes and sing some songs.
He was a musician, yeah.
I've never seen him play together, really. I've just seen solo stuff of his.
Let's see if we can.
I just think he liked to write. I mean, he didn't want to. That wasn't his side of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the drug use is hard to pinpoint on fans. Is like
fucking Promontory Rider, baby.
I don't know that one.
You don't know Promontory Rider, my dude?
Maybe I know the music and just not the name. This is not it.
This is Heavy Nights.
That's a good camera.
Heavy Nights.
Is that how it goes?
Is that him playing?
That's Hunter on acoustic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a nice little cowboy song.
It's just so crazy to me that he wouldn't want to perform some of his biggest shit. Like, he wouldn't perform this? Out of everything he's written?
Version of Morning Dew a little bit.
Yeah, so that's where the Bob Dylan stuff comes in.
Love him.
I wonder how often they got into riding horses.
They rode horses.
On the farm. You can hear it in the music sometimes.
He's also got a real light voice, Jerry's like screaming up there.
This sounds like almost like satire, like to me at this point.
A little. Yeah, that part. I mean, step off.
Step back out.
Man,
Look at how he's playing the guitar.
Yeah.
He's a slick fellow.
That's Robert Hunter though.
Yeah, that's him. That's the
Got
man.
that Jerry flavor. Man, this is like, you know what this reminds me of? Some string cheese.
Got old Frankenstein over there on the bass.
Looking pretty good. Everyone's looking pretty good here. Nothing wrong with that, Jerry.
Yeah,
that's
80.
a good one. Arguably, like as good as he would never be better than he was in '80. It was all downhill from there.
I fuck with this song. I'm actually gonna have to look into more of his style. I want to see if he has some different styles.
Well, there's like a whole other.
He
would perform the Terrapin Suite, but there was like a whole other song in there that he would put in. Rosewood Wheels on an Ivory Track.
I'd never
That's
heard
like
that.
a whole other
It's a whole section.
Yeah, it's a whole other section. And he had other verses to different songs. Like there were like auxiliary verses. Like there's a whole other like section to Ruben and Charisse where it explains that Charisse is dead.
It just doesn't make. Why wouldn't he perform with them? It
This
just
is
didn't fit it. I don't get it. Why is
Well, he
on
might
the
have.
road
There's like a
playing
whole
those-
show that's just Promontory Writer.
So
But you see what I'm saying?
Maybe doing shows. I didn't
why
know he
wasn't
was
he
doing all
in
that.
Bob's position? Right?
I think he likes to travel around and write. That's what he liked to
It's not
do.
his style of thing to be on road touring like that.
I can't imagine anyone but Bob in that role.
No, like it was just like
I just mean,
it had to
But
have
yeah,
been
that's
perfect
writing all the
timing.
big ones.
The rhythm playing acoustic though, that's what reminds me of what's his name, Kershey. Also,
Kershey.
confusing enough, he looked like Jerry.
Oh, Kershey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
I know
the
who
acoustic
Kershey is.
guitar
Who's that?
player in String Cheese. He's the big fat guy with a beard. Looks
just
kind of like Jerry.
He looks a lot like Jerry.
Everything I've heard from them I like, but I just haven't sat down and
it's a
actually
little
listened to
soft
it on
for
my
me,
own time.
you know.
Yeah.
It's a little,
A little too sweet.
yeah.
You gotta pick it right off the bone.
No, I kind of prefer Fish or like even the Biscuits.
Dude, the thing we were gonna talk about Fish, I wanted to see some shit about Trey.
Do you want to hear a little bit of his Ruben and Charisse?
Yes. I'll see that.
Headspace.
You motherfucker! Wait,
Excuse the
that
fuck
was
out
our
of me.
first band name. Is that no? That must be like the.
What is that?
See, he's doing it.
What's he got? Is that a?
That's a harmonica,
Okay.
bro.
What are you? Yeah.
He's doing
got
it
that
all
thumb
Ren
pick.
Fair style.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be medieval or some shit.
Yeah, it's got that kind of fluttery sort of quality to it that Terrapin does.
He should be dressed more fancy. He's one of those big collars.
No, he's a
He's
solid.
doing it kind of like Dire Straits. Like it's almost kind
I
of
was gonna say
like
that.
Romeo and Juliet.
I was gonna mention Dire Straits on that Promontory ride.
I do. It's really sweet.
What a
though.
legend! I'm a little bit disappointed.
You're disappointed in this?
I
mean, that's fair. I mean, but he didn't hone it. The
music side
I
of
could see
things
why like
was.
he would pass his music off. You know, like that's just how I feel. Like he's a consummate genius with the songs, but to give them to an adequate
performers to
Yes.
give them to like performers.
right? You
yeah.
like I mean, it's like I don't know, like I said, he's an adequate guitarist. You know, it's just the song. It's about the song, obviously.
Yeah, no, I mean like he wrote that. He can play it however the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just
Okay, we had somebody come in. I don't know if we'll approve it or not. That's on the discretion of our mods. But the guy Mike from String Cheese is a total tool. He moved to my town and just does blow and chases 15-year-old girls. People should know what a scumbag he really is. Nothing good in him.
Mike. Who?
Okay,
Mike from String
that's
Cheese.
True. I mean, yeah, fuck them all.
I'm not surprised to hear that, but I
don't know who Mike is, but I assume
I hate him now.
Yeah,
I thought it was Bill Nurshi. It was.
Well, I also we don't know if any of that's true. We just
that's
heard
the
from one
reputation.
person.
We know the reputation of like Murph and stuff.
Yeah, he was into some teenage girls, right? I mean, he was the frat bro. Did he get any like charges against him or anything?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I want to know who Mike is because like there's keyboard players.
Girlfriend.
the dude banged his girl. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you get upset when people bang your girlfriend. You know what I mean? And
The
then
Mike
you just
guy
start to
came
spread.
in and did cheese all over your girl.
Michael Travis, the drummer.
That was the cheese incident, actually.
Okay, so it's the drummer.
No, I mean I don't not believe you. Is that how to say that?
I hate
within a
hearing
courtroom?
that. Yeah, I hate hearing
I
that.
don't not
musicians
believe you.
Are scumbags.
Well, no, we didn't. No, okay. So, Holly Anomaly, you said you don't really think we killed Jerry. No, it's not. It's not about you specifically, or people that just really love the Dead, or like the music. It's people that like look at Jerry like a god and like do that whole like Buddha thing, or like just like idolize.
I understand that we've levied quite an accusation on y'all.
Yeah. That was it.
We did do that, and we're not sorry because, dude, this podcast is doing gangbusters right now. We're doing
gangbusters.
So I'm pleased with our choice. Now,
anyone that knows us knows that we're just in it for the laugh.
We're in it for the gigs. The
Shits and gigs,
you saw the article. Yeah, I mean, but again, it's like it's the people that turn him into this godlike figure.
So,
and, you know, I'm not any better. I play in a band that like fucking. I'm in 3 bands that play his music.
Yeah,
you're like I'm currently
I'm
like
a purveyor.
I'm literally like I'm one of the people that's gonna do my part to make sure people are talking about it in 300 years. You know, like I'm definitely a part of the problem of keeping it going. I don't know if it's a problem.
No, I don't think they view it as that. I think it's part of the culture.
But I also don't look at him as anything more than a dude.
Yeah. If he was alive, I would love to meet him, but I don't feel like that me interact. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine if I had been there to see the shows. I don't even know what meeting them would be like.
Well, like I feel like I have a relationship, like a personal relationship with Jerry, but it's like one of those things where it's like I don't feel like that's one of those things that like actually is like, I'm not gonna like go out and act on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I have that personal connection to the music
you
and
don't
like what I feel
represent it.
like.
You don't feel like. Do you feel like you have to represent it
anymore?
Well,
no, I don't. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like I don't think I'll ever talk for him. There are so many people that feel like they can talk for dead people.
Yeah. Do people ask you your opinions of certain things about it?
I mean, sometimes. Most of the time, people ask me what I think of Mayor or what I think of Goose.
Right.
That's like most of the questions I get asked now.
Jerry would love this or Jerry would hate. You're idolizing him still, like in a weird way, even bring right.
So
you're like
you
wondering what a dead guy would think about what you're doing.
You have
like,
no fucking.
I've heard people say stuff like that, like be a good Jerry kid.
Like,
and I always thought that was funny. Jerry's kids.
Someone would think about what you're doing at all. Is where I go to. I mean,
but I think you hit the nail on the head about the isolation being more of like the destructive force to it. You know, from like him not being able, or maybe
isolation's a stretch. I mean, he's
pursued. I imagine he was constantly pursued. I imagine like he probably had as many private moments as he could create.
Yeah,
but like I feel like a lot of people felt like he needed to be.
Around.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't going to work unless you're in the room, bro. I'm trying to make this
to watch
quadruple
people
some
fuck
happen.
all the time.
Yeah,
they won't fuck me unless you're watching, Jerry.
That was like explicit instructions given to me by the hooker. You had to be there. There's that one time. That's one of my favorite things from the Home Before Daylight book is is like the pimp coming after Jerry, thinking that because some guy
Someone
was
said it. Yeah,
someone
used
was
his
like
name.
mutilating hookers genitalia and
Jerry
saying that they
But
were
he-
Jerry Garcia.
What a fucking
No, that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
No,
What the
and
fuck?
then the dude came
he
to the
was
hotel
fucking-
and
he
was
fucking
trying
his
to
girls up. His
and-
best girl.
His
even.
best girl.
But
And
he
then
looked
His girl,
like
his
Jerry or
actual girl.
something?
No, he just said he
used the
was.
name, and he somehow
Oh, okay.
found them.
actually found Jerry Garcia.
Yeah, found his room and like was in the room with him, and then Jerry called in the Hell's Angels, and the Hell's Angels ended up holding this dude out of this fucking like hotel window.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, I know that story. I didn't know what it was from.
Reverse
Damn.
card, the Uno
Yeah.
reverse card.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but yeah.
He's trying to kill him so he could keep doing it in his name. I mean, what
No,
was the
no,
end
no.
goal
So
there?
it was just a guy that used
It-
his
he
name.
was, yeah, he was
And
he
he-
was doing these things as Jerry Garcia. He
Yeah,
was
that-
like,
he
I'm
said his
booking
name.
this
And they found
appointment
him.
with your best girl under the name Jerry Garcia. Yeah, that Jerry Garcia.
So I mean, I don't know what he looked like.
Oh, so did they find him? Did
No,
they
I
track
don't
him down
think
to get
so.
him there, you think?
No, I don't think so. I think they were playing in the town, and someone used his name, and he put two and two together, and somehow actually got into a room with
Yeah,
Jerry.
that's what I wondered. That's crazy.
And was gonna rough him up, and then he got roughed right up.
Yeah.
He got roughed right up by those
Yeah.
Rough Riders.
He did not get the
Nice.
memo. Yeah, he did not
Yeah,
get the memo that their
It's such
security
a-
force.
it's such a
Was a
rapper
fucking
thing to
gang.
do, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a role with like a security team like that, like a straight up gang shit.
oh
I
yeah.
love
Well, I
that.
mean, it's kind of the predecessor to what, like, I mean, like, there was definitely, like, peripherally, there was a lot of drugs and probably some weapons being, like, moved around with the
Yeah.
dead.
In their vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Once again,
Hells Angels-
peripherally.
the bikers love Jerry.
Yeah, he's fucking
And he
outlaw, man.
Yeah.
He's on the run.
And yeah, they all got into bikes.
Yeah, I don't know what the bike connection is with being a badass. even.
Flying, dude.
Yeah.
You
You know what I mean?
flying.
But yeah, you guys have to take some responsibility for Jerry's death. Honestly, you got to stop putting people on pedestals. We're all people. It's all just we're all just people doing stuff. And some people are better and more impressive at doing stuff than we are. And I feel like we get infatuated with that. But
Look what they did to Britney, dude.
Look
know-
what they did to Britney. Look at that girl.
I mean, come
okay.
on.
On a realistic note, only one time have I seen, as an audience member, someone throw drugs at the musician.
Okay.
And
I've
only
been
one
given
time.
drugs for being a musician.
Okay, yes, but only one time. Okay, sorry. What I mean is they were on stage and they were like, huh? Huh? And they were like, yeah. And they're like, "Ugh."
Dust it up.
Because when it comes down to it, it's about the little critters, not the people bringing the,
The
little
critters.
critters around.
Yeah.
It's
critters
about
in the songs.
It's about the things that we pull through, not the people playing the
There you
music.
go.
Yeah.
So you got to let these people live their lives.
And I wanted to actually look up speaking of the drugs on stage thing. That was the Trey thing that you said there was a video of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of him
And I
hitting a
wanna
bag
see it
on
'cause-
stage.
Yeah.
Let's watch
You know,
Trey hit a bag
in
on
a
stage.
very smaller way. Obviously, Trey went through a similar thing of people pseudo worshiping him for a while.
Oh, yeah, dude. It just comes with the territory, doesn't it?
But yeah, I haven't seen the one where the lights go down. I can't believe he would do it on stage, but
There we go.
Which
right
this
here.
one?
Yes. That might just be him
I
playing.
think that symbolically we wanted this to be the last song because it really feels like it came full circle. We're back where it was written, and so here it goes.
They edited it.
Oh, they took it out?
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
so the lights are down.
You can totally see him.
He did open it before the lights were down.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, no. This is about to get ugly, Davey.
Oh, no, they're already.
The keyboard cat. Okay, I didn't see the keyboard cat in the title. Okay, this is sweet though, in its own way.
He's not high.
Let me see
He's not that
them
high.
playing.
I want to
'cause
see the original, though.
Yeah, that's been doctored there.
Where's the original video? Are you going to
I
have
think
it?
that
I bet they
symbolically we
do their
wanted
best
this
to
to be
get
the last
this.
song because it really feels like it came full circle. We're back where it was written.
I feel like, no one.
Why is the
I don't know if they
keyboard
take
cat
this
the
down or they just don't want this up or people,
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, what would.
And he was already fucking faded.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of famous trays.
All right, we'll figure
Play
this out.
tray off fish.
Oh yeah, messed up or fucking I don't know.
Trey Nostalgia doing.
Well, they edited
Well,
that.
he just hits a bag right on stage, but
Yeah.
that's like right in front of people. The lights aren't that low. You can see.
Yeah, that was definitely,
Even when they fully drop,
You
he's dude. You,
Just,
I don't think
10
that was
feet
a
away
ba-
from you.
that was not a bag of cocaine.
well, the way he was acting, hell no. Just
Definitely.
tooting some heroin, like like his idol, probably.
He had a bad problem for a minute. And I heard that it was like pharmaceuticals as well.
why people give
Yeah.
musicians so much shit for partying. Well, one thing, you probably just professional wise, it's not best to do a
On
bag
stage.
of drugs in your face on stage.
Definitely, it's not professional.
Now, spark a joint, maybe go behind an amp if you need to do a key
Yeah.
bump or something, but like just telling them to dim the lights.
It's kind of trashy, yeah.
Okay,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Hey,
But
man, I'll be
also, I don't give shit for any partying unless it's fucking heroin or meth. Really?
Yeah, party
That's
on
where
stage
I-
with it. I don't care.
That's where I
Smoke a
say
blunt while
like,
playing.
well, that's what kills people and fucking.
Yeah,
really,
that's true.
those are the big
That is-
problems.
okay, yeah. So we know how Jerry.
That's
died,
not
too.
partying to me.
It's not.
Like-
I mean, well, again, you can't party shame if people are doing it responsibly. If you're doing what you
Yeah.
want to do, but if you're fucking like, if again, and there's different kinds of music, man. If you're a fucking metalhead and that's part of the show, or you're a punk guy and
Yeah.
that's part of the show, and like your
Didn't fit the
crowd is all
vibe.
about it. Like if it's part of the vibe, man, do
Yeah.
it. But like,
And again, there is safe ways to take opiates every once in a while.
I don't know if we're
that's
even
not
really giving him shit. We're just talking about it.
I'll give him some shit.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I
mean,
remember
damn.
thinking that obviously his playing was not as high caliber as
I
I've
mean,
heard
it's
it.
rock star
Yeah.
shit.
It's not
but it's like it's not
shit and he's
cool
fucking
looking
up.
rock star shit. Like, okay, so like Motley Crue could like bring some titties up on stage and do a big line of coke or something, and then
Yeah.
rip, and I'd be like, I'd fucking piss myself.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
can't. But like seeing
Something about
someone,
partying on stage, though.
Well, that is, but it's
Well, that's
different
not
than like
partying. That's like
him
getting
being
a
faded
fix.
out and fucking up the songs and shit. At
Yeah.
that point, you're ruining everyone's experience. I don't know. At that point, you're at fault.
You're
If you
fucking
start
it up
fucking
for all of us, Danny.
So
You can do
also,
you can't do more heroin than you can play on. Let's just say that. You can
okay,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I think for a lot of times he did just enough, and I'm talking about Jerry. But I want to bring up Brent. You ever seen some Brent videos?
No,
Of him
not
getting-
really.
being
Like later?
fucked up.
So he didn't. It was a weird. I don't know what all he did, but like there were some shows where like
They were
it
into
did
some
not
heroin
feel.
together.
They did. He died of an overdose.
Yeah.
But like, there's some videos where like I was really questioning what was going on, and like I feel like you'll always get that speculation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brent, like if you look at like the late '90s Brent shows, like he's got just a strange look to him and in his eyes.
Oh,
like,
his like just straight up
he might have just
looking
like
through
not
you kind of shit.
all that time he spent. He might have been
Sweaty
like doing downers and stuff. And that on that date he might have been heavily dosed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just a strange, especially Brent. Like rarely I've heard some sloppy Jerry. Like I was like, he's fucked up. He's gotta
Yeah,
be
well,
fucked
there's
up.
some times where he was fucked up, but then after the coma, he had to fucking relearn how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah,
That's never easy. I can't imagine what it would be like to have to relearn everything
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
about
kinda
the
tough.
instrument, like learning how to make your hands work again and
I
then
know,
pulling
like and
yourself
people
back
were
up.
the most critical in that era.
Yeah.
Like the next decade, the last decade, they were super critical as well. Like I don't feel like people probably give him enough credit.
For what he had pulled through.
Right.
Yeah.
And they kind of chalked up his simplified playing or his confused playing as being just substance abuse.
We got a new hot bot.
Sex
Like
phone.
hot photo my sister.
Oh.
Like hot photo my sister.
So you're hitting us up about your sister? That's weird.
Sex69.fun.
That's a weird approach.
Yeah.
Maybe if Jerry got popped, he might have got clean at some point as well.
Yeah, so that's what happened to Trey, right? He got popped and he got clean.
Yeah.
And then if Jerry had gotten like really, because he did get popped a couple times, but he didn't
Not
get
for
not
anything.
like that.
No, they were throwing the book at Trey.
You're a bad influence.
Schedule 1 for resale.
Dr. Feelgood says the 80s Dead was some of the best Dead in your opinion. And yeah, I mean, some of it was like early 80s.
So I read a full
Later,
quote.
late.
Yeah, like Phil said that the band, as far as the evolution goes, was the most focused in the 70s. The 80s was less focused, but individually everyone was superior, like at playing their instruments than they had been the previous decade.
Yeah.
It just didn't work together all the time. You know. So yeah, I mean like the 80s on, the most serious keys were being played, you know? Like Bruce Hornsby and fucking Brent Mydland run circles around Keith.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so Lucas said even keep it more restrictive than that. Davey, during practice, how many beers can you drink before it goes from I'm feeling loose to where you're just like I'm worthless? How many beers?
Oh, yeah.
How many
are
beers,
you asking us?
Yeah, how many beers can I bang down during practice, Toby?
And then you're trash.
Let's see. Well, I'm thinking back
Davey,
personally
you've always
about like
been
a show.
very responsible with your drinking.
I don't.
There definitely is a line. But it's a thin line, and it's far down the line. I'm speaking from.
I don't drink during rehearsal.
These are two different things. If we're talking about you, that's one thing. Davey, what 4?
Well,
like you don't drink
during a show or something.
You don't play while you're drinking, so it's like
no, I don't. Like if I have a drink on a show day, it'll be like before we play. Like it'll be before that. I'm not gonna like have a drink through the thing and like. And that's rare that I do that. I'll mostly just microdose and smoke some weed.
I was about to say, I feel like your state-dependent window probably is with weed.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get too high real quick.
So there's been a couple times where I've like I've taken a little bit more mushrooms than I've wanted to before a show.
And shit gets weird.
And I'm like literally looking at everyone being like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm still playing. I'm still going, but I'm like,
I don't know. This is all muscle memory.
Yeah,
I don't know where we are, what we're in. I find myself in situations where.
Have you ever been spun and thought your music sounded weird?
Like that I'm listening to or playing?
No, playing.
There have been times where like I've been like coming up and like getting to a point where I'm peaking and we're like going into like a space jam. We're like at that moment we're starting to like dematerialize the jam and get super weird and I'm like, why?
Took too many mushrooms.
Wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's moments even when I'm like sober that I'll listen to music like either playing with you guys or making that just like my ear changes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it doesn't sound right and it like fucks with me because I'm like, everything's in tune. Everyone's in tune. Like, why does it sound like, why is my ear changed on it now?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but that'll happen sometimes from being high and sometimes just from being in your head, maybe.
Yeah. I felt like I was more grown when I was playing music with y'all.
Yeah.
Like musically. And this happened before I played with y'all. I played in this one band, and I was still pretty young. I think I might have been a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was just starting to dose.
What kind of band was it?
Fucking, I like to call it prog rock, but there were punk rock elements to it.
You're talking about Johnny, whatever.
Yeah.
Johnny Two Hats.
I went to one of the rehearsals, spun on it. The guitarist picked me up and took me to the rehearsal, and it was one of the first few times I'd ever. I was just tripping that day.
Yeah.
So I was still high. Picked me up. We went to rehearsal and we were playing, and I honestly stopped the song a few times because I felt like I could hear it running in circles around us.
Yeah.
And I thought the reverberations was almost out of time at certain points.
Oh, weird.
So you would just like stop to let it catch
I was like,
up?
why is it going like around?
Yeah,
like
it's not right.
Are you guys hearing it? It sounds.
I've played some of my best shows on Molly.
Oh, I bet.
That'll keep you going.
That's just letting the bag out.
The best Chance in the Void show.
That's a good
I think
thing
I
to play
played.
on,
There
I
was
agree.
there was a little bit of Molly involved, and not a lot.
Or
not
like
a lot.
some NBA.
Well, no, that fucking house party we played, bro. That Shopty show. That was the best Shopty show I think we ever played. And we all took some Molly, and it was just like we were just in it. We were like melding. We were like just in this corner of this living room of this house, and we fucking tore it up.
Again, that's the only time I've ever played eyes closed back against the wall. Yeah. I was seriously at one point I was right up against the wall, and I just was eyes closed out of it playing. And it just kind of came.
So if you're a musician and you're like, what's going to give me that extra little edge? Just like a little finger dip of Molly. Just get in there, and it's gonna perk you up and put you at the peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the times, that one time that we saw Papadozio, that second night in Nashville when they played that concert of 15 people, I remember Anthony Thogmartin and them were taking Molly.
Yeah.
And they were talking.
Don't drop people's last names and then say a drug.
They could talk. What?
Anthony Thogmartin, the front man, from Papadozio.
Well, anyway, he was rolling.
It
doesn't matter, but like, I don't know. I think it is a good release. You couldn't do a tour on it though.
No,
right?
Hell no, I couldn't do it 2 nights in a row, probably.
No,
that's how I feel like
that
about the
shit wear you
festival
out
circuit. Like some
in
of those
the
bands.
mind.
Obviously, I mean, I don't have to worry about it for them, but I bet it's kind of constantly available. I guess like you could apply that to all the bands. You know what I mean?
Do it
But,
on
like,
the Saturday show once a week.
Well, I mean, like but
that's
other
what-
than that, you can but again, like microdosing the mushrooms just seems to put everybody on like the same wavelength and loosen you up a little bit.
Now that I can do every day.
Now, yeah, and I can do that every day. And then like for like the shows when you're kind of feeling a dip, you give yourself that little bit of a Molly bump, and then you fucking sleep the next
nice.
day.
I mean, that's a nice headspace to be in.
Headspace.
It is. No, it is. I mean, it's the common phrase, but like, it's a good place to be. Like, you're going to have a lot of feeling in what you're doing. Have you ever taken too much?
Molly, yeah, dude.
Definitely.
I could say I definitely took too much for myself a few times.
Man, yeah,
I've
experimented.
Painful. Especially with MDMA and not MDA.
I
It
told you
gets
about that.
grindy. Fucking
Yeah.
Dave, you've always
you
been
can't
mature.
see straight.
You've been very mature with.
Man,
that.
people's eyes start doing fuck shit.
Well, it's just like
too, they're not focusing,
Yeah.
or they'll like go wonky
No,
and shit.
I got around hard drugs at a young age, so it was one of those things.
Very responsible.
Well, I watch all you motherfuckers get super fucked up, and I'm like, I won't go that far. I'll pull
Yeah,
that back a
just try
little bit. I'll pull that back a little bit.
Toby's got a bit, or he used to. I felt like you had a state-dependent window for playing with alcohol.
I still drink all the time.
I know.
Well, but in the Shopty days, there were
some
moments.
shows.
There were some shows where you definitely
Got
like
too drunk,
fell
for sure.
back
You
off
had
your
to.
stool.
See, I
and-
don't remember that one,
You've
but
never
that
fallen.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not the top, like the number one person I've seen do that. I've never seen you fall off of.
He fell off of his stool at the.
I may have
think
stumbled a little bit.
The last.
Fell on the ground.
Yeah, you fell back.
Was this at Clyde's?
No, this wasn't at Clyde's. This was our.
One of our
Fell
shows?
back on
Yeah, it was a
what?
Shopty show. We were at
The
Ghost
drums?
Train. No, it was Ghost
I
Train,
fell back
and you
on
were
the
like
drums?
you were up front with me, and there
Oh,
was like a
man.
point where you were like you got to a point where you were like really getting into a solo, and like
I've
fell
fallen
out.
into drums multiple times. Because I was right in front of them. The ride would always be like right
Yeah.
here. And again, I teeter totter on my benches.
yeah.
Especially when I'm getting into it. So when I'm teeter tottering, I would lose it sometimes and then
Yeah.
bump into the drums a little bit. No, I think that happened multiple times. I didn't fall out of the chair. I just teeter tottered too hard. It's a little hard teeter totter. But no, I've had some straight jabs to the head from a ride. It was just we'd pack in on small stages and shit like that.
Yeah, it was hard back in the day.
But I mean, that JJ's stage is one that's just not far enough. It's like, how far would you say it is out from the wall? 8 feet? Maybe.
What stage?
The JJ's stage?
Yeah,
Is it even that?
it's about like it might be 10. It might be a
I
10
doubt
foot
it's a
stage,
10, yeah.
maybe. I think it might be like 8 by 15, 16 feet, something like that, where it's just
but to have
enough.
the drums and the keys set up are the thickest, the widest setups, and it would always be just like so crammed in. Man, Trey, I'm glad you got your shit together a little bit there.
Yeah, but don't you think that everything just got real boring after Trey got clean? It just got boring.
I
They wrote
had just let him fall over, dude.
Okay. Okay. So do we ever butt roll? No, I've never taken drugs up my butt.
Boof?
I've
we
never
talking about
boofed.
boofing?
I've never boofed.
I've never boofed.
No, I never put anything on my butt, actually.
I
I would
would-
push some
okay.
shit up.
What
and
about
sort it
you? You
before
done
I
some
put it
boof
on.
assists?
Yeah, you've assisted in boofing.
Yes.
The
No,
boof
I've done
assist.
that, but I haven't put anything up my own butt. It was always like, no, it's a waste, dude. Just crush that shit
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna snort that. I'm gonna take it straight to my brain.
Dome, dude. Let's
gang.
dome it, not
Little
butt
gang.
it. It's too far away from my brain.
Yeah. Wait, I mean, you might.
Well, no,
might,
you're trying to
might
get
do
it in your blood system, so
Yeah.
it gets to your blood faster.
But
through
I feel
your
like
blood.
there is an aspect of it actually being close to your brain, though, that affects it more.
It would make sense, but I don't know. I think science says it goes
I think
to
it
your
seeps
blood
through your
faster.
bones. there.
I feel like Toby's done some ass lines. Maybe.
You ever
a lot of-
just
yeah.
fucking
Line.
squat over a line and
Like,
hoover
I'm
your
a-
asshole?
Woo!
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
Italian.
do a line off
Do
your
a
butt.
reverse
I
first.
thought you said
Yeah.
that's Italian. That's
Yeah.
Italian.
reverse,
Yeah,
reverse
Wolf
line.
of Wall Street.
Dude, all of us have
Just
done
blow-
plenty of lines off of tits and
Blow,
ass, right?
blow some cocaine in your asshole.
Oh, you want some feet? You want some feet? There you go.
You into feet,
dirty
man?
fuck. You like that? You like that dirty sock?
Oh, you down
Davey-
bad.
You like that? You dirty fuck.
Hey, get your
Davey,
fucking
uh,
butt out of here.
Slut.
Davey, he's got some long toes.
Oh, shit. This dude's actually in the
Fuck yeah.
Davey's,
thought you were kidding until-
I
Davey's
finally found a real fan.
a real, yeah.
Why does
he's
no
a
one
real
love my
fan.
feet?
Yeah, Davey's toes have elbows.
Yeah, it's true. I've got they have their own appendages off of them.
They got an extra joint in there.
Free malls if you boof it is like totally
So,
a
like,
rapist thing to say.
I played music with you for a while, man. It's funny. You're a barefoot player.
Yeah.
You be stomp pedal. You be like,
Oh yeah, doing my toe.
it's like
What's the weirdest place you've done coke off of someone or any drug?
man, like off their body,
Yeah.
their butt.
You've
I've had it done
you-
off my
okay.
forehead before.
No, I ain't gonna put no coke on your face.
No, that was a different one.
Oh yeah. I don't think I would want to. I don't know. That's about it, though. I mean, you know that like
So
if you
you've
want
done
to be.
coke off a butt cheek.
Oh yeah.
And
Have you had
off
it
of
done
a
off,
It's more
boob.
like-
off of your dick
Off my dick.
or balls or anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
No, I ain't putting cocaine. I feel like I'd be scared to shrink my dick up.
No, it's gonna make
You
it
scared
numb.
to shrink your dick up?
I mean,
It's
and you'll make it numb. Yeah, I would be like, I don't know. Let's take advantage of this hard dick.
Yeah.
Or like, or you want
Let's
to
take advantage. It seems like a weird way to start.
well, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're like making out. I'm like, oh,
That's the
my
same
dick
thing
is
with
hard.
like food. It's like I think having food in the bedroom is like kind of a waste and weird.
It's
as like
different, isn't
it's well
You mean
yeah
fucking with food with
like
condiments.
having
and shit?
like
Just being a bed food person.
Yeah,
well
nah,
it's like
I
you're
ain't-
doing like the chocolate sauce or like the whipped cream.
Oh, I thought
think
we just
it-
meant straight up eating.
I think it was
It's like you eat
Seinfeld.
fettuccine alfredo off her butt.
I think it worried me
fuck
from-
a bag of chips up
Fuck a bag of chips.
in the bed.
Like a bag of chips in the butt.
Okay,
But from George Costanza on Seinfeld, it always scared me from my childhood.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to bring it in there, or you'll start relating food to sexuality. That's what he started bringing sandwiches in there, and then he'd be eating and sweating and getting
Yeah.
horny. And I'm like, I was
Oh,
scared
weird.
that it would bring it into my food
But
life.
also, like you don't want to eat like food out of a girl because that'll fuck up her pH.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
right.
good.
And
Don't
then
do
that's
that.
gonna fuck her up. And then like if my wife wanted
out
to
of a
like
butt, you
eat
know,
some
don't- you don't- well, a
like
butt's
something off
okay,
my
actually.
dick, that's fine. But it's like why?
Putting
Yeah.
putting a cream,
Why?
Put
putting
on
some
some fruit
cream in a
roll-up.
butt though,
And
it's
I'll
fine
just-
because it comes out. It'll
Yeah.
flush itself out. It's fine.
That's fine. But it's still why?
It's a little bit excessive.
I'm gonna eat this Nutella out
It's
your nasty
hedonistic.
asshole.
Yeah, it's hedonistic to a point that I just can't get to.
Just fucking let me eat cereal out of your mouth.
No,
Let me fucking
see-
make a bowl of cereal
No, it's
in
too
your mouth.
fetishy.
And
That is
eat it
fetishy.
out.
That's not even gross. It's just fetishy.
You're like putting your mouth over there, so going.
Slurping the milk.
You're like, fucking hold the milk still.
Yeah. Don't
It just
laugh.
becomes a problem.
Quit-
I'm
yeah,
hungry.
it goes down when you're laughing.
Why didn't we buy bowls?
Yeah.
No, eating some cornflakes out of that
I'm gonna
booty.
mix up a white Russian shot and drink it out your mouth like a bird.
Oh god.
You ate a box of nerds out of her butthole.
Yeah. One time I was at a festival
Yeah.
and we were partying. I was partying with some random people
Yeah.
and or neighbors, whatever. They had a group of people there and we were partying, listening to music. And man, like people were like, a girl was like, I would boof some Molly right now. And they did a public boof.
Just
We
out
were
in the
just
open
hanging out,
boofing.
like in the chair circle.
Oh, and you guys were just talking, and he's like,
passing a bowl around.
"You got me?"
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been waiting all weekend for the booth assist.
Yeah.
And she just fucking
He just wants to stick his
got
hand
on
up
her
an
back
ass, like
and
you know what I mean?
And he just
The
And
guy
they're like,
who's-
all right, we're going to do a boof, I guess, and put a straw in her ass and blew fucking Molly in her ass.
Dope.
I'm not leaving. You
I'm
can go
not-
to the tent. Oh, you're going to do it right here. This is,
I'm still not leaving.
It's going down
You're
tonight,
like,
though.
shit,
That's the moment where you
Yeah,
know
I'm
it's
not
going
leaving.
down.
I'm in your tent.
I'm not leaving at all.
Shit is getting wild.
Just videotape.
Damn, it just seems so unnecessary to boof. It's
This Nutella tastes funny.
should.
You put it back in the jar.
I'm gonna put.
I don't like this. Spit it back in the jar.
Oh,
We'll feed this to our kid tomorrow.
Fucking spit Nutella in my mouth. You what?
put whipped cream on your butt and then put that the cinnamon toast crunch powder on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Cinnamon toast crunch powder. What do you cook
They
with
sell that now.
I put that on
Just the
chicken,
powder?
man. I
Yeah,
fucking
the cinnamon sugar.
bread a chicken in that bitch.
Cinnamon sugar, pretty much. is what it
Cinnamon chicken. I'm fine with that.
I'm trying to eat a turkey din out your butt.
is. Yeah,
Dude, the turkey with it too would be great.
yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, I've done drugs and sex and
You've done
drugs
drugs and
and
sex.
sex
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
tried it
we
all,
get it, Houston.
really.
You're cool.
You're
Yeah.
fucking
You're
badass.
really fucking
I
cool,
thought
dude.
that's what we were
Houston's
talking
done
about.
drugs
And
and sex,
sex.
and I've done neither of those things.
I've heard of them. Damn.
And
You ever
dude,
done poppers?
Houston, I've told you, dude, I'm not cool.
Not
You know
gay.
you're the coolest. I'm not gay, dude.
We're trying to
you
get
ever
me to be
done?
gay.
Oh, okay, man.
I've never done them, but I
You
love
should fuck my asshole,
inhalants,
man.
dog. I fuck with inhalants.
I don't care. I'll fuck your asshole with the poppers, man.
Well, either
Why
way, it
can't we
loosens
just-
your butt.
That's what it's
Can
gonna
we
do.
just do the poppers?
You're like, I elect just to do poppers.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it
I
comes with a
don't
butt.
want to
fuck.
fuck.
I don't consent to this, dude. This is not a fucking Craigslist hookup.
Well, if we do these poppers, the opportunity is gonna come up to get fucked.
I just want I want you to know before we do
Just
this.
want you to be prepared that this is what
I
happens.
got the cinnamon toast
It's
crunch
like
ready.
instantly. So here you go. But no, I like doing any sort of poppers.
When
is
did
the
you
weirdest.
do them? What happened the night you did them then?
Yeah, who did you do poppers with, Houston? Tell us. Who hurt you?
Huh? Okay, so I've done poppers with a bunch of different people.
Was it
Oh,
BGR?
okay.
We did poppers with BGR?
Who's Beej?
No, BGR.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Big joyous, Ryan. No, I want to say he had a collection. He was into doing some poppers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that makes more sense.
I honestly, I feel like
Oh, it's a gay drug. Oh, it's just a gay ass drug.
it's not saying it's a gay drug. I'm just saying it helps butt fucking.
Yeah, dude,
and-
it loosens
Okay,
your butt
so
up. It loosens your
There
butt
was
muscles.
there was one girl that she had
Like a,
Or
just
make it
one.
explicit.
It's
not
like
butt
one
fucking,
girl
not about
and then
gay.
the rest were dudes that had poppers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and they all like to be fucked in the butt, and that's cool.
and that's fine.
It sounds like a
Yeah.
sweet night for you. But
Anyway.
bunch of loose buttholes around.
Anyway, I mean, but have you recreationally done poppers?
No,
I've never
we have
done them
not
at all.
done poppers.
At all?
non-recreational. So non-recreational is being butt.
It's like nitrous. No, it's like
That's what you're saying. What is the professional way to do poppers?
the non-sexual way.
Oh shit, a chemical shoehorn, if you will. Just really helps you get it in there. It's an assist.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's like brings out a giant vibrator.
Oh yeah, anal nitrates.
Yeah, and yeah, someone said it.
Amyl
Yeah.
nitrates.
I know. But the
Yeah.
joke is,
You know, I'm getting really sick of that.
Anus.
I'm getting sick of that bag you've got. Bring one more sex toy out of that bag. Is that I don't even think that's your purse
oh,
anymore.
you're pulling out a blow up butt plug. That's
Have
what
you
you're
had
pulling out.
a
You just carry a butt plug.
A blow up butt plug.
Did you get sex toys pulled on you?
Yeah.
Shing.
What did you
Yeah,
get pulled on you?
An anal nitrate.
An anal nitrate and then a dildo.
Yeah, a
was
vibrator.
Brought, a vibrator was brought out of the bag. It's
Yeah.
like, you ready?
Do you need a pill?
Oh, do you need a pillow for how you're gonna
No,
feel
like
after
a
this?
Mind pillow.
No, a fucking boner pill.
Oh, okay. Do you need a boner pill?
You're being
Is this good?
domed heavy in this
Yeah.
bitch.
It's
I
like,
like-
are you going to be able to keep going, or do you need a boner pill? It's like,
I don't know. I think I need a minute.
That's a big thing. That's a big
kinda
thing.
need to
What if
rethink
your lube
things.
leaks?
Yeah. What if? Okay. So,
Wait, so
what
did
if the
you get-
sky falls?
Did I get fucked?
Did you get fucked in the ass
No,
with a
I
vibrator on
pegged.
poppers?
Well, we like to say pegged.
Well, no, if it's not attached to someone, it's just getting fucked with a vibrator.
Pegged.
I think it has to be attached, right?
No,
You're really splitting dicks here, Toby.
Yeah.
Splitting dick hairs.
Again.
I'm just asking.
You could put the strap on and
You never answered my
holes.
question.
Wait, what was your question? Was
what?
I getting pegged?
No, that wasn't my. I don't think that's what
Are you talking about wearing a strap on as a man? And
Yes.
Then, okay.
Double team them by yourself.
Second dick.
Unicorn dick.
And then you're crying because you know that she would just prefer to have two guys do it, and you'd never let that happen. So you're just sad.
Just double dick.
That's a Jerry move, isn't it? That's a Jerry move, like from Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're not doing a 2-man.
I'll get a second.
Dude, I saw a video. I thought it was funny. It was like this girl was like, she was like in the closet, and she's like, "I'm glad you guys came over as 2 guys." She's like, "I know you're not doing a 2-man. Stroke game is weak." Just like fucking, just talking shit. He like opens up the closet. Like, "Oh man, you again?" He like throws her out. He's like, "Oh, y'all in here doing a 2-man?" It's like it was like it's fun. Let's get this started. It's like ain't nothing get started while I'm around. It's like, oh, you got ghosts?
What is this from?
What are you
It's
talking
an internet video. I just thought it was funny. It just the double teaming thing reminded me of it. It's like a girl with 2 guys, and then there was a guy's ex-girlfriend in the closet just yelling at him.
Oh, okay. No, I remember one. Someone comes home to catch someone with their neighbor, and there's another one in the closet.
No, that's fucking.
Is that old school?
That's old school. When Luke Wilson comes home to find his girlfriend is the guy's at the door, and he's like, "I'm here for
Is
the
this the
orgy."
gangbang?
Is this the gangbang? Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang.
It feels like a different one. But
Okay, but that is
this
in there.
No, he goes like, "Is this what you need?"
Yeah,
and he like grabs the. Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Luke Wilson. Yeah, that's him, and it's
anyone-
Juliette Lewis.
I don't think
right?
it is. He's like,
Has
no,
anyone ever,
it's not him. It's
put a
from someone else.
Has anyone ever put a vibrator on you?
I've had him.
Yeah.
On your taint?
I'm a taint on my balls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I didn't know.
that's great.
I was shocked by it.
You were
So-
whoa.
So this vibrator was the turkey-based
not
looking
necessary.
vibrator.
Okay, the upside down turkey baster looking.
Yeah,
one?
you know what I'm talking about? It's just a real industrial
The
vibrator.
wand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were like-
industrial.
they were-
You're doing poppers with industrial vibes around it.
I was like, man, you doing house calls? Like, this is a hooker.
Okay,
No,
this was a hooker that
this
was
is an actual
vibrating. you.
hooker. No, but yeah, no, they brought a bunch of shit with them.
My little doctor bag,
Yeah. But yeah, and then turned the vibrator on me. I was like, oh!
an apothecary bag.
I mean, I there was a little
Walks
bit of
in,
warning.
puts gloves on before she opens it.
Oh,
That's gonna scare you, Houston.
you can give me a hand job with those gloves on, right?
It's
I saw an interview where
dry with the gloves on.
I saw a fucking goddamn interview with Kevin Gates talking about wanting to wear gloves and misting coconut oil on a girl's butt and fucking her outside.
Okay.
You know, I was like, "Ew,
Dude, yeah,
You
Kevin
nasty.
Gates is nasty as
you
fuck.
nasty.
I don't know what it was on, but
Putting gloves
they were
on is
showing
just
one of
weird
his
as fuck to
shows.
me. I always think of Fight Club. You know, when he
oh yeah,
you know, he's like, he like fucking really loudly, and he like knocks on the door and he like answers. He's got gloves on still, and she
Yeah.
like falls off. What's that about?
it's like, I don't want to get it on me.
I want to fucking touch you.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever taken GHB?
No, I've not taken the date rape drug.
You ever been real hypnotic?
No, I've never. You ever been rohypnoled by a pack of rhino? What is it?
I don't remember. It
What
was
by a
like
pack of
snow goose or
by
something.
a pack of fucking wild geese and wake up and wake up in Venezuela or some shit.
Yeah. I've heard it's
Hit by a
crazy.
swan.
Yeah, you ever been rohypnoled by a swan?
I'm good. Oh wait, no, isn't he? Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've done PCP though.
Okay,
I didn't do that one
I
either.
thought, yeah, it seems rare.
I,
Someone
yeah.
has smoking it. I was like, no, and I was like, well,
I came
are
across
you going to
it
be
one
smoking on it in
time.
a second? Because I'm going to see how you're acting, and then I might smoke something with you in a minute.
yeah, I'm gonna gauge you.
And then
Mr.
I'm
PCP, man.
gonna do a little bit less.
This
than you just did.
happens never.
I'm just gonna let you know that this is only the 8th time that I've ever hit PCP today.
Yeah.
Okay, this never happens to me. This never
Yeah,
comes
flag
I
back.
that.
regret not trying it a little
There's
bit.
fucking PCP in this video.
I think I regret not trying it. It seemed like
It's
a
rare.
lot. It was I was with Fluffhead when we were kind of hopping around, and it was in North Carolina. It was at the college.
Wait, he had some
Wait.
PCP?
It was at that hippie college in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like Wilson something.
Okay.
It's one that like is a famous hippie college that a lot
Yeah.
of like actors went
Did you
to and
pass
shit. I
on
forget. I did, but the kids like they did it. That was their recreational thing.
Oh, they're just
and I was a
PCP
little
heads?
scared. Like I already
I bet.
did DMT a lot.
Were
but
they crazy?
No, they were. I mean,
Chill?
They were like college kids. They were in school. They had their shit together. But
Well,
they were
Damn,
like
was
the
it like training
chemistry
day?
kids would be like making that shit, and
Oh.
I don't know. I think I was a little scared.
Damn,
Deadheads
Toby.
said-
It didn't
Uh,
feel like.
His good friend got G'd in Tampa by a bartender. Now,
That seems like that would.
being GHB'd by a bartender doesn't seem like the best use of.
They could just cut you off, I feel like.
Well, they're also
They're
like
gonna
they got
rob
to
you?
finish their shift. So like,
Yeah, you can't leave.
you can't like
to
you
rave.
can't really like toss the lady over your shoulder while you're on shift.
No,
Doesn't seem like the
That
best
is a
use.
thing though. I have heard of that happening though. Bartenders just like I guess towards the end of the night. It had to be towards the
Wait,
end
I
of the
mean,
night.
like, I could only see that working if you're working with people that are in the bar robbing people or something. You
But
know?
also, I've heard bartenders accused of that a lot when they're probably there's someone
Over-serving?
that left already,
Yeah.
and they saw couldn't work. It didn't work for them or something.
Man,
Now they're fucked up.
I have heard of people. So, like, really, most of the times I've heard about people being drugged. I've heard a lot of those stories mostly from this one bar downtown here called the Electric Cowboy.
Okay.
It was a hot bar to drug people.
Rob people.
Oh,
They
they
robbing people that are drugged, and like they're people that are just there. So,
yeah, they just pour something in your drink and then you get fucked up and they
like
steal
they
your
take
wallet.
they take your wallet. But I've also heard of them doing that and then straight up abducting or kidnapping the person.
Oh, just take them. Well, they were trying to
take them
start.
to the ATM.
Well, they were like taking.
Oh,
they
take 'em
were
to the ATM.
There were a bunch of people that were like getting taken outside of fucking like the like CBC and Cherry Street Tavern and shit.
Like
You remember
robbed-
when all that stuff was happening?
Yeah, robbed out at gunpoint.
That and like they were trying to like get people in a van. Like they were trying to like toss
human
people
traffic
in.
them.
Yeah.
It takes some people.
Oh, Deadhead said his friend was just arguing with him. Oh, okay, so he was just drugging your friend to get back at him. That's some nice revenge. So that doesn't.
Why
You
don't-
don't.
why
You
do
don't
you
have
have
to
that?
be off the clock for that.
I mean,
Why do you
if
have
you,
that?
as long as you catch him when he falls and bring him back to his bed, I think it's cool.
I can't believe that. Yeah, so you're like, I hate that loud. You would think that the bartender would just cut him off.
yeah, but no,
You're like, I'm not playing your shit tonight. I'm gonna make you.
I'm gonna
make you get
fall
arrested.
down.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
you a real strong drink.
Okay, so if someone's being rowdy, you give them a little jig.
That'd be crazy. I'd never trusted bartender like at least for a minute.
Well, you know, don't.
Like I,
Well,
I would
don't say something
be
to a
that guy.
bartender that he then
Yeah, don't
feels he
get in
has
the
to
shit.
drug you.
you
Oh,
should.
sure, I forgot that.
Yeah, come with respect, and you'll
I'm
probably
just
never
in-
get drugged.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce myself
You're not-
every time. But if that happened to me, man, I would have trust issues with bartenders.
Well, don't disrespect people or
Oh,
don't
yeah.
piss off people.
And
that
you're not
make
a
your
hot
drinks
girl.
or your
I
food.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
People aren't trying to drug you.
Okay. Well, maybe he had it coming.
Some
maybe
people
he
are
didn't.
trying to drug you, Toby.
Yeah, maybe he had it coming.
I am.
You're too trusting.
Is that what Deadhead said? He said he had it coming. You're like, if I had it, I would have hypnoted him too.
Put them down.
Yeah, it's bad though. I hate when hearing those stories where people might have got dosed, like where they. It happens more often than you think. Like with people that go out.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, I only had 2 or 3 drinks, and then I blacked out.
And then I realized I was walking through a magical mushroom forest, and I didn't know what the fuck had happened.
Happened to one of our friends, Zach's girl. They went out to a bar, and the bartender was hitting on her all night. And she had, I think it was like 2 drinks or something like that. And like they had to lift her up. She couldn't stand.
Oh.
And they ended up getting that dude fired for whatever reason. I'm sure he was being inappropriate. And
Okay, so he was being inappropriate, and
but
then
it was a
also just, like-
bartender. I mean,
okay.
I can see, but I get your thing about like you still have to finish work though.
Yeah, you're gonna be there like
But-
well after the bar is even closed. Like you've got
If
to like
someone's
set everything
alone,
back up. You're
you
leaving
fuck 'em
like
up, I
2 to
guess, to
3
take-
hours after you close.
Are you trying to like get them fucked up and then to take care of. Oh no, it's probably something nastier. Like they just want to go to the bathroom and fuck them.
Okay.
And then get back to work. Like that's probably
and then just leave them there.
The game, dude.
That's the game.
That's the fucked up bartender. If you're a bartender out there, fucking watch out for these folk.
Yeah,
dude. A place here just got called out. It was Wonderlinger. The place that just was recently in the news for all the drag show stuff. There's a like well-known multi-charge rapist that works there in the back, and like there's all these posts about it, how like that like everyone that works there knows it and puts up with it, and like
rapist?
He was like multi-charged, like
holy shit.
And
he like works in the brewery part,
I think so, or in the cook. Maybe he was a cook.
And that got exposed. And
the guy that made my Philly cheesesteak, bro.
So is that recent? Like
apparently they let it go, and he's done it multiple times.
Is it still pending, or he committed?
And no, he committed multiple ones that were on record. But they said they put up with him like doing shit like that, about like fucking with younger girls and fucking not younger, but they're 21. They're there to drink.
Oh, okay.
Like
those are two different things. Yeah, predatory behavior, but not criminal. Predatory behavior.
No, criminal. I mean, it was rape charges. He like would get them fucked up.
Sorry, I forgot the rape.
Yeah.
Shit.
It just wasn't underage.
Okay.
Dude.
Anyway, that's just some sad shit. They're trying to call this dude out, and they're trying to get him fired, and they're taking a lot of heat for it. And I've already not liked that place, and now I'm just like, what? All the people that work there fucking know about this dude.
Well,
and apparently he's friends or family with somebody, right? To be able to hold that job. But
I guess that's rough.
Definitely done some nitrous during sex.
You've been like, oh yeah, that's so good.
They're like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, nitrous good anytime. Yeah. Just not too often.
Good old hippie crap.
Like, we're gonna stop, and I'm gonna reload this.
I think a couple times a year at a festival is a place to do nitrous and go all out.
Yeah.
But just one night of the festival. You can't do it every day.
I know I'm getting a blowjob, but would you be disrespected if I killed some nitrous right now?
Because it would really help me out.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just...
Like, what is that?
You're like cracking it into the fucking whipped cream thing?
Go on.
Yeah.
Wait. Your moans are weird as shit.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so good right now.
I'm coming.
I'm gonna come. Do you? Oh.
Having a seizure.
Oh yeah, you fish out.
You fish out, go flaccid.
No, you
fish out and
you fish out and just pretend it was you like coming or something. You're like, did you just fish out? You're like, no.
No, you fish out and come, and then come back and be like, damn it, I missed it.
Yeah.
You're like, he's just having a seizure.
Just a little siege. It was really good. Man, fishing out on some nitrous is dangerous for sure.
Like,
that's another one. Don't stand.
The balloon down.
Yeah,
why don't you
drive? Sit? Don't drive while you're fucking doing nitrous.
It's not cute.
I don't even think stand or walk around while you're doing that shit. Really,
sit down.
I think sit down.
If you're getting high, sit down.
It's bad. It's a bad idea to do it while you're driving.
Oh yeah,
I know. And as a passenger,
it's scary.
Yeah, you're just like, really?
I'm doing this right now?
You're really having a seizure.
That's real
cute.
It's Sound Tribe. I get it.
I'm going to just hold the wheel.
Yeah, we're just driving through a back road in Red Bank.
You can't play off a seizure while you're driving.
No.
You're like...
I got it, but in case I don't. Yes.
I'm just fucking with you. You're like, you're having a seizure.
You're high. You're so fucking high right now.
Yeah, that's a stupid thing to attempt in general.
Yeah.
Like, again, just fucking chill for a second. Sit down.
That same person that I feel like we're talking about is the only musician I've ever been jamming with or playing music with and seen them fall out of their chair.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Maybe couldn't get up for a second. Like, we just kind of stopped playing. Because he was like, oh, it's that playing it off.
Yeah.
You know, he's just...
he's straight fall.
Fell. Yeah, he was like getting into it and putting something extra on it.
You're talking about at the festival?
No, I'm talking about like one... It was at the Space. He was... Yeah, it was at the
Space. Who was it?
The Reverend Broseph.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, he fell out.
He would tumble.
Fucking fell out of his chair.
Who was impressive was our Quentin Tarantino. He was our drummer for a while. And
he had to drink.
Yeah.
He would put pints of vodka away real quick, multiple ones.
Dude, he always kept it together.
Yeah.
That was just his level.
It was really impressive.
Yeah.
He always kept it together. Dude, drummers
I never saw him
drink.
fall or fuck up, really.
Well, they're burning it off.
You burn it off?
Yeah, I've heard him say, like, it gives him energy to get through it.
Mm-hmm. The vodka gives me energy.
Yeah, he was straight.
Scientifically, it does not. You know that, right? Scientifically, it does not give you energy whatsoever. If anything, it dehydrates you and takes it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to drink water.
Yeah. But he couldn't play with water, you know?
Yeah.
He had to play with the
state dependent.
Yeah.
Vodka was his water.
But no, he still plays with Iron Fez. Shout out Iron Fez.
Yeah, they throw down.
Oh man, I haven't looked. Can we see if we can find
Oh, you
want to
give him a big shout out? You want to?
It's not a purposeful shout out necessarily. We'll see how good it is.
Really, that's where you're coming from on
I think they've dropped some new stuff recently.
Of course I come with it with love.
So
but I just haven't heard it really.
Most recent video was a year ago?
Good Cop, Rad Cop. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
They got some shows on there, it looks like, but also they intro.
Move Bitch, Ludacris cover.
They might not actually
do that for it. No, this is them. That's Reed.
Oh, I'm talking about the first one.
Oh.
Is that them from the second one? That looks interesting.
Do you want to see them?
What is that? Is that a stage?
That's the toilet at JJ's, I think.
Oh, it's just a picture. I'm sorry. Okay. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Little people. What? Are they on the green screen?
They're on a green screen, yeah.
What the hell? That's a strange move, right?
That's the toilet at JJ's. So that's our old drummer in the back there, Lyle.
I'm just like everybody else.
This is pretty. I'm down with this.
Well, you know, Kanza, he recorded us. All right, so you've got Reed. This is Reed Landry, and then you've got.
Like everybody else, I don't give a fuck about anybody but myself.
He's a fun guy.
He's funny.
That's why I drive this big SUV, my Hummer H3, 'cause I
didn't know it was a banjo.
Yeah, he plays banjo, and then you've got Khan. He's on electric mandolin, and he's really good at he's a great studio engineer. He recorded Shabti's first EP.
Yeah.
And he's a good dude. Then you've got David over here on the guitar. Mm-hmm. What's his last name? I forget.
Morris.
David Morris. And then you've got Ben Arnold right there.
I remember all those names.
Yeah. And they're a bunch of cool dudes, and they're just like comedy trash folk.
Also, it's worth mentioning that this is like they've been in a band together since at least high school.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
This band, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they grew up together.
It makes me feel safe. It takes up 3 lanes. Oh yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say it. His hairline's changed since I've seen him.
Who, Reed?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's getting older, Houston.
I'm just not. I don't mean it as hate, and I know Lyle's wearing a hat because he knows.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I love
do they do the country accent?
Yeah. They're funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's a real band though. Also, I like that. 2 things. I like that Khan has the country musician thing going on with that shirt. Also, for a fucking electric mandolin, I'm seeing the pedals and I'm hearing David's guitar.
Yeah. Not hearing that mandolin though, are you?
Well,
like everybody else,
it's kind of blending in with the banjo.
You take solos and be stomping pedals.
Let's hear it, boys.
Nope.
I'm surprised at how much what's going on with David's sound.
Yeah.
Is there an electric guitar in this? I wouldn't mind seeing Steve playing lead.
Yeah.
I'm just like everybody else.
for having
It's got like some.
Oh, this sounds like the 90s.
That's what I was gonna say.
He has a guitar tone and look to his mandolin now.
Reminds me of Widespread Panic.
Yeah.
Really?
Getting a little thrashy with it. Angsty bluegrass, love it. Yeah, so it's definitely in like the vein of some 90s jam.
Yeah.
They're really good dudes.
They're
We've
funny.
known them forever.
Man, I swear though, man, he missed opportunity not going at it like string cheese.
Well,
Little
I mean, if he was like
sound, or-
like shredding, like
but I don't think he can shred.
yeah, that's true. It makes sense though with the pedals now that I was hearing that like lead tone.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just
Also, he's
got the guitar tone, right? I
well,
mean,
yeah, his ear is to offset the lack of there being a lead guitar voice.
Yeah. No, I
He's
mean
actually playing it like a guitar to me.
well,
Yeah.
who was playing
Steven.
lead? Steven, yeah,
Yeah.
our Steven was playing lead guitar for them, right?
Yeah, he's pretty good too. He's talented.
He's great.
He'd be doing the sweeps.
Oh, okay.
Like he's got some sweeps memorized. He'll bust those things out, man.
Bust out a sweep, bust
Dude,
out a broom, and bust out a sweep, bro.
Yeah,
You want to get one out real quick?
You guys want to bust out a sweep? It's pretty dusty in here.
I mean, that's the musical equivalent of putting your leg on the monitor.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time when we played with Mr. F, right? And I feel like that was early on with us playing together. And this is kind of a lower vibrational thought, I was almost being competitive.
Yeah.
And you want to be the best guitarist on stage. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe that was I was
When
going
was this?
like one of our first shows.
Oh.
One of our first few shows we played with Mr. F.
Okay.
We were playing and I felt like we were,
Competing with them? Because there was no competition.
No,
they were so
we're
much
not
better
compe-
than us.
That's what I was getting at. But like that,
What type of music were they? I don't know.
New England area jam,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it was highly technical. I'd never heard of these guys, but so I'd heard they were good, but we played, and I felt like within the first song, like
That was
they
our
went in-
second show, right?
It was, yeah. So like really foolishly, that was where I was kind of coming from. I wanted to be. I thought we were going to upstage them or something. Not
Oh my
really.
God.
I don't mean to be that way, but like, obviously I'm
You
mature.
didn't know how good they were.
Oh yeah, the first song, he like laced the guitar up.
Yeah.
He took a solo, man, and then just
Lace
Yeah,
like
oh
a
my
shoe.
God.
Yeah, man. Like, so, and did they open for us? That's not how that went, right? We
No,
opened for them.
We played with them twice.
Yeah.
And one time we did open, or I feel like we opened, or they opened for us, and then next time we played, we opened for them.
Yeah.
They're
That was like-
amazing.
yeah,
they're
they were-
traveling too.
Yeah, they were really good.
They're from. I don't remember where in the New England area they were from. I think they were just from New York. And
Yeah, and there was no reason for us to play with Marvin when we did, and that's pretty.
we slid in there.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool that we get to say that now because they're pretty. I mean, like Danny's
they're
doing pretty well
talented.
for himself.
That's the best. That arguably the best band we've ever played with.
Okay.
Definitely, even additionally to that, Danny Rubin is probably one of the best guitarists I've ever been in the same room as. Like to witness that level of playing.
Yeah, that was insane, dude.
I
That
was not
insane.
thinking like that by then. I was in awe of them, and I was a fan. I knew about them before we played with them.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
that was
they were
a
good.
bit of a get. So they booked a show at JJ's, and I guess John was like, "What could I throw
Yeah.
in with these guys?" And he threw it to us.
and we were like, "Yes, please.
yeah,
we
Marv.
will
Yeah.
hopefully not fuck this up."
Same with Dopapod. But honestly, I feel like Danny's a better guitar. I mean, dude, they're like amazing level.
Yeah,
Like the guitarists for both of those bands.
we opened for Dopapod.
We did.
Yeah.
Toby played on his damn setup.
Oh yeah,
did not know how to use-
He didn't want you to change anything.
Not all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want
I didn't know how to use
There was like
that
some
thing.
off limit stuff.
Yeah, we got to open for Dopapod. We opened for the main squeeze.
That
was cool.
sweet. Yeah, I love them.
Oh, they were incredible.
We got
Smiley's
to,
one of the best keyboard players.
Dude, we got to open for some cool people. We got to open for George Porter Jr. That was cool. You didn't get to come to that one.
wasn't at
but it
that
was
one.
cool.
That was like the only one I wasn't at. That's pretty cool though.
He was really cool.
I should have not shown up to work that night.
Yeah, dude.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, you should.
I didn't let that happen
You should
again.
have skipped the.
Didn't let that happen again.
Skipped the work to
Should have
go
been like,
play the music.
I'm going to go play music that
Do
night.
you know who George Porter Jr. is?
It'd really be cool if you had to come in. I need you to come in, man. It's not a good enough reason.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm going. In retrospect, I should have just been like, I'm going.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
Yeah.
It's where you could have met Joel. That's where I met Joel.
That could have been the start of that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, really?
That's where we
weird.
met Joel. I met Joel and Steven outside the venue.
Really?
Yeah, they walked up to me after we played and talked to me for a minute.
Yeah, who? Yeah.
I was probably
Who's still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I need to get out of here.
Davey, get the
remember
car.
Yeah. You still and you play music with him, so that maybe that was the right thing, to happen that night. I don't know if they were like that just happened to be the night you met him.
Well, they
did he live out there?
Yeah, I think they were coming through to see what was up with George Porter.
Are you implying that because you weren't there is the reason that he met him?
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, am I living your life?
No.
Am I living?"
He's living the life
Ask
that you're
yourself.
supposed to live.
No. So ask yourself.
Like, are you saying
if I was there, would I have been standing on that corner?
There's no dimension where I would have a show booked. There would be a show booked, and I said, "Oh no, I have responsibilities to this kitchen."
Yeah.
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 I mean,
I
just get it. I mean, I get work.
I meant that maybe it was the fateful thing to happen.
Okay.
So because you weren't there, he was lucky enough to have met Joel.
So just I'll thank you.
Him.
Yes,
He's the cooler, dude.
Yeah, who do you play with still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that was the only show I think I ever had to miss, right?
I don't remember.
There might have been another one. Maybe another one. I'm not sure, though.
I feel like there was another one.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Those were probably
or like
not as good,
or like dealing with because that's right around when you were having your kid.
Yeah.
Having a fresh baby.
There was a couple shows that were like a close call.
Oh, I almost had to miss.
Well, there was the Rhythm and Brew show. You came in real late.
That was.
How do you remember that?
That was just irresponsible. Because
it was
of course,
a thing?
David. Yeah, because it was incredibly late. I missed sound check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
incredibly late.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm not disputing that didn't occur. That was a really important show, and I really dropped the ball by sleeping all day.
Was that us opening for the JGBCB?
It was during Riverbend.
So?
It was during Riverbend.
Because that was a big show to me. That was big because those guys were real cool when they were doing that thing.
Yeah.
It was during
They were
Riverbend
really
too,
good.
though. I remember I went to Riverbend in that stretch of time too.
Oh, is that where you were? You
No.
were at the Riverbend?
No.
Is that why you were late?
No, but I will. It provides
Was it
context.
drugs?
It was. You know it was. I'm not
You had to
disputing
go
that neither.
get drugs?
No,
Do
I
drugs
did them
at?
all night, and then it was morning time, and I did some other drugs so I could get to sleep before noon.
Get to sleep
then-
before. Oh.
And then I wake up at 6:30.
That's when you just gotta stay up, man, and be
Be
a
fucking
strong.
rock star.
Well,
Like,
you know,
stay
You
up
want
and
to
get
party
the
like a
shit
rock
done.
star? Be a rock star.
You're just gonna have
it's
a
true.
headache. It's
It was
fine.
the one time. So if we're
One time, we're knocking off a list of times you
that
were
was
like
the other time I arguably didn't show up, and I did.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember you were just Hayden was in disbelief.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't believe you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, get the
Abandoned
fuck
us.
out of my face.
Out of everyone here, I want to hear from you the least.
Yeah, I'm not.
There
gonna
was
hear this shit.
something like we were backlining
And he
and
was-
we
I-
had to be set up or some shit.
It was
something
so
like
last
that.
minute. Like I feel like I threw in I put my shit on stage. I'm like, it's good. He can just switch I guess what we'll have to do is I'll just turn the amp on and he will just have to put the mic up real quick.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
I just brought it in. I think that maybe even people were. It was like 6:37 when I got there. It was like
It was
well
time.
after sound check.
Yeah. It was time to do stuff.
That's funny. That's it's not funny like in the moment, but like
I don't blame
I
you.
have
You
not
just
been
gotta
as
get the-
mature as Davey has in during the 5-year run with Shopty. You know, like there were some nights where I've definitely done too much or had too much.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned. Davey was pretty baseline. I thought Davey was going to be crazy at the beginning. I thought Davey was going to be getting into the crazy shit, and I was going to be the mature, older one.
Oh, okay.
And then
I've always known to live the rock star life, you have to first be a rock star. So you have to put the work in.
Well,
first.
you know, I'm not doing crazy.
Before you
I
can,
didn't think I
like-
was a rock star.
Well, no, you have to like put on fucking good shows. You have to
just
make
a-
sure
yeah,
that you're on
yeah,
your
yeah.
shit, and you have to put on good shows before
To
people
deserve
take you.
the partying,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, you got to do good, and then you can get fucked up.
Okay,
Like,
I didn't. It feels like I'm being reprimanded for this one show.
retroactively
No, dude, yeah.
reprimanded.
Yeah, well, no, I can relate. Like,
You're
there's
like, I was
plenty
just in
of times
disbelief.
where I didn't take some shit seriously, but I've always, I don't know. I think I corrected that a lot, just because like, no matter how fucked up you get in a night, it's like you have a job to do. You got to be there at a certain time. That's just how it is. You know, it's just a work thing.
Yeah.
My dad in my head is yelling at me if I'm not like you're the reason you're fucked up and your head hurts. Like,
Well, yeah,
I'm
it's like we
I
have
know, so
rehearsal
I gotta-
at noon tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, and we'll be there.
Yeah.
Tell me we're rolling at like 12:30. It's fine.
That's not true.
I'm just joking.
Damn.
But see, the thing is,
Davey doesn't like lateness.
No.
yeah, no, he's pretty anal.
Well,
about
no,
some
I've
shit,
also
but
gotten a lot more. I've gotten
But
cooler.
personally-
I've chilled out. I've chilled out on it. Honestly,
Personally, I've done, plenty of drugs, many a nights, and I've always been there wherever I needed to be the next day, whether it was construction or music or,
Well,
I definitely don't have a problem with doing both.
Oh no, I
No,
know
you
no
show
one
up.
said yeah.
But that was the only thing,
I bet that
you gotta suck it up, and like you fucked up your day, so you gotta deal with it. No one else has to deal with you fucking up your day.
yeah.
You just gotta suck it up and do it anyway.
Yeah. Man, I called him a bunch of times. He hasn't even picked up.
Yeah. Well, there
No,
was
again,
the
I
one time.
fucked up
I wasn't
like that
expecting
before, but-
to wake up that late in the day either, though. I was just like, I woke up and I couldn't believe it. It was
You
like
took
almost
something to
dark.
go to bed.
Yeah.
I did.
Like at noon, right?
No, before. I said before noon. That could
So
have
it
been
was
8
like
o'clock.
11:47.
It could have been the day, like the sun was coming up, and I was like, dude, I have got to like start winding it down.
That's when you're like, I fucked up. I gotta deal with this. This is my day. Start some coffee.
That's what you would do.
Fucking, you gotta deal with it.
That's oh really?
No,
There-
I'm saying
I was gonna
personally.
say I was gonna
Because
okay.
I can't take a little nap and then if I've been up,
I
it's like you just
there's been
gotta
plenty of times
roll
where we've been
through.
tripping and we were like, I'll give you a ride tomorrow. And then you be tripping, and then you were like, I ain't moving for 24 hours. I was like, yes, I'm fucked.
Oh, there was
It
one
is
time
now
where
the next day.
we
there
were
was-
tripping here, and then I just kept being like pushing it off. Like I'll probably feel better like later.
I didn't,
Yeah.
'Cause
and I
right
didn't
now,
have
I'm
I didn't
can't
have a
drive.
car. I didn't have a car at that time.
Yeah, and
He
so I
said
just
he
kept
would-
kept pushing off. I was still high.
Well into the next day.
Yeah. Well, we had retaken like
No.
some acid at like 3 a.m. or something.
What I
So
love
it was
about
coming back
what I love
in.
about this story is that you took the extra acid.
Maybe I took it and you didn't. You did.
No, I
never
did. But you said you were going to take some more. Just power through.
Yeah.
And
you
then
didn't.
I powered
Right.
through, but now I'm super
What-
high.
right, but you were powering through because you had to take your girlfriend to the airport. Is what you
Okay,
said.
yeah.
You're like, oh
I
yeah.
didn't end up doing
You
that
were-
either. I was
No,
too
you
high for
didn't.
that.
No, you didn't.
I didn't power. I powered through. I was still awake.
Yeah,
but I
you-
was not capable.
You're
of
like, I
taking you
can't.
guys
I will
everywhere.
not get in a car.
So baby, in preparation
lied.
of doing the thing that I was supposed to
didn't- I
do,
didn't
I was
lie, I just-
preparing to take you to the airport.
Yeah, I was like, if I get super high in acid, I'll be awake so I can work.
Or I'll be
But I
up so
didn't-
I can drive you there.
yeah.
I might be up, but don't ask me to drive.
Yeah. So now it's like a thing of
Yes,
like,
I'm-
there's other things.
Good
It just-
morning.
it wasn't just keeping me up.
Not
It
driving.
was also getting me very high.
But yeah,
I ended up letting you take
your car.
the car, and
Yeah.
This
and,
was like
take yourself
past
home
4?
and come back.
I think I had to get something going with my car.
Yeah.
But it was another one of those verbal agreements I
Oh,
thought we had.
your car. Yeah, was your breathalyzer. What was it?
Something was going on with my car, and
Yeah.
my car was not working,
Mechanical.
and I
There
had
was-
to go deal with my car stuff.
There was one time
Mechanical.
for a decently important. So like what at the time. So we were in a band together called Headspace, like we said earlier. Oh shit, Zena's in here. She said, "LOL, true."
What did I say?
Oh yeah, I'm fucking getting on your ass.
Oh, that I got too high and I didn't pull through. I'm sorry about that.
I perfectly recounted the events of a pretty recent thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad. I agree that it wasn't a great option. I also could have done it with coffee.
Yeah.
Or something and just stayed up. But no,
I remember being real nervous
there.
when you did that. I was like, "Are you ain't gonna burn me too? Are you?"
No, I do think I was, or I do think you were like, "Are you sure?"
Because what was funny about it was because
And
I was like,
not sure.
while we're driving,
not.
like while you're taking her to the airport, can you just take me to my house in the morning?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, okay.
And
so
you
it's
were
supposed
like,
to be a double
but
drop off.
No, what was funny was you were like, I can't agree to that.
Oh, see, did I tell the truth though, or did I tell the truth though?
You were like, I can't agree to that because that puts me further out than I had to be driving back by myself to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. See, I said
That's what
it
you were
right
saying
off
before.
the
No,
bat.
you did.
You can't even blame me for
No,
that.
when we were working out the deals of redosing, you were like, I'm taking more so I don't go to sleep because I got to do this.
I promise.
But you told you said it would have to be later in the day.
Okay.
You're like, I'm gonna just take her
Who
there.
knows what that
Maybe you can
means?
ride with me, and we come back. And then later in the day,
okay,
I'll take you.
I was bargaining because I didn't know how I was gonna feel.
I was like, that's bullshit, but okay. Like, fine, let's do it.
Dude,
How many times does that happen though? To where we've just like, that's happened to me a lot. To where I'm like,
God,
all right,
you've
this
done
is
that.
just
You've
what
done
we
it
need to
more
do
than
the
once to
day.
me.
Well, not just the driving thing, just like the whole like, oh fuck, it's too late. We have shit to do tomorrow, or like maybe not, but there's
So-
no point in going to sleep now. We can't, for whatever situation.
Funny enough, me and Toby didn't hang out like that before shows.
Oh no, you'd be with other people doing drugs and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would do drugs after.
Okay, that's exactly how it happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just had
prepping
a pretty
before time.
indiscriminate schedule whenever I wasn't working.
yeah. You were just
I would
like
party the
around.
night before and
You
the
were
night
doing
after.
stuff. You were out
But
there
not the
doing stuff
day
with
of.
people.
I had
Yeah,
all
what-
day, and I was financing myself.
Yeah.
You save it for after. You'll be so much
I don't think I
better.
ever turned it off. Is what my mindset was. I just was getting into shit all the time.
There was for the second or third Headspace show when we were playing that festival in the park.
Yeah.
So we were there and set up.
Was it in
and-
Renaissance?
Yeah, we were we were waiting for Toby, and we didn't know what was up with him. We kept
that
calling
one was
him
bad, yeah.
and calling
That was
him,
a late one.
and it's like maybe 30 minutes before we have to play,
There was a situation.
and he's not there.
I woke up with like puke on myself somewhere. It was one of those nights.
Yeah, you woke
and
up.
I had to get my clothes cleaned. And my phone, I didn't have a charger for my phone, so you couldn't get a hold of me. And I was like trying to find clothes or get these washed. But I woke up right at the time I need to be there. That
Yeah.
was a bad one.
So,
Bad mix of things.
Well, I think he
What
woke
time was
up
this?
when I think he woke up for the second time when I knocked on the door.
It was the day show.
Because
right?
he opens the door almost kind of perturbed, almost kind of like
Oh, you mad at me? You mad at me?
Almost kind of like a
You
what?
mad at me?
Yeah.
Probably. It
Oh,
probably pissed, dude.
am I intruding?
Yeah.
Did I wake you up just now?
Now,
Yeah.
did I get my clothes clean?
I
What'd
gave you
do?
a shirt.
You gave me a shirt.
that
And
you
I
never gave back?
threw the other one
Oh.
out. I probably lost it.
It was one
you
of
know?
my favorite Paisley shirts. I was like, you have to give this back to me.
What happened to it? Like I lost probably.
Oh my God, that was noise. That what you said?
But yeah, that was probably my worst show situation. Waking up right before with puke on my clothes.
Let's
What are you gonna
let's
do?
give you a little
Like,
bit more credit because you were pretty young, right? Like you were
Yeah,
like
dude.
in your early 20s, maybe even
No, we were like 19.
teens. Okay, that's
Yeah.
excusable.
I
It's
still think
unacceptable, but it's still, like-
excusable for the again. You can do that. All you
I'm not
wanna-
shocked. You
but
know,
I
you were
should've been
19
there
years old.
on time with a clean shirt, no matter what I did last night. That's my point.
Yeah.
you got to push through it, and I did. That was an example of a time I did not make it work.
You did not. You didn't show up, so to speak.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like even
I
you
didn't
just
show
got to
up for
account.
you.
You just got to account for your own bullshit, right? So it's like
Absolutely.
you know that you've got to do this thing tomorrow. Okay, we have a show, and it's not anybody. Like I don't have to push my bullshit on. Like this show is for those people. I'm
Again, the
being
ones-
paid to be there. Like I'm gonna do this thing for those people.
The ones we were talking about were like wake up late accidental ones.
So-
So those two we were talking about, that is slightly different, but still.
Well, accidental through your own fuckery.
oh
yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, again, but that's different than like being awake and blowing it off.
Yeah.
In a sense. Like
so also was shocked. You think about that festival that we played in Georgia, the Roots Fest?
Oh, yeah, and Kelly got super fucked up and could
No,
barely
that's
play
not,
the
even,
second
that's not
day.
even the one I'm talking
Okay.
about. I'm talking about the one in Georgia. That's the one in Alabama.
Okay.
The Roots Festival, the one we played.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, Toby's
afternoon.
birthday when he decided to stay.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, no, dude.
Toby was already there. There was a
I
like
was
most
there
of the
beforehand.
You camped out.
Okay.
Did you stay up all night?
Oh,
I remember you've been
I
partying.
don't know what I got into.
I remember people were camped out. Dustin and everybody was camped out, and it was funny because the night before, and it might have been Friday or something. But
I'm
we
already
played during
here,
the day.
guys. Like, I'm like, when you getting here? And they're like,
I remember,
what?
dude. So we a lot of us stayed at Lyle's house the night before.
Oh, yeah, because we had to practice.
So I wasn't cool with him like
Didn't
that.
Parrish
dog.
play that show with us?
I don't
Wasn't that the
remember who
show
played bass.
Parrish played?
I don't remember who was playing bass, but I thought Martelli played.
Yeah, I think it was Martelli at that show for sure.
But yeah,
That
so like,
one.
we all just kind of stayed at Lyle and Khan's place the night before, and then we rolled
Yeah.
in the next day.
And
But
I was
you were
already,
there.
Yeah, it was
you
my
were
birthday
lit.
weekend. I was already
You were
gone.
lit. But no, it wasn't a bad show at all. I remember it being a pretty good show.
No, it was a good show. But yeah, when y'all were trying to leave is when I think I got myself in trouble because I was like, nah, like, why would I go
we
back?
anywhere?
And they're like, we're your only ride. You don't know people. Like everyone you know is leaving. You can't just stay. And I'm like, no, I'm staying. I'm gonna find someone I know or meet someone new, and be there for. I'm gonna be in their gang now. I'm in a gang.
Yeah, I'm here for the weekend.
I'm a gang hopper, dude.
I'll be-
hop in a gang, dude.
Yeah, you're gang hopping. Yeah.
Like there's a team of 5 friends. I'm your 6th friend now.
Oh really?
I've done that so many times. It became an art.
Oh my
Gang
god.
hopping.
Yeah, you're just gonna sell. You're just gonna send all your equipment with us. You're like, I'm gonna load it up with y'all. Can you just unload it?
I think I sent. Now that's a shit move. But I didn't know how to get my gear back. I'm wandering in the woods now.
I have to worry about me now.
It's me and my backpack.
I have chosen to stay back, and just you
I
guys
don't
go
remember
on.
what.
I don't remember that.
Something happened, or there was someone
That
I
sounds
knew there.
truly
but-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're like, just take my gear.
Yeah, I did send the gear.
I'm
That's
not
the
done
bad part.
partying.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
just-
over for me.
Yeah, you don't have a way back. I'll
You
worry
don't
about that.
know
That sounds like a
people.
future me problem.
Yeah, I will meet someone.
I'm gonna
Again,
go
I'll
walk
hop
over
in
that hill
to a friend group.
and
Man,
Just
I'm gonna
hop in.
figure it out.
Do you remember? Did you ever go to any of those shows at that? They like fix tractors or lawnmowers.
The
What?
shows
Oh,
where
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
fix
yeah.
tractors and lawnmowers.
No, where the
Yeah.
lawnmower is on top of the building.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
So-
some slutty shows.
They were
That was
there was
straight
DJ shows
dubstep,
and rap.
heavy powdered drugs.
Not legit. This was like moonlight. This was an actual business that they
Yeah.
just brought all their stuff in, and there's couches.
Oh, I know what you're
And
talking
they had
about.
the fence around it, so they had some like thing where they could stop the cops at the
Yeah.
as long as there was no close neighbors, so they didn't get sound complaints.
It was
And
right
there was
there
a
by
cop
the
there
interstate.
every night.
Yeah.
It was there. It's like a pop up, an underground
Yeah.
rave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh man, those shows again. It's like they had a
remember-
bar that underage kids were pouring liquor and selling Molly from. It's like they
hell
looked
yeah.
professional as fuck, dude. We were all underage.
I
Yeah.
remember being really irritated about having to buy booze.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the same as me going to someone's house right now.
Yeah,
You
it
might
was a
have a
house
kitchen
vibe.
in
It's
here.
like a ball and house vibe, but it's in the. But you know this place. It's on
It's
the
right
corner
downtown. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like busy
of
street.
A very obvious. Like,
Yeah.
For
you're
it to
not
get
hiding
swamped with
from
cars.
shit.
They had a door. They had a gate guy.
Yeah, they had a guy that knew how to talk to police out there, and there was most of the time they didn't bust it. A few times, of course. You know.
Yeah. Okay, I was
You had
just
to
wondering
run- it
if
was
you've
just
been
like-
out there.
I've been there when it got
I feel
busted
like it's
too.
the
I had-
same people too that would go to the Cherokee Farms.
Yeah, same. It overcrossed,
Overlapped?
but no, there was like a more like
This is something else.
grittier.
Yeah, this is grimy.
There's a
bullshit.
lot of
grubby.
rolls and shit. A lot of rolls, lots of powders.
Random raver girls.
Face drugs,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's some raver shit, pretty much. But yeah, that it's so odd when you. It was called the warehouse. People
You
called
said
it
some
the
slutty
warehouse.
shows. That was the correct adjective.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just slutty, just people doing face drugs and
Hard grinding, just fucking on the
some
dance floor.
grindage
Shit.
and some.
Some of them people can dance. I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh shit, I didn't know. But that's why you find out your friend can dance, though.
Yeah.
And that,
I I didn't know.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn, Clarence.
Brendan can dance.
Bust it out.
Damn, Brendan. Damn.
Brendan, calm down.
Jeremy, get off the ground. Jeremy,
Show
get
off.
Put your shirt on, Jeremy.
Jeremy, stop. I see that you can move your hips. Stop it.
Dude, people I remember
where
one
did
night.
you get that light up?
Because they had a bunch of, they would keep like scooters in there, little razor scooters. And there was one night where people were flexing on scooters, like
doing tricks,
just trying to do tricks and shit in front of a crowd. It would be like a circle of people,
Hell yeah.
and they're doing razor tricks.
Yeah, I love that. That's nice. And people have bubbles and stuff. I was like, yeah, good for y'all.
Good for you guys.
Good for you guys. I'm glad to see this.
Oh man, he's tearing it up on that fucking razor.
It's crazy to be a part of this.
But no, it's not like it was like a professional razor guy. He was a dude on Molly that thought he was being, thought he was flexing. But
here's a little bit of an update on the place.
It burnt down? Well, I mean, I drive by there sometimes. I didn't notice that it's not there anymore.
It's set on fire from the inside.
So, that's what the rumors were. Insurance thing.
Oh.
But it burnt down.
I can't believe the people who rented it to whoever
You're
was
like,
renting that out.
Yeah, this is getting pretty used up and hot as a venue to, it's
I
not
really
making
don't
any
trust
money.
the person that is old enough and has the money and to go and rent a place like that, and also all of the very young people that were there. Like I imagine that he was there.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
Whoever set this up.
I questioned whether or not it was a real business sometimes. Like,
It's
I was
not.
like,
It
is
was
this
a
place
pop-up.
open during the
Like,
week?
No.
You're like, dude, I'm pretty sure like 100 people flooded in here and wiped their ass with this place on the couches.
Yeah.
Someone definitely had their feet all over these couches.
Oh yeah, there's ass juice on those couches for sure. Yeah, they had a front little lobby. It was such a shit place.
Man, so I really like that we didn't camp out at the Roots Fest though. I liked our spot though at Cucaraco.
Cucaraco, yeah, that was good. We got a cabin.
We got a cabin. Did we get access, or did they just give us one golf cart, or what was the deal with the golf carts?
I feel like that was just like we walked in there. We walked in there like we were a bigger band than we were.
They fucked with us though.
Yeah, they did. They kind of liked the cut of our jib because we walked in there and we're like, all right, what's up with a band? Where we at? And they're like, there are a lot of bands. And we're like, nah, we're on what stage? We're going to set up on this stage.
What's going on?
We weren't even supposed to be on the main stage, right?
We were checking in. I don't think we came rolling in like heralding some shit.
No, but it was.
I think we weaseled our way.
We haven't played many festivals, so we were like, what's up? You work here? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, what do we do?
Is there a check-in?
I need wristbands. I need Coronas, a stat. Do you have ice and a cooler? Because
I'm
a little parched.
They're like, hey, I got nothing to do right now, so I hope you get your shit to your cabin.
Yeah,
and I was blown away that it was a cabin. He said cabin. I was like, what? It was a domicile.
Yeah, it was a room.
Like a day camp vibe.
Yeah,
but we had bunks.
There was 4
and air conditioning.
4 bunks and an air conditioner. Yeah,
little
and then like a bed kind of in the middle too. So it was like kind of like a 5-bed thing.
Sort of situation on one side.
Kitchenette, chilling there. Yeah. That seemed like
toilet. It was nice.
What are you talking about? Just a bed? A bed didn't seem like your vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just came strutting in. We're like, where's our laminates at? Where's the keys to the golf cart?
Well, we did.
We need 2 because I'm wrecking one.
Don't we get our own golf cart? Did you not spray paint our name on the side of the fucking golf cart yet?
Well, we did end up getting on we did play the stage twice that we were not supposed to play at all.
Yeah.
Really?
We were not supposed to play the big stage. We were supposed to be on the small stage.
I think we
both
just misunderstood and set up the first time.
Yeah. And they were like, okay.
We got time.
And we were there.
And we
it was early, right? That was the early one. So it was like
we played at night.
The first one was early.
The first time we played was at night, and then we played during the day the next day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it let us back on, but early where we should have been.
Remember which day were we supposed to play?
Yeah, we opened up for who like that night? It was some bigger
Did
band.
some other band get pushed?
It was like
to
big
later or to another
stage. It was big
stage?
something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the next night we played way earlier. And
Kelly got up on stage with him and shit, right? And played bongos or some shit.
I think Tyler and Kelly.
Right.
Tyler went up with harmonica or something. They did.
Oh, that was the weekend Tom Petty died. Everybody's playing Tom Petty songs that weekend.
Okay.
For real.
Specific memory. I like that.
No, everyone's playing Tom Petty songs.
Literally everyone except us. We probably played fucking Boogie on Reggae Woman in Franklin's Towers.
We definitely did that shit.
Yeah.
Probably during the day. Yeah. We're playing festival. We played a couple times during the day. Mm-hmm. And that's a weird thing to be able to really see people.
Yeah.
In the crowd.
And there's no lights helping you. You got to really go for
you got what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have something good. But it's also very strange to be able to see someone so clearly that's dancing. Because it wasn't a dense crowd.
No, it was like pretty sparse. It's a big old field.
Yeah, people would like set up camp, like little areas in the rocks and stuff.
I remember cursing on that stage and
those kids
getting mad.
Looks. No, I just remember getting some looks.
Kids. Yeah, families.
Oh, okay. There's some kids here or something.
I dropped an F-bomb. I did something. I don't remember.
Fucking kids.
These fucking kids
did
out
they
here.
say get right or in between songs? That's funny that you said Ghost Train. That was one of the shows that I felt like we were warmed up really well and we were just not missing.
No, well, we played Ghost Train, like 3 times?
Yeah, one of the times we fucking nailed it all night.
Yeah.
And had a good crowd, good show. One of my favorite shows we played. Played very inspired and well, and we got through the sections well. Everyone was playing well together, and we were getting into like cool spaces in the jams. I was proud of that. One of those shows.
Was that the one we did the 3 sets?
I think so, because I remember we played forever, and we encored. We played the last song we played was "I Shall Be Released."
Okay.
And that was good too, man. I remember that was one of my favorite shows as far as how we were playing.
Yeah, that was. I mean, like those
house parties is something else, though.
Yeah.
And when they were good, it felt it was like those were cool for me.
Well,
I had fun.
Like being in a house party is really fun, just because it's like that super intimate and you can get like really, really out.
Yeah, you can get really wild with it. And I felt one of the house parties. I felt like this ridiculous, like Spartacus fucking gladiator like vibe.
Was that when we were down in that basement?
Yeah, and it felt like we were like entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment
like it felt,
for the king.
Are you entertained?
Yeah.
It was just like this gridiron feeling. Like, I've even had those thoughts. And it reminded me of what Joseph said about banding together to I never felt like we were trying to defeat something.
Yeah.
But it felt like we were beating the crowd back.
Yeah.
There was like this, we were like this push and pull with the crowd where it felt like in your face, and we were just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Depending on where we were a different kind of jam band.
Yeah.
Like we would kind of
highlight rock. There was different elements like that we would kind of highlight.
Yeah, if it was if we were we literally played in like a dirt basement to a bunch of people.
Thought we were some gangsters.
And we straight up we were a different band that night. Like we played our songs, but it was like they had a lot more of an edge, and there was like the jams got darker and were a little bit more hardcore.
Yeah. Also, there were other people playing. I felt like we were a little influenced. I felt like some people were playing like '90s alt rock stuff, and I felt like we kind of got influenced a bit by that night.
Yeah,
because they seemed to really receptive to it, and it just kind of became like it was a weird place that we normally didn't take the music.
Yeah, is Houston geeked? No, he drank an energy drink.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. We had burgers before the podcast, bro. We had Five Guys burgers.
I drank a lot of tea as well.
And a Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
and an energy drink.
Yeah. I'm in a good mood, and this is something I'm enjoying talking about.
So yes, Houston is geeked.
Yeah, I'm geeked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucking... I had completely forgotten about the Rhythm and Brews show. I was not taking it very...
We only played there twice.
Okay.
We went to a ton of shows there, but we only played there twice.
We played there with Marvin, didn't we?
No, Marvin was JJ's.
Okay, I just went to see them there.
We opened for... I forget who we opened for the first time, but the second time we played, we got to open for the JGBCB.
Yeah. I liked playing that place. It felt very professional, very early. Like we started playing shows there pretty soon. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the mid-sized venue. That was the mid-sized venue in town, and if you got to play there, that was that was it.
That was that was a good step for the local band. The local band doing pretty good for themselves. But yeah, no, I took a bunch of fucking liquid Xanax that morning.
to go to sleep.
You didn't mention
wake
that.
up-
I thought you were talking about Tylenol
I
What's up, man?
No, I clearly referenced what I did.
Yo, you were like, I took a little something to go to sleep before the show.
Before noon.
Yeah, it was
Not
just like
saying.
I don't know, like 4 milligrams.
Still,
I couldn't tell. I took like 4 vials. I don't know.
That sounds crazy. I assume that your vial is for 1 dose, right?
I'd been taking it. A little tolerance. You take a little extra.
Yeah, but when you take Xanax to pass out from a long night, it's your day. Your day's gone.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I wanted to go to sleep and not black out. And stay up.
Oh,
I want to make sure I went to sleep.
More dangerous to black out and stay awake.
I don't know. I've never been late to a show.
I know, Davey. I know, Davey. Let's. I mean, I deserve to consciously get chastised for that because chances are, y'all try to get at me while like that night, and I probably wasn't having it. Because I know Hayden did. Hayden was like, "Oh, hey,
nice
now
of you to show."
Yeah. I'm like, fucking whatever. What? Like, I'm here now. What are we doing? How we?
What are we doing here? Well,
there's music.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna get my stuff on stage and I'm gonna set it up and I guess I'll see you guys around in this.
I'll see you around.
I'm gonna go dip off to my car.
No, I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean, there was a bit of a green room there.
Yeah.
Yeah, hung out. Yeah, so speaking of like Cucaraco, plenty of times at fucking Songbirds, feel like you were the main band in the green room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny too because a lot of times we would get there, we were the first ones to get there, so we would kind of post up.
And now it's ours.
And then they would get back, and then
they would kick us out. There was the one band that wouldn't let us in there. What band
Main
was that?
Squeeze, right?
Main Squeeze wouldn't let us in the green room.
I remember
Our
I
shit's
wanted to
in there.
actually
You
meet
can't
them.
our shit is in there.
Our stuff's in there. Can we come in and get our stuff? No. Oh.
I'll bring it out to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
But no, they were just on a different level. And like they were posted up hard. I think they had a lot of family in there. It was packed.
That was their room.
We did had to go in there and go wait, there was someone else too.
There's been plenty of times though with like not Dumpster Funk, fucking Dopapod, we were kicking it. Like they did not have us in there.
Right.
We were just kicking it with them.
That's the vibe though.
Yeah, that was chill. Cause like I didn't like the you shouldn't even be in here. Like that's rare. But there were plenty of times where I felt like it was ours and then Big Brother would get there and they're like, oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
They're tied up.
Okay.
We're not.
You can't talk to us now.
We got to get some of our friends out of here.
Yeah.
We don't need like 8 of our friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
but it's
I've never
open
been a
season,
dude.
though.
I've never been a dude that's like, yeah, let's bring everybody back to the green room. Like, why would you do that?
Well,
No, but I will say if they're headlining, I'm posting up if I want to.
I'd be
I'm gonna come back there and post up, especially if y'all are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I bring like like a really close friend or my girl or something, but like if I brought all my friends back there, like especially the people I was hanging out with during Shop Tea, I'd be embarrassed. The other band would be like, these are your friends?
These are the people you bring around?
Yeah,
I see you brought a hoe with you.
It would end up being some people that probably shouldn't be back there.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the deal as well. Additionally, I would like to kind of qualify that statement.
Okay.
It was not typical of me to get too fucked up to play.
That's true.
Yeah. I would be in like some weird, rude moods, and it translated in a weird way with my playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be moody.
I've heard you like say, I wasn't trying to trash the song. I thought it was me having.
That's just
having
you
a
were
weird
expressing
attitude.
yourself.
Yeah, weird
That's how
attitude
you
with my
felt.
playing. I thought I was having a strange attitude with it, and I realized
yeah.
I'm not trying to ruin a song, but like it was strange. It was a
Well,
strange
we
thing.
can tell.
You're in a mood.
Yeah, we can tell what's up.
Yeah,
You're hitting that chord pretty hard at a time.
Yeah,
it's moody.
It's very, very
Rude
Zappa.
boy.
Very
really
Zappa
out.
of
We were
it,
very, very avant-garde
Yeah.
with it. Really strange.
Oh, very atonal of you.
Yeah. Getting real weird with it.
Oh, you're just mad. You're doing that at me. Oh.
These are select moments. But no,
It
so
had a
this is
little-
also within that time period. So I'll be in. strange.
Yeah.
What's up?
But yeah.
No, I had a good Zappa little clip that I found the other day. I wasn't sure if we had watched this one before, but it seemed somewhat familiar. Let me look.
I had a lot of fun though. I mean, I felt like, you know, a lot of like.
Have we watched
good
that
playing.
one before?
I don't know.
It's very interesting what he says. So let me.
I mean, it's very possible. I mean, we can show it again.
I never, like, I don't think I've ever blacked out while playing. I have definitely thrown up on stage with y'all before.
Oh shit!
As discreetly as I could.
I know. Well, that was that Cucaraco night that Kelly threw up in a can while he was playing.
I was pretty on point all weekend for that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come off like a sucker.
Right.
And get too like caught up in
the festival thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought I was really happy with like how I did all weekend, and I wasn't like the most annoyed, but I was a little irritated how fucked up Kelly let himself get.
Can you see a text on there?
So he was drunk, asleep in a
Drop
trailer,
it.
like waiting for us to go. Right? He was trashed while we were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the win for that weekend went to Martelli though. Martelli was.
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, he bounced around to campsites and partied with random people with an acoustic guitar.
Consider yourself a great
Yeah.
guitarist?
Let's see.
No, I just thought this Zappa. He's I don't know. He was always so out there.
He's so
Thought you
arrogant.
liked this.
I mean, I feel like it's some deserved, like self.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I'm special.
comes from a point of self-respect, but it's like
very little.
What I do on guitar is very little to do with other people.
Do you consider yourself a great guitarist?
Well, I'm specialized. What I do on the guitar has very little to do with what other people do on the guitar.
Nice.
Most of the other guitar solos that you hear performed on stage have been practiced over and over and over again. They go out there and they play the same one every night, and it's really just spotless. My theory is this: I
He's
have a
more like a
basic
jazz
mechanical
musician,
knowledge
getting
of the operation
I like
of the
that.
instrument, and I got an imagination.
Got a mechanical,
And when the
basic
time comes up
mechanical
to
operation of
play
the
a
instrument,
solo, it's
and
me,
imagination.
it's the laws of nature. I
That's
don't
the
know what
jazz
I'm gonna play. I
mentality.
don't know what I'm going to do. I know roughly how long I have to do it, and it's a game where you have a piece of time and you get to decorate it.
It's a
and
solo.
depending on how intuitive the rhythm section is, it's backing you up. You can do things that are literally impossible to imagine sitting here, but you can see them performed before your very eyes in a live performance situation.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he was
Yeah.
also a composer. He set and
Yeah.
wrote music, very technical music that they performed.
Right,
like-
but those are the moments to get the things that he couldn't write. You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
jazz-
Yeah.
like
But he's acting like he doesn't write, and he's like a composer, basically.
well, he's talking about how he approaches probably the solo, like
Yeah,
just
the
the
improv
instrumental
sections.
sections, you know,
Okay,
where he's
solos.
playing solos.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to have like the clearest definition that he could of it, you know. And I think what he's talking about is a hit at the rock guitarists. That's what he's talking about.
I think you're talking
you know?
about the I think he is talking about those because if you looked at the song as a whole, obviously they're written, but.
Yeah,
No, I just liked how he's like, what I do on guitar has nothing to do with what everyone else does on
Yeah.
guitar.
I'm great. I'm great. I'm smart. You're dumb.
Yeah, he's also his approach was different than what I would consider like the kind of school of thought in playing. You know what I mean?
I know how to play, and I have this amount of time to play.
He also like hired what he defined as stunt guitarists because he would write stuff he couldn't actually play.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
where
really?
Adrian Ballou comes in.
He would
And
hire
Steve Vai.
stunt
Yeah.
guitarists.
That's what he called it. He coined that. I mean that's a
Yeah.
Frank Zappa term.
That's cool.
But yeah, Steve Vai was a stunt guitarist that he brought in.
Okay, to do the shit he couldn't play. That's
But
pretty crazy.
he would write stuff like the sections like where he couldn't sing and play or like he sometimes couldn't play some of the stuff. You know, he'd write. He also wrote pieces for his guitarists to try to play.
Yeah.
Like he wrote that damn fucking song called Stevie Spankin'.
Stevie Spankin'?
Yeah, it's for Steve Vai to play. It's weird. The 80s was weird.
80s was a weird time for everybody.
My favorite was Adrian Ballou because he's just probably
He's amazing.
He's an odd bird.
Yeah.
Nobody's like him. He can play in a different time. I mean,
He approached it in a very similar way. I like the whole I know the basic
he's like a
mechanic. I
drummer.
know what this does.
Yeah.
And I have an imagination, so let's go. And he would just do things that are not
he wanted to
not
surprise himself,
preconceived,
right?
yeah.
Because he composed everything.
I mean, that's honestly how I feel about how I play
And the
guitar.
noises,
it's
but,
just like
like-
I have a basic understanding, and then I'm not gonna muddy it up with.
like
Yeah.
but an Adrian Belew and a like again we mentioned Tom Morello sometimes like
Oh, yeah.
they looked at it like a machine, not as a guitar. It's like this
Yeah.
other thing, so they can just make noises all different ways on
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I heard.
It's like it's a strange way to look at the guitar.
Yeah, he was very
No
like,
math.
Yeah, he was-
Almost.
well, I mean, like he did conceptual stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
rhythmic conceptual stuff. And
It's like it's
Adrian
I can
Belew was
bend it.
probably like one of the most like creative and odd players
Yeah.
I've ever heard. Because I heard an interview where he said he all the time is trying to make a noise that you've never heard with that guitar.
Right.
Yeah, that's
He's like-
that's an interesting approach, right? It's like he's just gonna find
Yeah, like
some
elephant talk
strange-
and stuff, and like we work that and like.
Yeah, I have not heard that elephant noise so perfect before or after that song. I mean,
Elephant talk.
Yeah, and he also like used his effects in a progressive way. Like he would make shapes and color it in like very clearly like you could tell what his angle was.
Yeah.
But he was so like atypical. His playing was
Yeah.
very atypical, but relatably and like rhythmically sound. Yeah, Adrian Belew is one of my top at least 10 guitarists. Like, but as far as singers that play, like him and Jerry are rare
Yeah.
to be able to play like that.
It's true.
Because he could also play a completely independent lead. It was like drumming.
Mm-hmm.
He could be singing something and then play something totally different. He could play a rhythm in a different time signature. He could play like,
that's so hard.
yeah, he would play another melody over his singing.
It's hard to do.
Yeah,
Trey
it's-
does that same shit too.
Yeah, Trey's really good with it.
Yeah.
They're not as proggy, I would say, as King Crimson.
Yeah, Bathtub Gin is
Well, no,
fucking-
but it's definitely an influence on them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
sure.
like Zapp was a huge influence fucking on Trey. Like he said, Jerry Santana,
Yeah.
fucking Frank Zappa is top 3.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Santana comes through on the sustain.
Yeah.
It's just long.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
ride this out
flavor.
forever. Give me 2 tube screamers. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What kind of he used Ibanez's? That was his thing, but he had the Timmy pedals. Is that what they were called?
Yeah.
It was just a zooched up Ibanez like tube screamer, but it was a special edition. Double. Yeah, I
Guys, good show.
Keep
Yeah.
going. Does it keep hopping off?
It does, but
yeah. Well, you can cut it.
Getting a lot of
You killed
technical
Jerry.
difficulties.
I will not back down.
it
I
happens.
won't back down.
There you go.
But you guys have been a great audience. We love you. Remember, don't idolize people.
Don't drink
Yeah.
and drive.
Don't
But
kill
go
Jerry's.
check out our
Yeah,
merch.
idolize us enough to go buy our merch. We got stuff for the holiday season up. Realbird.company.site.
Get some fam shit
Go join the
for
Patreon.
yourself.
We have a bunch of fucking content on our Patreon,
Yep.
like a ton of it. We watch movies that you guys get to see. We watch like full movies. You guys have full movies on there.
Free.
Extra podcasts. You get extra videos about the dead and extra videos with music videos that we rate and review in there. It's really cool. There's a
so
Discord
much
with a
shit.
bunch of people. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day and every other day because this is all we do.
We are here. It's Christmas time already.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. We love
It's
the
gonna get
holidays
more
here.
Christmas from
Yeah.
now on. Just so you know.
Kinda
Just
makes
so
me
you
feel
know. So
Saturday
much
Night
more
Live vibes.
So we
Christmas.
peak.
Yeah. We're going to peak at Christmas time. Hit the like
Sorry.
button. If you haven't yet,
Before
hit the
you
like
go,
button.
please.
Do it. Hit the like
Christmas
button.
time.
Get us to 50. At least do
Christmas
that.
Time. Christmas time. That
They're
sounds
not
like
going to do it. There we go.
Oh, there we
Thank you.
go.
You
Much
the best.
love.
Good night. You the